kiri nìyẹn kò jáde ọkùnrin tí ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ wọlé ni ìhò ẹ̀ wá wọ́n obìnrin yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gba dọ́là léraléra wọ́n ń gbawó wọn ò níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ on a good day ṣé Ìyábọ̀ yẹn jẹ́ actress gidi ni ìgbà táwọn ṣe fíìmù táwọn ya fíìmù ṣó wà náà top 50 actresses ni so they have time to be doing nonsense nígbà tí a bá dẹ̀ bá yín sóò tọrọ pé look at this case holistically ó kọ́ lè má bùgá pé wàá bá anybody jẹ́ èmi ń sọ̀rọ̀ as a human rights advocate pé this is all nonsense gbogbo nǹkan tí gbogbo rẹ̀ pò jọ pọ̀ yìí rubbish ni gbogbo eléyìí a justice system would even tell the princess that hello in spite of the video you brought it's not making any sense. So, what you have committed a serious crime. You have engaged in child pornography. Nowhere in the world, and don't let anything push you. Don't copy princess behavior. And I want to know whether somebody will have sexually abuse my child, whether somebody will rape my child. Oh, but not rape because capture now. So you want your child to be raped again, and you want to record it. Even recording it alone is child pornography. You must not premeditatedly film sexual activity involving a child. Under the law, it is child pornography. Àwọn ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan wà tí ẹ̀kọ́ tó bá ṣe kó jẹ́ pé wọ́n gbogbo ló lọ́mọ tó bá gbé ọmọ yẹn sá lọ tó sọ fún yẹ tí yẹ bá report fọlọ́pàá they will accuse you of child trafficking kò sí ìdájọ́ ẹjọ́ bí ni ó mọ̀ pé ẹjọ́ bí ni but you stole the child away in the absence of a father. You stole the child away without telling the mother. Oji ọmọ nìyẹn child trafficking ní òfin kò sí wọ́n very package. So when you premeditatedly want to record how a child will be sexually abused, because no police officer will ask you to do and do that nonsense. So when you have that wickedness in you, Moshe have destroyed my boy. Omomi, Baradro, the next thing you are doing, and the law will explain to you, is child pornography. Lagos State government says, princess, no case for you. Though it's Saloni. I said the second serious criminal offense is grooming a child for sexual activity. The girl confirmed in court, I was told to sit beside him and do everything because I will not be in the camera. The question is, why? Why would you tell an innocent girl to stay beside anything support if you come on there? Shori buruku she gbogbo yin ni. Shebe ma shaya omo lori in Lagos State niyen. If to say we have better people in the Ministry of Justice, she princess yo, this level by. You ask an innocent girl sit beside. Oh no, when she was 7, even the fact that she went, let's assume it happened. And you left the girl with Baba Gesha for 41 minutes. Video 41 minutes. She was waiting until they were sex.
Imagine.
And you used an adult. And what package you put 40-year-old in it? And then something you you are using social media to condone and accept wickedness. We hold Nigeria together. And you call about something that don't come money.
So wọ́n farabalẹ̀ obìnrin ló máa farabalẹ̀ tó yẹn tó máa set ọmọ inú ẹ̀ up pẹ̀lú ọkùnrin pé kó bá sùn tó dẹ̀ record ẹ̀.
No animal would do that with their own child. You will not place. And the worst, the most gullible and stupid animal will not do that. Not to talk of Princess Tolo University. You want to know whether Baje which know what? About to report it for go and tell the police. And you know to where they Princess they will tell her you have reported to us. Let's go into the case. Why would police say go and set camera? Put the same girl there. Come and testify and say the nonsense in court. Show us the police officer.
So the police officer will say, Ọlọ́run wà lẹ́yìn bàbá yẹn lọ́lọ́run fi rà padà Ọlọ́run fi pamọ́ ni tó bá ti poison nǹkan tó ti kú dànù tí wọ́n rí trace
àwọn náà
ti learn from his own mistake because ó máa ti náwọn àṣìṣe kan táwọn náà ti ṣe sáwọn ladies yẹn lọ́wọ́ tó fi wò pé kó bà tiẹ̀ jẹ́ because wọ́n plan wọ́n fẹ́ kó kú síbẹ̀ ni wọ́n fẹ́ kó wá mọ́ because mo rántí pé ìkànnì wọn sọ pé tó bá fi lè padà wá ó máa ta nǹkan ẹ̀ ní òun tó máa fi padà lọ síbẹ̀. So for the man to come out Tóyìn look fresh Tóyìn mo ìwo fídíò wọn jọ̀wọ́ mo hàn pé Ọlọ́run wà lẹ́yìn máa yẹn ni. Ṣé you understand? Because Ọlọ́run mọ Tóyìn máa ń ṣe nǹkan. For that man to come out after 3 years kò easy. Ọlọ́run tẹ́bi wọn ó ní nǹkan fi ṣe ni.
Ṣọmọ tó ń dùn wọ́n. The case originally started 2021. Before the end of 2025, he is out. In between, 1 year, tó fi ṣe case yẹn bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà year ló ń gbà lọ. They thought that báwọn ṣe lọ jó, táwọn fọwọ́ gbá òbò, táwọn dákú níwájú pàǹtí, that is the law. That is not how the law operates. When, as a human rights organization, we realize that gbogbo ohun tẹ́ ṣe jọ yìí, gbogbo ní yóò make sense. The debt we owe every child is protection. Whatever nonsense your mind is supplying to you, don't involve children or any idea that has to do with protecting children. Stop the nonsense. That's my message. And I will not sit here and tell you, Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà, right? Obìnrin tó bá wù ẹ́, ọkùnrin tó bá wù ẹ́, tẹ́ bá jọ para ara yín ní corner, tá dọ̀tí lẹ́yìn méjèèjì. I am not going to be telling you you don't have right to back on again, provided it is not a child or a minor. Talo mo bi ya o se bi o. Were won to sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, bóyá bàbá wọn ká ya ọmọ corner. Bàbá wọn ya ọ̀tọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ ya bàbá ọ̀rẹ́ ìyàwó ọ̀rẹ́ wọn ni o. Tó ru ya ọmọ corner tó fi lóyún wọn. Ẹ wá pọ̀ tàbí ẹ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ìwà ó ní. Màá máa sọ pé mo ń ṣe human rights. Màá máa sọ fún ọlọ́pàá tí ọlọ́pàá kejì tó fi ọ̀sọ̀ pé kọ́ bá dé tara wọn wọ́n jọ ń ra ọmọ kọ́nà àbí nítorí pé mo wò pókè o èlé lọ dóyàwó èèyàn kọ́ mọ́lé ìyàwó ló pé wọ́n jọ ṣe síra wọn jọ gbà àgbàlagbà méjì jọ gbà ìyàwó ẹ̀ gbà kí bóyá driver kó wá ká ọmọ nulẹ̀ ìwọ kọ́ wá ká driver ọmọ nulẹ̀ tó ń jẹṣẹ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀. It is morally wrong, but there is no crime committed. So if you come up and start saying, no, officer, arrest him, he came to rape my wife, ọ̀gbẹ́ni a máa defend the driver yẹn. Èwo lórí burúkú ìyàwó ẹ̀ sọ pé kó wá jẹṣẹ́ òun náà gun ó gbà àgbàlagbà làwọn méjì òun wá ká ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Báwí kò sáàkì ẹ pé you abuse my trust, go, you are not working with me again. But the moment you start changing it, he came to rape my wife, oh le jẹ́ it is evil. Ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kàńgbà yẹn ni. Tarabanta.
To be honest, tó bá yẹ pé a ní working system ni, Ṣẹ́rí àti princess àti Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ló yẹ kó jọ wà lẹ́wọ̀n yẹn. Ó yẹ kó jọ serve ẹ̀.
And the princess yẹn máa lọ ó máa gba life imprisonment méjì. Only a cursed individual ló máa wo position tọmọ yẹn wà. Bọ́mọ yẹn ṣe jókòó sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà tó máa ní kó ṣe pé princess ló kọ́kọ́ jókòó. That is abuse of my right.
The only person tó tí mo wọ̀n pé
ọmọ yẹn tó sì lè padà rẹ́wọ̀n yẹn
is the child.
Ọmọ yẹn lè padà rí ẹ̀wọ̀n yẹn tí wọ́n bá gbé Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá tó bá ti lè ọmọ orí ìtàn ṣe kí Dàmọ́lá yẹn máa sá lọ because Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá lọmọ yẹn accused lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó mú Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà pẹ́ni tó ń bóun sùn nìyẹn àti security lé àwọn. Now Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá was arrested and kept in the cell. The guy said, court. I will prove to the court that I didn't have sex with a minor, a 40-year-old. She is my girlfriend, she's an adult. Only account to UBA. Damola Adekola, arraigning Damola. Damola will want to prove that she's having sex with an adult.
There too.
And so then Baba would have to be paid millions. They will have to send an apology. Because if the girl is for 18-year-old, Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà Alaka, both of them agreed to whatever they are doing there. Only the sick person don't record no commit a crime against them. Because no fish or shit abamba corona of Joshi, what they do agree. But because they want to destroy the man, they were changing the age of the girl to a falsified age so that people can go on social media and be calling the man a pedophile. So if the man comes out and say, I am not a pedophile. Èmi ò ṣe pedophile, ọmọ tó ti ń dóko tó gúnyàn ló ṣe sí mi mo dẹ̀ ṣe sí padà. Mo ṣe sọ́mọ wọn ó dẹ̀ dá padà fún mi. Period. Kí ló kọ anybody láti máa record wa? Kò bá jẹ́ daughter ẹ. She has rights to do whatever she wants to do with her body. But if she is 14, prove it to me so that I will know why I went to be punished. Ó ti lọ jẹ̀yà iṣẹ́. But it's bitter that you only sentence me, you punish me, but But you didn't prove to me the age of the girl. But you have to prove age of my one knock here. On that every and so we judge Koko. Even at the appeal court, for duty birth certificate, right? The law says before you can sentence anybody for sexually harassing a minor, the age must be proven by birth certificate or any adult, which is the mother or the father, or a medical test to show that the girl is truly a minor. Because this small stature, judge can be assume. Any stature agbalagba kudomo ekere ni. Àìmọ̀ yọmọ 16-year-old tẹ́ máa dàbọ̀ ọmọ 21. Àìmọ̀ yọmọ 21 tẹ́ máa dàbọ̀ ọmọ 15 lójú wa. So the judge cannot just sit down and say, she's a child or she's a minor. My lord, how did you know she's a minor? We need documentary evidence to prove the age. So it is the duty of the prosecution to, I will not accuse him. He who asserts must prove. And he never be evidence. But on not back to investigation, madam, we've had you one lomo. You said this girl is 14. And we want to charge this, we want to write charges that this man harassed a minor. We need to prove to the judge that she's a minor. Give us a birth certificate. Or where is the mother?
Follow story and go lati le ma mo pe there is iropo nnu oro yen because
you testify mo birth certificate sile she medical test ko so pe minor baba ki safo kan wa fenele le sibe kí ló tẹ́ fẹ́ sóòótọ́.
Ẹ jẹ́ má bínú. Nígbà tí princess sọ pé òun lọ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà wálé, kí ló sọ pé òun fẹ́ ṣe fún bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà?
Fíìmù ni ẹnà Google said how I lured ẹgbọ́gbẹ̀ fúnra yín mọ̀ bọ́ ìjẹba yín gbé síta ń bì how I lured bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ọ̀rọ̀ fíìmù ló pè. Ẹ wá wo fídíò ẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Same thing náà ni bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà sọ o, mo mọ̀ béèrè question yẹn ni o.
Kí ni ẹjọ́ tí princess bá ọ̀rọ̀?
A lot of people don't judge, don't sọ oríṣiríṣi. They don't even know the story.
Let me show you this video.
Ọkọ̀ máa gbọ́ surface ọ̀rọ̀, wá dẹ̀bẹ̀ sí judge. They don't gbọ́ láti two parties.
Let me show you this video. Ẹ wá wò fúnra yín o.
It is well.
Ẹ wá wò video yìí. Now, look at this video. Sherry, ẹni gbogbo àwọn ọkùnrin yẹn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀.
Oh yeah, I've seen the video.
Ẹ máa wo Sherry princess. Ẹ jọ àlàyé kí ló ń ṣe fún wọn. Ọmọ àtìgẹ́ yẹn lọ́jọ́ kò sẹ́ni, bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà àtìgẹ́ yẹn lọ́jọ́ kò yẹn o.
Mo ti rí fídíò yẹn. Ló sọ fún àwọn guys yẹn kọ́ bọ́ta. Fídíò náà ni mo rí tí mo fi conclude pé there is.
Ẹ wá wo fídíò yìí. Wait. Why? What is the explanation? You said Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà has abused this girl before. The girl is in trauma. Why would you allow her to sit beside him in the first place? Wait. Now, any investigator will not want to ask, because it is a different ball game. If you want to confront Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà, this girl said you did this. Now, you now think the right thing to do is to place them in a situation that they must touch each other again. Kilo wa be abiyamo o ti pe wa. Oya, omo, repeat what you said that Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà did to you. Òun ló jókòó yìí. It's making sense. But instead, kí ni ohun tí ó ń ṣàlàyé fún wọn papọ̀? Because it doesn't look like you are asking the girl to confront Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà again. So they are now saying, under the law in Nigeria, asking the girl to come and go through trauma again, PTSD, is acceptable under the laws of child protection in Lagos State. Because when they start in London, if you don't want to law Lagos State,
obviously.
So this is how they will treat an innocent child. Now, you want to stretch muse and boom. It's human, it's natural. O wa mo stage wọn pọ̀ pé ẹ jẹ́ fún àwọn méjì le ku ko àwọn méjì ní kan lábẹ́ kíní. Knowing fully well that whatever it is.
Wọ́n mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fi wọ́n lẹ̀ point of correction sa o. Wọ́n mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fi wọ́n lẹ̀ o. Wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe fíìmù ni o.
Oh,
that was the agreement.
The truth of the matter is, ó ti sọ pátá máa jọ ṣe fún wọn. Ó ti bí àwọn méjì débẹ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn understand.
Ọmọ yìí, ó máa bú so because the question àwọn olórí burúkú ò pé kí ni ọmọ yẹn ṣe lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà kí ló ń ṣàlàyé fún wọn kí ló fẹ́ ṣe papọ̀. Ẹni lẹ́ni ẹ̀ sọ pé tí tóun fi fọwọ́ ọmọ yìí fine ẹ lè má ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí record. Ẹ ti sọ fún wọn pé fíìmù àwọn fẹ́ fọwọ́ kọra àwọn. The core of the matter is, whatever it is, you stretch is a sexual limit to ensure that you ambush him into that misfortune. Yeah. Now, the question is, she kamama ambush arawa, kama depa pe fura ka le bayi arawa get, so to one nothing. If the Baba Shatu were punished already, they cannot go back to that case again to repunish him. Taye ma fi pare ko le sele mo. But the cocoa of the matter is, these people are not getting it. Princess Ifule so pe film lo fi pe wa. At the point tí wọ́n ti wò pé they stop. So okay, ọ̀rọ̀ film lele, ambo. Wọ́n ti gbé wọn àwọn méjì iṣẹ́ nǹkan tó máa ṣeré. And I'm saying it in my own opinion. Princess knew Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà is a flirt. On that is something where on a real come back before worry. It is morally wrong. But it is criminally wrong. It is subject to the true age of the girl. And the caboni like a bonu leg. Or the chair Baba for him less until office on. And you never do so the camera town, you know. If truly the girl is 14, I have said it over and over. Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà will be guilty of sexual harassment. It's standard.
Yeah.
But other sundry crimes, the princess commit, the color commit. It shows that the major aim is for Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà to fall and have his career destroyed. You are following the real temple of justice. Whether Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà gbogbo àwọn tó commit crime bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ máa make sure pé ẹ fojú wọn balẹ̀ ẹjọ́ kí ló dé tẹ́ máa sọ pé side kan lẹ fẹ́ máa fi judge gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Only a sick and unjust person no ba woru case pé ní court yìí o side kan ní kẹ́ wò kẹ́ fi judge case. Don't look at the criminal side of Princess. Don't look at the criminal side of Dabala Adekola. Don't look at the criminal side of other parties involved. Just look at only Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà side. And your which court will not show the Buruku. And these people are saying that we should keep quiet for them because that is the same evil and wickedness that our politicians know. Talking silence you are, they will set you up, they will call you a thief in the evening, and then you are gone. Go to prison and see millions of people, thousands of people. They don't know why they are there. They just destroy their lives because people think they are powerful. People that kill people, I want to buy want to arrest, I want to get for justice. And some police officers will be aiding and abetting them. Because there will be a serious protest. Nigerians will revolt. Because all these things, we are tired of it. We are tired. Princess. They are supposed to sit down. It's a princess. Forget about whatever Babaji. We have seen Babaji Shah. We have seen the video. The question is, all these things. It's all about seeing big screen. How long did I put them there?
And to back anybody while they commute to one straight away.
For the anybody, I'm not going to person while I went out to go. And tell me, sorry, to back the people, mental case in Obo Kusoro. Yabo. Which at 18 years old, no more 18 lossy strippers club. Abibu Boyori. Igbaye ko ti mo ko mama ja fomo ekere. Is it possible she's a genuine parent? Stories of Ogidi. You can ask your 18-year-old to start going to strippers club. E wonu yin lo le gba. Your gidi parent gidi wonu yin Nobody come on, lọ sí super club nítorí pé 18. Is to tell you that these people know how to package their own children. She came out and said, Babagisha should not use her children for baits, whatever it is. But you are the same person that came out and tell us when you want to destroy Naira Marley. You said, your children, you allow your children to go to Naira Marley's house. You said, I used to send my children, is it not the same Naira Marley that I used to send my children to his house? Now, who is closer to you than Babagisha and Naira Marley? So, over some people that's how I'm sure, but look when you moti lobe. Ilé ẹ̀ ní Kòròdú ńgbà tó wà ní kiri moti lobe. Kò sí tí ó nà ṣe sọmọ ara wa nuwa. Mo ti mọ mi lọ location dada. I can play you video. Amora wa ama tó wà bàjẹ́ láàrin wa. So princess no ma sọ fún wa the question tẹ́ ma ko bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni pé if you claim Babagisha is a rapist, papa your princess. Babagisha has sex to you more than that girl, to that girl. Why hasn't Babagisha raped you? And if you are claiming he's a rapist, he's a pedophile, it can't be for him. The social media. Is he a pedophile that loves having sex with children? Or is a rapist that loves taking his way, forcing adults to have sex with them? Most pedophiles don't even derive pleasure having sex with adults. Ìyàwó lé wọn gan wọn kì í bá wọn sùn. Wọ́n lè lọ dún kan bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn ẹ̀ma sọ pé díẹ̀ ò tẹ̀ ṣí mi láṣọ wò. I'm busy. Kò busy. Ó ń wọ ọmọ ìkéré tó fẹ́ abuse ni. So they keep deceiving all of you. Babagisha is a rapist. He's a pedophile. Don't talk to him. Okay. Ìjọba tó sọ pé Babagisha lọ sẹ́wọ̀n tó dá padà sí society. Ṣé igi ni kó máa jẹ ni? So kó máa lọ kọ́ ọ̀pẹ àbí kó máa lọ jalè. The question tẹ́ bá béèrè lọ́wọ́ olórí burúkú princess yẹn ni pé what do you want Babagisha to be doing after he has been released from prison? What do you want him? How do you want him to feed? Even prison don't thought him punish you. Ìjọba won't get him again. But they kept making Yomi gbogbo iṣẹ́ burúkú tó máa ń fa àwọn blog àwọn wèrè tó wà iṣẹ́ tó fún wọn ṣe nìyẹn o. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fọ́ fún wọn ni èmi ti wà out of it. Mi ò ráyè àti share ní blog. Mi ò ráyè àti máa ṣe show for anybody. Mi ò ráyè àti máa lè fi orí burúkú mo yà sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi. Ẹ wo orú Bíọ́lá yẹn sìn. She did a normal job. What she did is fundamental human rights, right of expression. Come and say your own story so that I will not look biased. But she doesn't have the mental strength to pursue it because social media alone nothing girl. She was able to bow to the pressure. Babagisha ti gbé orin jáde before then. Tell everybody know pé ó ti shade the princess in there. Ìyẹn tí mo bá rí pé ó tọ́ ló sọ síbẹ̀ ó ti dákẹ́ síbẹ̀ kò sọ̀rọ̀. Nígbà tí ó rí pé interview yẹn wọ́n ti dárúkọ Liza Anjorin, wọ́n ti kọ́ Liza Anjorin lé mẹ́. Wọ́n ti sọ pé Ìyábọ̀ kìíní kan. Òun máa ń believe pé kò sẹ́ni tó wọ́n lè bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́. Gbogbo àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń gbèsè lẹ́yìn tó ń lo agbára àwa lọ́mọ Tinubu àwa ní kìíní kan àwa là ń pààyàn fún Tinubu àwa láṣẹ gbogbo wọn ìbàjẹ́ ti ń bá wọn. Àwọn náà ò gbádùn aláìfara wọn. Orúkọ bàbá yẹn lọ́kọ̀ fi ń ṣe kàkàkiri wọ́n fi ń pọ̀ sẹ́yìn ẹ̀. We know all of them, including àwọn ọba tó ń tọ́ fún power. Tàbá tó wá fẹ́ gbóòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ léde, ìdí tí Babagisha fi ń dákẹ́. Princess mẹ́ni tó gbéṣẹ́ fóun. Ọba kan ló wà ní gbogbo wàhálà tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹni tó sọ pé kò ṣe set up. Babagisha already àti sọ̀tọ́ nítorí kọ́ bàbá tún padà rán lọ ẹ̀wọ̀n. Ó mọ ọba tóun ṣẹ̀. Ó mọ ẹni tó gbéṣẹ́ ọmọ kàtọ́ ṣe fóun. Níbo ni princess fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìyẹn jọ ẹni tó máa fọwọ́ sẹ́ẹ̀tì CCTV. Ṣé princess yẹn bó ṣe ń ṣe kí bálàbàlà yìí? Ṣojú ẹni tó máa gbọ́ pé èèyàn kan bọ́mọ kan sùn. Àwa náà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sẹ́ẹ̀tì kámẹ́rà kò ní kọ́kọ́ pariwo mọ́nítọ̀ yẹn pé yéé wọ́n ìrọ̀ àti balẹ̀ gbé bó tún ṣe kàwé tó yẹn ẹni tó lọ Unilag àtàkùtà ọlọ́pàá lọ́rùn pé they should go and arrest. But they know the evil they are doing. They know the evil they are doing. Babagisha lórúkọ tó yẹn actress ní àwọn àbáyé Babagisha jẹ́ àpàrọ̀ kọ́rọ̀ lọ ẹ̀wọ̀n. Ìlú Babagisha lọ́tọ́ máa pọ́n nítorí lé actress náà lè. Wọ́n máa ti máa fún ní heroes welcome. Tọ́wọ́ bá ṣé dandan ní kọ́ lọ pọ́n lébẹ̀ ni. Ẹ ń dojú inú kẹ́bọ̀ pé ilé ayé ìdẹ́tì gan. Ó dẹ́tì bí wèrè. One mama the princess yẹn sá lọ ni. Oho. Láti eno kọ́lẹ̀ two quote me. Ẹ sọ kó gbéjọ́ tó já travel jáde kúrò Nigeria. November 2021 the princess sá lọ. Baba Gesha ò tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ defense court rárá. Ó yá dànù. Nígbà tó rí pé government tó ti tẹ̀lé wá sí court gan tó sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ràn Baba Gesha lọ ẹ̀wọ̀n. Nígbà tí ó tutọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jáde tádájọ́ gan wò báyìí pé princess ó kálẹ̀ ni pé mo kú o. Òun ò gbọ́dọ̀ pé ju ọmọ ó lè order fún arrest court yẹn. Ó yá dànù wọ́n sì ti package owó fún ọ̀gbẹ́ni malo. Ó wá ń tọ́ yìí pé kìíní kan you cannot be going to a proper case. Bá bu video yẹn ó lá kìíní. So ilẹ̀ lẹ́ni kó máa lá. Ọmọ tó ti ń dóko adult tó gbogbo nǹkan àgbàlagbà tó gbà fún. If the girl is 18-year-old, gbogbo nǹkan tí ẹni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú video yẹn, no crime has been committed. Can you in your honesty come out and say, if that girl is actually 18 years old, that is a rape? If that girl is 18-year-old, is that sexual harassment? If that girl was 18 years old as at that time, video was a crime committed? No. So the question is, why did they change the age of the girl? Why did they prove the age of the girl in court? That is the problem we have with our justice system. That is the problem. And when you see, when they want to do whatever nonsense they want to do, they would run ahead and ask people, go to the comment section, put your video, put headline, then go to comment section. Kí ni tèmi? Àwọn artists kẹ́tì sọ pé love pa, wọ́n ti sin orí wọlé ṣe fún wọn. Mohbad tí wọ́n pa wèrè tó lọ pa sínú ilé ẹ̀, tíyàwó ẹ̀ Wùnmí, nígbà tó máa sin, ó ju aṣọ funfun àtògùn. Kò jẹ́ kó gbé Mohbad lọ hospital. Ìyàwó ọ̀rẹ́ Mohbad Splendid tí wọ́n ṣì accused of murder tó yí ṣe. Ó ní Wùnmí yẹn wo sùsùn. Ó ní kò jẹ́ kó treat Mohbad, kò jẹ́ kó gbé lọ hospital. Ó ní ó tún gbé ṣépè bọ́lẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀bẹ̀. Ìyàbọ̀ gbé sábẹ́. So ẹni tó protect ọmọ ìkéré nìyẹn. Mohbad ń ṣọmọ èèyàn kan. Ṣé èèyàn kan lè ṣe ọ̀tá kí ló ń kọ́ ọmọ ọkùnrin yẹn? Ọ̀tá Festus yẹn. Ṣé wọ́n lè fẹ́ sí kí ìyàwó ẹ̀ àbí girlfriend ẹ̀ kó máa ju aṣọ sójú olórí ẹ̀? Ìyàbọ̀ yóò ní dá lúrú pé níbo? If you don't have hand in the death of my son, why are you throwing jazz and white cloth on my son's casket? But yet, she placed that Wunmi under her and said, to hell with all the millions of youth that came to protest. I am close to Sheyi Tinubu. They will block the justice for Mohbad. That's the game they are playing for you now. And they are working ahead with some sick police officers, some rogue police officers to block justice for that innocent boy. Oh boy, you pardon. Look at the way the boy is lavish. The question is, love will ever listen. If you cannot continue to fight for that innocent boy, Mohbad is still in the mortuary 3 years. Can mama pursue love? Me need so talk. Tell found with any chance. Báwo ni mo ṣe máa bọ́ bí sí big screen níbi ẹ̀ tí mo ti wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan báyìí. Wow. Okay, expand. You can see your nonsense. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń mess up tó jẹ́ nǹkan burúkú lórí social media ẹ máa borúkọ Ìyábọ̀ ibẹ̀ ni. Ẹ máa bọ́ orúkọ ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Any honest parent will immediately ask the princess and say, Princess, we have, okay, you got Baba Gesha. Why are you silent on Damola Adekola and the security of your house? Now, the question again is, whatever the case may be, Princess, why are you not telling us about those ones? Now, let's forget about that one again. Why, since 2020, you did not report to police? You did not set camera for Damola Adekola? You did not set for, okay, why Baba Gesha? Why did you even allow the girl to stay around Damola Adekola for that long? That is a criminal offense. Oh, to washing the same girl, no, to beat Baba Gesha. That is parental negligence. Why are you not looking for that to be punished? Why is this selective justice? Cases in the they kept quiet. And it will confirm. Experience only they came. All of them went. àyà mi kini kan gbogbo intouchable ento ma ba ti eje tó bá ti jọkùnrin tó bá jóbìnrin ẹ wo Mirabel yẹn gbogbo go silent so àwọn ọkùnrin ò ráyé wá tó bá ti dọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin kò sí victim tó bá ti dọ̀rọ̀ Mirabel she has mental problem tó bá ti dọ̀rọ̀ Baba Ijesha kí ló dé tó ṣe máa láìka ilẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ ní kó là ṣọmọ 5 years 7 years lọ fi sex trap fún ni. If you claim Baba Ijesha touch children, you are duty bound. You want to know. He's your colleague now. Why use a different specimen? Tó ti ní sex. Òun ló wá gbé tí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Kó lead me on. Mo wá gbéjà fún gbàjà lọ́wọ́ mi. Ẹ sọ mi di pedophile. Ẹ sọ mi di rapist. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mọ̀ pé 14-year-old ní kílé tẹ́ ṣe gbé sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi. Why do you want? You know a 14-year-old should not be touched. Why do you place her beside a pedophile that has potential of touching her again? It's pure nonsense. Most of these people, they lack basic knowledge. And if you keep quiet for them, they will keep Nigeria redundant. For those that have the basic knowledge to think outside the box and understand that there is no two ways about it. Baba Ijesha naturally fell for that trap at Ikoni because he is human. And they used what any human can fall for to trap him. But why should the Nigerian society pretend as if they don't know it was a pre-planned, orchestrated plan? Why would any human being, any honest mother, any honest woman would not say, we know ourselves. This is not about catching a bait or catching a pedophile. If you want to catch a pedophile, you set a pedophile with a child. Don't set him up with any sexual relationship with it is legal. You set him up with somebody that who thought it's okay to have a relationship with that kind of a person. And you change the age. And even if the girl is actually now a minor, why do they fail to establish that she was a minor? Minor on social media. We were throughout the court process, no evidence was proven that she's a minor. So I was doing my job, doing my best to speak my own truth. The next thing they said is Yomi because you don't be surprised, but he himself silent Yomi. Now he said it by himself. Now look at the new problem. Timbawa sheka, Timbawa daketi mi soro, wani Yomi daju. Wani Yomi ati Baba Ijesha tinja, ko le defend Baba Yomi. That's the whole book of Bible. Because she tell follow. When she tell follow. Because the whole nonsense they do.
Low battery.
Okay. I'll tell the good reputation. I'll tell the work with. And little chance to control social media. A good and they bat anybody there. I'm a pretend they're going to get anyone, and they are behind all the criminal blogs. Araile daloro because I want to work pay more pay. I'll speak my truth anytime. When that's a lot, life with them better. Social media. And the social media, page be more, page be more sort of life. I want to work with. If you don't want to go, Bamishi, Quintemi, then share was zero. 20-something years. You see now that could have over here. So the whole nonsense is that at the end of the day, all of my boss when he married, oh more by the close here, she go as an actor. Okay, 7 years ago. So 7 years ago, mo ṣe fẹ́ gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ wèrè ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn 7 years mélòó ló rántí wọ́n tún ṣe investigation wọn ní gbogbo ohun tó ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sọ́mọ yìí princess ojú ẹ̀ ò tó. Even the princess cannot testify that Baba Ijesha did anything to that girl 7 years ago. Princess herself cannot stand in court or in front of anything. Kò lè dúró wájú Ògún kó búra pé lóòótọ́ ni kíní yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ 7 years ago. Kò lè sọ wájú ilé ẹjọ́, kò lè sọ níwájú Ògún, kò lè sọ wájú àwọn tó ní wọ́n pé yes, òótọ́ ló ṣe fún 7 years ago. Because the right person to know, is princess. Because Baba Ijesha ọba yín gbélé. Kò bá yín gbélé. So báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ yí fi kọ́kọ́rọ́ uproot gbogbo ìdí ọmọ kékeré tí ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní bọ́ sí pátá ẹ̀. Ṣé ó bèrè lọ princess inú court náà? Ṣé ó wẹ̀ fọmọ yẹn ń jọ́ kejì ni? Ṣọ́mọ yẹn ò sick rárá ni? Ṣé ó gbé lọ hospital? So why did you plan this whole stuff? Ó bèrè lọ ọlọ́pàá, are you part of this setup? Police said no. We didn't ask her to do it and we are not part of it. Bó ṣe ń ba yé àwọn èèyàn jẹ́ nìyẹn. Wọ́n á gbé àìmọye èèyàn ẹmọye fún bọ́lá tẹ́lẹ̀ pé obìnrin gbà kọ́ bára wọn sùn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fi set up ní. Tọ́ba dẹ̀ bára wọn sùn tán, á dẹ̀ ní òun ò gbà. Òun ní no, ó dẹ̀ force òun. And these people are facing. Tọ́ba record ẹ̀ ńlá yẹn, they will say rape náà ni. Ẹ wo Mason Greenwood. Gẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mọ̀ ó dẹ̀ record. Òun ló instigate violence against the woman tó ń dà láàmú. Wọ́n yẹn fucking leave me alone. Ó dẹ̀ record bó ṣe ń japa mọ́nú. Ó dẹ̀ ní ó fẹ́ fipá bọ̀ òun sùn. Ó dẹ̀ ba kárí àwọn yẹn jẹ́. Until they went to court, they released the guy. Pé kò ṣe kankan. Only kò lè play for England more. Kò lè play for Manchester United more. The guy go to another place and go and start career. Ẹ wo Mendy. That is the criminality and the evil. So gbogbo ẹ̀ náà packaging ti princess ṣe ti ẹ̀ wá wọ̀ sí ju tó àwọn yẹn lọ. Ntọ́ lè mú kó jẹ́ pé òní tó bá ti sọ pé àní pedophile ni wọ́n fẹjú ẹ̀sùn ní kò ń ṣe kó máa fọwọ́ kan ọmọ ọdún méje ọmọ ọdún márùn-ún. If I want to even risk it, I know I will go to jail, but I want to prove that this is who you are. Ṣé ọmọ ọdún méje náà ló máa fi set ẹ̀ up? You said I'm a pedophile, but you put up a young girl that is having sex, that has big boobs, that understands sex, wàá fi set me up. Báwo lọ́mọ yẹn ṣe máa gbéjà fún mi tí mi nígbàjà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀? You likely fall for that because tó bá ti wò pé okay ọmọ ṣe sí ẹ o ní rò pé o fẹ́ fọ́ ọkọ you are a pedophile, you want to touch a child, you will think you are flirting. Tẹ́ni ẹ bá wọ̀ ẹ pé I thought I was flirting. This is not a child. Why would you come up and change the age? Okay, if she was truly 14, I understand I accept, but prove it to me that she was 14. Nothing was proven to Baba Ijesha. Tẹ́bá lè gbé ṣépè padà náà àwọn tó ń ṣépè ẹ̀ bá dá padà fún wọn. Àwọn lórí burúkú dédé. Wọ́n ti gba 2,000 naira. 1 litre comment section.
Àwọn àṣírí. Sorry, thank you, Jerry. Good evening.
Àwọn nìkan lọ ṣe oríire family wọn. Ẹ ti mọ̀ káwọn nìkan lọ ṣe oríire family.
Well done. Shetemo, my own point here is in kò sí òfin kankan tó fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé kí wọ́n máa fi ọmọ kékeré, especially when they claim that this particular child is a minor, kí wọ́n máa fi ọmọ yẹn ṣe bait. That is one thing tí mi ò really understand. Now that she now said, or people now said, Lagos State government, the Lagos State government police náà sọ pé kó lọ fi ọmọ yẹn.
Ẹ bá believe yẹn lọ́nà
ṣé òótọ́ nìyẹn? Because èmi ò mọ right thinking ọlọ́pàá tó máa ní kéèyàn lọ fi. There are people have been saying all sorts of, So ọlọ́pàá wá sọ fún ẹ pé okay o kóhun tó rí àrídájú o ẹ lọ fi ọmọ kékeré yìí ẹ lọ fi ṣe ẹ lọ dẹ páńpẹ́lẹ̀ fún so that ká lè rí I still don't understand that part and they are misleading you people. By now ó yẹ kí a ti gbọ́n Nigeria when all of this happened first is okay, a lot of people may say okay, they may frown at what Baba Ijesha did. Even me, I didn't like it when I saw the picture, the videos. I didn't like it, even though Ronu Jinlepe, there was no voice in the video, which okay. Now that's I am àtúnṣe àbí tó ti ṣàṣìṣe tó dẹ̀ ti lọ ọgbà ẹ̀wọ̀n tó ti padà dé tó dẹ̀ ń try láti sọ part tiẹ̀. I don't think we should silence him. kò sí òbí gidi mi ò mọ bí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bímọ tẹ́ kàn ń bímọ nítorí pé ẹ kàn wáyé wá bímọ ni but èmi kàn believe pé òbí gidi tó bá bímọ nítorí ó mọ iyì ọmọ ò ní fi ọmọ kò sí ìdílé dàbẹ́ ni pé kọ́mọ rẹ dé.
Why did he fall for the child?
Why did he fall? Why did you set it? Ọ̀gá, why did you even ọmọ tí ọwọ́ ẹ̀ tiẹ̀ ṣé bí a rí ọmọ yẹn you know okay ó dàbẹ̀ ni pé kọ́mọ rẹ délé even your adult child délé kó ní wọ́n grape òun kó wá ní okay kó padà lọ síbẹ̀ kó lọ IG mo bọ̀ o.
Ọmọ tó láàfin Ọ̀yọ́ fẹ́ ọmọ 18-year-old. I get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Ordinarily, anybody can lie when 60-year-old now, boy.
You know, kó wá hide sínú gbó kó wá ní okay ó fẹ́ kàn ṣọmọ ẹ báṣabàṣa lójú ẹ kó tó gbàgbọ́. What point are you trying to prove? Gbogbo ẹ̀yin abiyagba yìí. Kí ni nǹkan tó fẹ́ mú? Because if I've seen someone who also said o lè fi owó dọ́mọ wò, o lè fi oúnjẹ dọ́mọ wò bóyá jíjẹ, ṣùgbọ́n má gbàgbé pé anything tó bá ti ṣe, tó bá ti máa affect other people. Kò mọ́pọlọ wá mọ́. Tó bá fowó sílẹ̀ nínú yàrá ẹ, tó bá wò pé bóyá ọmọ ẹ máa mú tó set ọmọ ẹ up for that. Okay, fine. You are trying to build a personality. You're trying to bring up something. But anything tó bá máa ṣe tó bá máa affect ọmọ lọ́mọ. Torí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ọmọ lọ́mọ ni, even kó jẹ́ adult. I'm not siding him, but I know that ọmọ lọ́mọ ni. So gbọ́dọ̀ kò yẹ kí a fi tiwa títí ẹ ayé tí ẹ kó fi bá yé aláyé jẹ́ irrespective. So for setting up that child for molestation, it's a no for me. And no parent, not reasonable parent should allow that. Kò sí ìdí tí ẹ fi máa gbárù nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn láyè. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ti ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ tàbí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ti ní lọ́kàn, please ẹ lọ yọ kúrò nínú agenda yín. Kò ṣe nǹkan tó bójú mu. Ẹ kàn ń bá yé àwọn ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ ti ni. Ẹ mọ nǹkan tí wọ́n ń pè ní trauma ni. Nǹkan tó pè ní trauma ó dàbí tí nǹkan kan bá ṣe ẹ́ tí ó ń dùn ẹ́ lọ́kàn. Bóyá ìgbà tó kéré tó jẹ́ ìwọ nìkan ló mọ̀. Sórí irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó máa jìnnà fún títí ayé ni. Anything that traumatic tó ti títí ayé ni ò ní súnmọ́.
Ẹ máa rò báwọn èèyàn gidi tó ń sọ̀kọ́ tó tún.
Ó ṣe pé kó tún wá lọ mú nǹkan yẹn tó
kò sẹ́ni tó rí ẹ̀ pé tó fẹ́ wo ojú èmi tó máa bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ wèrè.
7 years ago he didn't say nothing. I've seen people too who said
olórí burúkú tó bá tiẹ̀ ti sọ́nu wọn máa ní aláwọ̀ èèyàn tá ti gbọ́ pé rapist ni wọ́n àbí pedophile ni wọ́n táwa ti ṣú ọ jọ yá wa lọ́mú ẹ ká tiẹ̀ wò ó tiẹ̀ ká òwe bàbá sùn.
Bóyá tiẹ̀ máa adóhùn ẹ̀yin wo lẹ̀ ń bímọ ẹ̀yin wo ni kí ló dé tẹ̀ ń bímọ kí tẹ̀ máa lo condom instead.
kárí kọ́mọ ẹ tó palẹ̀ kò dé mọ́ àwọn olórí burúkú.
Kí ẹ rò pé ọmọ yìí lè gbàgbé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí tẹ́ tún fi ṣe ìlẹ̀ tó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ tó ṣe lẹ́lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ you kept quiet.
irú Simi ìyàwó Adékúnlé Gòdù yẹn àti ṣọ́ bóyá pedophile ni ẹ yá wa lọ́mọ yín ọkùnrin 10-year-old ká tẹ̀ fi tì wọ́n mọ́nulé papọ̀.
Ká lọ fi tì mọ́ ó lè ka wò ó. Wife ṣe mọ̀ pé even àwọn tí wọ́n ṣoògùn jáde ń sìn àwọn researchers they don't even use animals láti test oògùn mọ́ nítorí pé ó wà cruel on animals let alone human beings. Ẹ ṣòfò gan o. For anybody to set up a child, I don't even want to.
I have investigate the rapist. I'm pedophile. I want to come ekere.
Mama kékeré. Ẹ̀yin àgbà yìí stupidity ẹ̀yin tẹ́ rò pé adult. Ẹ̀yin tí ṣe problem. Sorry, wife, ṣe problem àwọn adults ni pé most of our adults wọ́n kò dàgbà ni they are stupid. I tell you, most adults, they are stupid. I want any reflection. I want more kékeré sìn. And that is why you see that. Clearly, why I want any predecessors. Ìwànú yín, one mirror yín, you don't know. So the stupidity in you is a reflection of all the children around you. Tó bá mọ̀. So o ní láti jẹ́ kó rí ẹ pé because whatever you do in your closet, affect àwọn èèyàn tó bá ti data. So o ní láti jẹ́ kó rí ẹ pé ẹni tó sọ pé òun rí ní many years ago ó ń bá ọmọ kékeré sùn ó bá many years ago ó dẹ̀ dákẹ́ ó dẹ̀ ń wò ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó bá yí ọmọ púpọ̀ jẹ́ ṣé rí pé ti ṣòfò. I don't know who trained you people. I don't know how we even managed to share the same country together because èmi mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn gidi tó ní ọpọlọ wọ́n wà ní Nàìjíríà kò ń ṣe irú àwọn èèyàn as a matter of fact internet jẹ́ ká rí yín tó
by now. Wèrè yìí sọ pé they need to use one of you as scapegoats. The honest truth is that people don't understand that this matter happened 2021. What we are saying now is what we're saying then. The thing you know, you have a scapegoat. But when you know, you have a problem. Because you can't process it better. After case Babagesha, she's been sending her own children to Naramali's house.
Abi.
No, but Naramali. Osha, Naramali man fagbo, broad daylights. So the fact remains that what people are doing, I can't deceive around. But social media, I can twist story anytime. I can destroy anybody anytime. Oh no, ni bad level. Any tell us money. Oh, what get poverty? Oh, get flex yo. Eti won let fi age. Tó bá no vex we the ball and you know le pa mo say, le ni ko dákẹ́. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ń wá pé ọmọ ìkéré, ẹ̀yin náà sọ pé ọmọ ìkéré ni. Ẹni tó fi age sọ pé ọmọ yìí ò ń ṣọmọ ìkéré because prove pé 14 ni fún. Ọmọ yẹn go to different ages until you are able to balance the truth. No matter okay, yes, I might be ignorant. Yes, I've been punished for touching a minor. Though I didn't know.
Why?
Well, I shouldn't
there's
have
another thing
with a minor. But you see,
yes, there's another
there's a people pedophile, rapist, but ọmọ tẹ lò fún kò ṣe 14 because prove it. Ọmọ yẹn àgbàlagbà lọ́jọ́. Ẹni tó wá ń bá ọmọ yẹn sùn, tẹ mú ní time yẹn tó bá ọmọ yẹn sùn, tẹ pè ní 14-year-old. The government says he should walk free. How does that look like a genuine prosecution?
Prosecution. So you guys are only interested in Baba Ijesha. They are only interested in Baba Ijesha part. They don't want to hear any other person. You girl, you people damage this girl. Everybody, at the planner, at the editor, execute whatever.
The girl is not really her interest. It is what she wants to use the girl for. And the only way they can use the girl is because they know that the girl understands sex. She's having sex already. So, the girl play this role. Because I do not expect a honest adult, Yabo, princess, to princess. Now, we cannot understand why in the same investigation, same victim, in same case, no one want to realize the Damola Dekola lomo yẹn ló ń bọ́ òun sùn àti security ilé. Princess, how do you process the girl living with Damola Dekola for this long? Are you sure you are fighting for this girl? Because gbogbo energy tó ń lò sí, you should have used it to stop Damola Dekola and the security of your house. Ẹ bá gbàgbé pé nígbà tí kéèsì yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀, wọ́n ní ọmọ yẹn wọ́n ṣẹ́yún fún lẹ́ẹ̀mejì. Pé security ilé wọn òkèlè yẹn, ó fún lóyún. I can go and look for the question company law princess. But Osha Fulegi. Now the point is this.
God.
The honest Yabo just should have said, Atibe condemn Babagesha. At least if we can condemn our colleague, that means we should be able to condemn another person. And I've asked the simple question, why were you people not interested in asking that they should prosecute the same guy, Tiomoye accused? Damola. Because one more question that when I ever the court, yet to constitutional statement, I will post all the paperwork. CTC statement to boy, guy that to accuse Damola Adekola. She be 14-year-old in the guy. Only the Damola Adekola obo in 2020. That means when she was 13-year-old, the Damola Adekola basu. Now ask yourself the question: why is Yabo Ojo and Tom not irritated that princess? Why did you leave a guy, Tomba Omosun, when she was 13? Why did you leave the girl to keep in the same compound with the same guy? And then you still had the effrontery again to invite another man. Or to beg yet. Why are you using
after
this girl
many
for
years?
these things?
Why?
You understand what I'm saying? So the question now is this. The system of justice, the administration of criminal justice law in Lagos State, the child protection law, it punishes parental negligence. Google it on your phone, wherever you are. Is parental negligence a criminal offense in Lagos State? Just type it on your phone with your second phone.
Okay.
and read the meaning of parental negligence. So the question is, all these things that Princess did, Sheko amounts to parental negligence. Who sanctioned the setting up of Babagisha? Any setting up, any entrapment that is not approved by law enforcement and undertaken by law enforcement is unacceptable in any court of law. It is a criminal offense. Why are they changing the law? The same child protection law. Although the Babagisha were active, although the princess he became dead, Although
he became inactive.
Although Dabola Adekola, he became dead, he's no longer active. What kind of investigation is that? What kind of trapping is that? So the question is, are we looking into? So princess and all of them are not interested in that girl. Double it on the go. Is parental negligence a criminal offense in Lagos? Nigeria is standard. Even in that Lagos state.
Even the same law, you know. Láti marry lọ́jọ́ iwájú gan, àwọn ọkùnrin gan máa sá fún ni. Wọ́n wá pé ẹni tó máa set yẹn up ni.
Wọ́n mọ̀ nítorí ẹ̀ ní ọmọ ìyàwó òṣèlè fọ́mọ Yorùbá kò lè
bá yọ ọmọ lọ́mọ jẹ́.
Ọmọ ní kò lọ pàdé bá ní àná rẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ìyàwó burúkú ṣe fẹ́.
Yes, he says yes.
Ìyàwó Mohbad is a suspect in the murder of Mohbad. She was arrested in November. One no connection, one just called release here. Because they used the former Inspector General of Police to set her free. She has a hand in the death of Mohbad. She is meant to be in court. Oh, yeah, court charge was in court. One no connection because I was the only one fighting it.
Why?
The investigation of Mohbad. They've done a reinvestigation. If the Wumi does not have hand in the death of Mohbad, will she be throwing jazz and white cloth? Yet the police are protecting it. They are calling millions of you that came out to protest foolish. Taliban dear, Yabo is not the Baba dear. How very dark man went to jail? Yabo. How Kenolu lawyer went to jail? Yabo. How Babagesha went to jail? Ebabo Yabo be. Ṣáwọn Fúnkẹ́ yóò, àwọn Fúnkẹ́ ní owó wọn ní lè borúkọ wọn ní gbogbo yẹn. Gbogbo àwọn actress gidi ní bá wọn dìgbà aṣẹ́fọ́fọ́ ewọ́n ní wèrè orí burúkú tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe. But yìí tó bá ti involve ọmọ tiẹ̀, á náà ọmọ wọn ní kó o máa pursue because ó máa package. Her package. A máa fi party, a máa fi ṣòpó òun lòun popular. Ó ṣe pó powerful. Ó ní àwọn kan tó ń parọ́, ọmọ àwọn parọ́, àwọn lọ́mọ aṣíwájú. So she is tied to those ones, and those ones they keep penetrating for her. I don't know what against her, but she's just using that power and abusing it. On a very good day, social media, you better elle ni baba Geshapa o èmi igbe o le bu mo fi Ọlọ́run búra bá lo 30 million blog ke lọ gba wọn kini kan ele anu mu host èmi ni le fo mo fo Ọlọ́run búra èmi ko I don't pass that level torí gbogbo wèrè yẹn gba tí mi kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ ni mo àwọn olè yan bá di tí mo ti mọ̀ pé ten mental problem kojo mamadu I will know what I know to my life. How many artists no fair emi ale sọ̀rọ̀ human rights. Ngba tí kí fo ma jẹun kí fo ma ja film mo fo ṣe human rights summit we dey come out so pé èmi ò ní say lórí human rights cases only child protection cases mo to me ko wa dis ke ma sọ fún pé your fabiyi ko ma sọ pé your consent mi on rape ni bi ta ban life day actress ka wa jáde a sha ìgbàgbà pé Yomi yẹn ó ṣe tòótọ́ èmi ni si ni mo ṣe ma di rapist ni si yìí men no comment ma ni o fẹ́ ma fi jáde yan káàkiri me disvagiri ilé ayé mi torí me I can't stand a woman crying kó wọlé ṣòro kí n jáde ṣàrà n tẹ́mi mọ̀ pa ènìyàn kò dẹ̀ sí ni mi ìrórí mi ò ń ṣe gay wọn ò dódì mi rí irọ́ burúkú lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pákiri èmi ni mo ti accuse pé èèyàn fẹ́ rape me as a gay so gbogbo wèrè tẹ́ ń ṣe yẹn gbogbo alágbára lórí social media àbáṣe ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn ni is witchcraft. They believe they can destroy anybody's life. They can change it. Everybody should case Baba Yesha do at Baba Yesha she commit a crime. On one down I want do. About the case here, father. If there is any case they will take up, follow Babula is to charge Damola Adekola, charge the security of the house, kọ́dẹ̀ charge the princess court. Tàbá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ta wọnú ẹ̀ gidi sí. Ẹ̀rí pé n tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ni. Mo ti challenge the Lagos state government lẹ́yìn tí bàbá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jáde. Wọ́n yí mi báyìí, màá gbé lẹ́tà yẹn jáde sí.
Ní pé wọ́n ti ẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ tàn wá láti ilé ẹ̀ kó wá ṣe movie. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn Nollywood ṣé gbogbo yín ẹ̀ lè parapọ̀ kẹ́ sùn ẹ̀ ni?
Níbo?
Because I don't understand. Why ni wàá ṣe sọ pé kájọ wá kí n wá ṣeré? Àbírú rubbish wo nìyẹn?
Àló sálọ wọ́n ní ẹ wo déètì lẹ́tà yẹn. Ẹni tẹ́ bá lè lọ sí TikTok mo ti gbé síbẹ̀. Ẹ wo lẹ́tà yẹn. Ẹ wo mo kọ sí Lagos state government. Èmi ò ṣe justice ìgbé nítorí pé ìwà kí ọ̀ láìkì mi. I wrote to the government. Ẹ wo déètì yẹn now. After the election jáde ni now. I didn't even tell Baba Gesha kò mọ nǹkan tí mo ṣe. I'm just doing my own work. I challenge them. Ẹ kà fúnra yín. Go and look at the dates. Look at ẹ wo àti sọpọ̀ wọ́n ní lẹ́tà mi. Ṣé nǹkan síta kẹgbọ́? Ẹ jẹ́ nǹkan nítorí àwọn tó wà lórí Instagram.
Ẹ̀ka.
I did not refriend Ìyábọ̀. Èmi rò pé yàn gidi pé mo kàn láǹkúra ẹni. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lẹ́tà yẹn fún yín. Refriend kí ló orí wo ló fẹ́ ṣe fún mi? Ẹ jẹ́ ká lẹ́tà yẹn fún yín kẹgbọ́. Ó wà lórí péjì mímẹ̀. Mo jẹ́ ìsúsẹ̀gbẹ̀ káwọn tó fẹ́ máa kà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lè máa kà.
Sanity we reign very soon in Nigeria. God will walk through Nigeria. Ló bùkún gbogbo yẹn ti fẹ́ bà Naija jẹ́ fún wa. Ní gbà iṣẹ́ Yomi nìkan ní ìlú gbogbo ẹ̀dá tó ń live tó ìmí ìkà Ọlọ́run máa bà ní jẹ́ ni. Ó yá.
Bíbọ̀s mo fẹ́ ka kíní ẹ̀ sí. Hold on. Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency. The letter written to me 24th November 2025, they said, Mr. Yomi Fabiyi, break the silence foundation. Request for child protection review and investigation. Minors welfare in Babajesha's case. The Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, DSVA, acknowledges receipt of your letter dated 17th November 2025, requesting a welfare review and investigation concerning the minor involved in the state versus Olariwaju Yomi, also known as Babajesha's case. For the avoidance of doubt, the minor's welfare and overall development remain a priority, and the state continues to ensure that she is not subjected to harm, secondary victimization, or undue exposure. Your letter made reference to the 2021 CCTV incident allegedly being staged and suggests potential negligence or liability on the part of certain adults. It is necessary to state that these issues were extensively canvassed during the criminal trial. The court evaluated all the evidence presented by the prosecution and the defense, including the circumstances surrounding the CCTV recording, before making clear findings of fact, which resulted in the conviction and sentencing of the defendant. At present, there is no new or credible evidence before the DSVA that warrants reopening an aspect of the case already adjudicated upon by a court of competent jurisdiction. Should any credible, verifiable, and legally admissible information be formally presented, the agency will, as always, escalate such information to the appropriate law enforcement or child protection unit in accordance with the law. While we cannot disclose confidential details relating to the child's personal life, education, therapy care, or residential circumstances, we can confirm that the protective measures consistent with the child's rights law of Lagos State are in place. There is presently no indication that the minor is exposed to imminent risk or harm. If your organization has specific, credible, and verifiable evidence suggesting endangerment of the child or misconduct by any adult caregiver, you are strongly encouraged to present such information through the proper channels. The agency will act promptly and appropriately upon receipt of any substantial concern. Please accept the assurances of our highest regards. Titilola Vivor Adeniyi, Executive Secretary, Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency. That is the letter. We believe we're going to Kaben. You can always read it, and I'll take my time to upload it on my page. So, you necessarily have to inquire, ask, and they ask if they only release the information. School tomo yellow, one feye kabo. Bao le be school tomolo. Bao no ba school tomolo. It is important that the government should be able to tell us so that they allow private investigation. This is the true matter of the case. So at the end of the day, on the package is part of what I said. That's how they want to trend at the expense of your own name. To just look for, okay, let's isolate a statement for sensationalism. I don't pass that stage. I don't pass that stage. E wa shetan e lo sanwó fún blog kan kó gbé party báyìí kan lè máa pariwo Yomi ẹ fẹ́ mi lórúkọ ni ìjọ mo ti fi ngbe bá pariwo jù bẹ́ẹ̀ I know who I am. I know what I stand for. Àwọn tó rí wọn pé offline wọn ìwọ tó bá rí mi tó bá like me offline, it's your business. Àwọn tẹ́ like me.
Who like them? Wàhálà tiẹ̀. Wàhálà wọn ìyá láyà.
Ayé àtijọ́ ni mo wá fake love kiri. Kọ́ ṣá lè like mi lórí social media. Kọ́ ṣá lè sọ pé mi ló bá like me.
Tani like tiẹ̀.
Mohbad tẹ like tẹ jáde millions of you came out to protest. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ nígbà tó pa tí tó ń deceive yín pé ṣé ti rí justice even wọn ti sentence ti ẹ sọ pé yàn báyìí ojú yín bì ojú wa ń bì inú ilé lọ́pàá sí gbogbo àwọn tó wà nílé tó wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ wọ́n ní kó máa lọ jẹ gàrí àti pure water under advice lọ bòmí. Now the same people are telling millions of you that protested to seek justice for Mohbad that you are all useless, you are irrelevant, you are not. Only I regret asking that they should exhume Mohbad. It is the procedure of the law because there is suspicion. Suspicion. Toxicology inconclusive. Family no only uncertain. When they were going to be charging the case, charging the nurse and spending, do the corona inquest, so she public inquiry. Even the corona inquest indicted the woman. A time will come. They made me to lie then. Because you can stretch me, don't stretch my sexual limits. You will only look good. Okay, me kúrò lemi wá o wá gbọ́ mo tó jẹ́ pé tí bá rí ma rò pé bí mo rí ọmọ girl tí mo fẹ́ date àjọ fẹ́ gbádùn ara wa. Ẹ wá change ye je pè ní minor. Ẹ wá ní kí wá máa lo ẹ̀wọ̀n kémi ti pedophile so won. Tí bá gba flirt tí mo jẹ sheyan mo okay everybody are flirting. Flirting is antisocial. It's not a good thing to do, but it might not be criminal. Ọlọ́pàá flirting. Ọlọ́pàá ó máa rí yàn tó wá bí ó tẹ̀lé suspect wa tó rọ́mọ get to like and giving your number I like you. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa enjoy only bára wọn sùn. Àìmọye lọ́yà ń bá yàn sùn, doctor ń bá anybody sùn, gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹlòmíì ọ̀rẹ́ ọkọ ẹ̀ ló máa flirt pẹ̀lú. Ẹlòmíì ìyàwó ọ̀rẹ́ ló flirt pẹ̀lú.
Why? It is even okay láti fojú ọmọ kékeré wo, gbogbo wa lè rí bákan náà. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó bá fojú ọmọ kékeré wo ọmọ yẹn, ẹ sọ fún ẹni tó set ọmọ yẹn up pé kí wọ́n present a date of birth ọmọ yẹn so that you people will be able to convince the rest of us tá fojú àgbàlagbà wo ọmọ yẹn because ọwọ́ ọmọ yẹn ò jọ̀wọ́ ọmọ kékeré. Me, I am not going to lie. If you think ọmọ kékeré ni bẹ́yìn ṣe rí ojú Ọlọ́run fún wa ní ojú yàtọ̀ àti Ọlọ́run fún wa lójú yàtọ̀ ni ẹ sọ fún Fèbí yín kó present the date of birth so that you can convince us instead of attacking us, instead of blaming the person who grants interview or ẹni tí wọ́n ṣe ẹni tó ṣe interview for you. Because you guys are just at the end of the day.
Hello, Mr.
Baba Gesha has got right to continue to express himself.
To express himself.
Yeah,
mommy, ẹ ká sọ máa.
Báwo ni ṣe Bíọ́lá nìkan ló fẹ́ Baba Gesha sọ̀rọ̀.
Yomi, thank you, ma.
Majority of proper media houses are
okay, ma.
Mr. Yomi, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo rí tí Papariano ń ṣe analysis of ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ láàárọ̀ but he said pé ó wà online pé ọ̀nà fi date ọmọ yẹn ṣe ó present ẹ̀ ní court pé that is the more reason tó ṣe sentence.
It's a lie yẹn máa ń sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ ẹ fọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lẹ̀ kọ́tọ̀kọ́tọ̀ yẹn pọ̀ ìyẹn gbogbo àwọn yẹn kò ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ tó bá jókòó síwájú kámẹ́rà lẹ́bàá bóyá wọ́n wà reasonable ìyẹn máa jókòó síbi tó wà ẹ̀mọ́ bí tó ń gbé ẹ̀mọ́ pedigree ẹ̀mọ́ bóyá akọ̀bà sí kọ́tọ̀kọ́tọ̀.
Àbájẹsà ẹ ká sọ sá máa rí effort yín dáadáa and you are trying. I just want to ask one question, sir. Ìgbà tí wọ́n lọ sí court ṣé court ò order wípé kan show birth certificate ọmọ yẹn to know the age of that girl?
Thank you so much. Even as we speak, nǹkan tí wọ́n gbé lọ sí appeal nígbà tó ti fà ní trial court judge ló máa approve pé kó lọ ṣe government Lagos state government and the DPP they kept saying no that is the true age of the girl. Government ló ṣe case against Baba Ijesha kò ṣe Ìyábọ̀ kò ṣe princess. I am saying even when the girl wrote different ages, the defense counsel Sam Meji ló represent Baba Ijesha pẹ̀lú 16 lawyers. They moved motion that even girl you gon call different ages. Let's investigate the true age. They didn't allow to go into that. And they proved that the girl confirmed to Baba Ijesha that oh kì í ṣe ọmọ ìkéré adult lòun. But video tẹ́ ń wò yẹn tó ń publish yẹn ó ní audio pé bó ṣe like mọ́ òun lórí tóun dìde pé fóònù princess ló ti play back tí òun dẹ̀ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tóun àtọmọ ẹjọ́ sọ́nbẹ̀ pé why did they come to court with images that has no audio? Any honest person gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí princess bá Baba Ijesha àti gẹ̀yẹ́ sọ yẹn you want to hear what she was telling them for that long ṣé ò ní fẹ́ gbọ́ ni kí ni ò bá àwọn méjèèjì sọ tí gẹ̀yẹ́ fi jókòó sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Baba Ijesha for that long tí wọ́n ò pé gẹ̀yẹ́ kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ you didn't ask the girl say kí ló ń ṣe lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ máa you purposely placed the girl beside him wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ fọ́mọ yẹn nínú court pé my lord we have to establish the age of this girl the true age wọn lọ́bẹ̀ wọ́n ní let's look at this again ọmọ you went to close the door your mother was talking to you wọ́n play video of you and then you went your mother said come and close the door with ẹni tó sọ pé o ti abuse ẹ rí and they said you always shake tó bá dé Baba Ijesha on TV you still wish to be in the same house alone with the same man and you are not part of the setup and you went to close the door son yẹn wá sọ wípé my lord I want to ask you did not go to sit in another chair you did not go inside your house you returned to come and sit beside Baba Ijesha ṣé kí n play ẹ̀ padà fún yín kẹ́ wò àbọ̀ orí burúkú ló la ṣé olórí burúkú làwọn èèyàn pé wà ń lu ìní.
YF ó dà pé mama sọ Yorùbá more of Yorùbá because a lot of people don't understand this particular case. Ó dà pé nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ẹ dúró ná I want to ask you one question please. Ẹ̀sùn mélòó gangan ẹ̀sùn Yorùbá ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má sọ ní English. Ẹ̀sùn mélòó gangan ni wọ́n fi kan Baba Ijesha? Ẹ̀sùn wo gangan ni Baba Ijesha ẹ̀sùn wo gangan wà ní Baba Ijesha ló fi lọ fún 3 years yẹn ẹ ṣàlàyé Yorùbá ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ó ti sú mi àwọn people yìí.
Mama sorry Yorùbá àti English kó lè yá wọn yẹn kó má wà boring. The original charges that Lagos state government profiled against Baba Ijesha 6 count charges. One of them carries life imprisonment. Another one, I think it carries another long sentence. Then the remaining 4, it comes 5 years. It comes 5 years. It comes 3 years.
Ṣé lè dárúkọ ẹ̀ ẹ̀sùn tó fi ṣé lè dárúkọ gbogbo ẹ̀sùn yẹn lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan?
Òyìnbó yẹn máa pọ̀ because me is a lawyer. Like I said, let me say it this way. After Google, sexual assault of a minor by penetration. That is to ba bo mo ekere sun.
1.
Then the second one is sexual assault by penetration with something, with
objects.
Then third one is sexual assault of a minor.
3.
4 one, sexual assault of a minor by boyin àfi tí bá lọ wo charges yẹn even though lawyer gan tó bá jẹ́ lawyer lè má rántí àfi tó bá kà fún rẹ̀ But
yes, I get. It will no one ni
so the trial court of Baje Shalongo, you know, he got bail. Immediately they charged him to court, he got granted bail, and the case lasted for a year plus. So at the end of that case, long but unfortunately, they couldn't force the judge to sentence Baje to life imprisonment. Because at the end of the day, I get what I'm saying, shows that nothing absolutely shows that Baje slept with that girl. So the judge said the 2 count charges to involve life imprisonment is innocent of it and or strike her out. So the sentence him based on the 4 count charges. I get what I'm saying. So when they sentenced him, that is, they said 5 years, 5 years, 3 years, 3 years. But the judge said, I don't want the 5 years, 5 years, 6 years, just 16 years. That is to run concurrently. That means he will only serve 5 years, which is the most highest number of a sentence. Because Tobati Gebi, you will serve all the highest number of crimes.
Okay.
But yeah, that is the technicality of the law.
Okay. Inú ẹ̀ náà ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kó bẹ̀rẹ̀. Inú question ẹ̀ náà ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀.
3 years, 3 years, 5 years, 5 years. She won't need any proof in case of Baje she at all.
Yes, the 4 count charges. Only pay. Used khaki. I get what I'm saying. He's found guilty of used khaki, sexual assault. Okay, someone lakai. But acting, but he touched acting. Baje now went to appeal. That number 1. The appeal court removed that one. Now, the age of this girl, prove a phone, which is Beji to Wakunye. So the appeal court removed the 2 charges. So they do 6 count charges. He was found innocent of 4. The remaining 2, Towakuni pe Oki Somoye, pe trap with the princess is setting in the court. La one pe crime. Pe to pe also come 14. And the lawyer was saying that even the age is not 14, they didn't prove it. And when you want to accuse the paper Baje for come 14, and there is no way. Teba will case it to one leg. They told the judges that the age of this girl is not, is not proven. You can remove the remaining 2 so that this man can walk free. But Yomi, Lagos State government will run into debt. Baje will sue Lagos State government, will sue Yabo, will sue a lot of people. Because Nibati Woma shake case in a trial court. The reason the Lagos State government is sure Baje shall commit a crime, allow one repay case file, it won't send was statement what? Statement by Baje or consider low tono bomber yesu. Low tono shebun konye to sign. And under the law, whether there is proof, whether there is witness, whether there is evidence, if you accept to a crime, to statement Moshe is enough to send you to prison. Unfortunately, the trial court here, they want to work with your law to interview, to shebukini, to prosecute, to investigate Baje a sabo court. In your mope, ashiriti too. Ìgbà tí wọ́n máa ti ọlọ́pàá yẹn wá pé statement tó wà lọ́wọ́ wa yìí tó fi hàn yìí ta ló ní statement yẹn ó ní Baje ló ní statement that the statement belongs to Baje. Okay, you agree that this is Baje's statement. Okay, this is what is in the case file. So this is what is before the judge. What if you want everybody at his defense? Only yes. Now, who wrote this statement? Then the lawyer said, the police officer, woman Margaret here, DPO, statement Baje. They said, no. Who wrote this statement? You said it belongs to Baje. And wrote, who wrote the statement? The next thing, only it is the DPO that said I should go and obtain a statement. We are asking you for the last time, and the judge said we have to answer the question. The statement that belongs to Baje is confessional statement that is before me. Who wrote it? I wrote it, but it is the DPO that asked me to write it, and I wrote it under caution. Then they said, now that is where we are going. Under the administration of criminal justice law, the law says that if a person does not know how to write,
Right.
or is not ready to write, or cannot write, if you, police officer, wants to write under caution on behalf of somebody, the statement that will be a statement of fact of that person, must, when you write in your own handwriting, you will put your name that you wrote it for him,
On his
and you
behalf.
wrote in social language that he understands, and then you sign. Then there will be a witness that will confirm that it was in the language the person understands you used in asking the question, or there's an interpreter. Then the person will say, I saw it. Then the person that owned the statement will now sign. Why did you write for him and gave the statement for Babajisha to sign? And you came out here and told the Lagos State government that it was Babajisha that wrote it. If it's Lagos State, there is no way they can know. Because police no man investigate. Bring your investigation to us, then we will know how to write our charges. Government in here, Ministry of Justice. So that was how Lagos State government, because at that point, Lagos State government was like, how can somebody confess that he did a crime? And you people are saying, no, it was set up. It was when they now cross-examine and say, Babajisha, what happened when you are writing the statement? The police officer now said, let me tell you what happened. When we brought Babajisha to Sabo police station,
Okay.
when the DPO said I should go and write statement, after we went to meet the DPO, Babajisha was weak. I offered him seat. Quote me that I'm saying this. He said he cannot sit down on the chair, that he is very weak. And he was on the floor. And I was collecting his statement. Then that is when they now said, Judge Jenny, what? And the senior advocate said, my lord, you had yourself, you are a police officer for 16 years. Somebody is not in the right state of mind. He is not medically fit. Why are you in a hurry to obtain the statement in such a condition? Now, the worst part of it is that you wrote all these statements on his behalf. As at that time, the case was still in Sabo police station. So when all the Yabo priestess began their noise and we stood up against them, the case was transferred to Panti. And you know, Panti police officers, if you don't manipulate them, they are brilliant officers there. The head of that department said, you know what? Let's do our job. We cannot touch this child from behind you. You said she's 14. We agree. So you have to be there. Let us go and run a test on this girl. By the time they ran a test and the result came out from government-approved hospital, they now said, oh, in this one, we found that, number one, healing broken hymen, the virginity of this girl is just healing. And there is evidence of perpetual penetration. And again, we can found semen. They found semen, sperm on the girl. That was when they asked the girl. This one that they invited Babajisha to your house now, that we arrested him. Did he have sex with you? He said no. So where did you find the sperm on your body? That was where the girl now confessed that. Okay, talk the truth now. Who and who have been having sex with you? Said, okay, it's brother Damola. Who is brother Damola? He said, mommy's brother. Who is mommy's brother? I only know he's my neighbor. He lives in the house. Okay. Who else has been having sex with you? Said, but Okele. Who is Okele? The security of our house. The police immediately, before they could get to the house, somebody entered the security, he ran away. Police arrested Damola Adekola and they brought him to Panti. They obtained the statement. If you want me to, I will get the statement, then publish a guide for you.
One from
I can say that was when it was realized. Okay. Now they now asked the police officer. They brought us to court. That, hello, when you took Babajisha to police station, you put him down. You wrote that statement. Did you obtain statement from princess? He said yes. Did she wrote in the statement that she installed CCTV? He said yes. Now, did you go and retrieve this CCTV? Did you go back to the crime scene? He said yes. When? The second day. You can ask for the transcript èmi ò kí parọ́ bébí ṣe wà ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá ti sọ sí ẹ rìkọ́ọ̀dù ẹ̀ ìwọ tó bá mọ̀ pé òótọ́ lòun wá má jókòó sórí social media kó máa wá pedophile kiri go to that court and ask for the transcript you have right to be given and look at what I am saying and juxtapose it when you will now know whether you have already used your hand to invite cost to your life or not. They now ask the police officer, you went to the house, to the crime scene, where they said babaji had touched the girl, where they installed CCTV. Okay, how long is the CCTV? What's the footage? How long is it? So that, how long did you record in your case file? Because once you report a lot, we went there truly. How long is the CCTV to retrieve lower complainants? Shebo on no consul statement we install CCTV. He only any evidence. Don't make before lockdown. So she has no reason to hide it from you guys. How long is the CCTV that you took from the house as the primary evidence? You know what the police officer said? Only there was no network. That was why we could not retrieve the CCTV. And most certainly, if they looked at that CCTV, all the rehearsal they did with the girl, how they were trying to set and ensure that it is working, will be reflected in the footage of the CCTV. Then you will know it is a clear setup. Even most of the things they were saying, their police will see it from beginning, and they will not be judging by the end results alone. The judge will look at from beginning and say, no matter how strong your end result is, how you achieve this evidence, it has no propensity in law. I cannot accept this in this court. So the thing they have to do is to deceive the justice system. And they said there is no network. That is why they could not retrieve the CCTV. Police said, that means police never saw the original CCTV to know what transpired before they got to the stage of licking the finger. So what they want the whole world to believe is he's licking the finger and the girl is 14. Call him a pedophile and destroy his life. Period. I've been nothing but the Princess Tibon in 2020. She did nothing, and those two guys, they continue to have sex with the same girl. After Baba Gesha was arrested in their eyes and taken to the police station, and the girl returned back to the house, they continue to have sex with her again. And Princess knew. That is why I am fighting and saying, you are trying to destroy the man. You placed somebody that is in an adult or has all the, features of an adult. Baba Gesha was ambushed into misfortune. And it is a criminal offense for you to set your fellow human being up. Don't call me to come and commit crime. Don't trap me. Don't. It is the proud, wicked act. So if we keep quiet on this, more that is to tell you that we live in a precarious, terrible world. Any small thing, girl can sentence to P square, P square, the sentence out to 7 years. So it is a clear court case that we have to understand that it is until they start allowing equal justice, discrete investigation, and crime are reduced. Accusing men of crime that never exist are reduced. Big Mirabelli, that's your local fellow investigate. But let's go and do our test. DPN, I will follow her down. There is no way they will find if you don't feel around. They look at, they package their story just to achieve anything on social media. I want to find if the girl is truly 14, whether they is setting him up or not setting him up, he will only be guilty of sexual harassment because Kobasun, Oko Kisene, Olawe is sexual harassment. But in your conscience and the conscience of the justice system, prove check him out, change your. You can twist it to your gullible followers and say, I am saying you only wanted. I know what I said. Mi ò dẹ̀ lè yí padà. Nítorí pé kò possible kí anybody tó ní bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run kó sọ pé ẹni tí princess ni I want to escort the CCTV guys. There is no way Baba Gesha will want to have sex with the girl because princess is still coming back. Of course, escort you. She can never escort the CCTV guy to the bus stop or to their house. It's going to be probably at her own gate and return back. So if the girl is not in tandem with Baba Gesha, the relationship to your accept, that means he will need to apply force. He will need to tear the pants. He will need to probably strangulate the girl, do everything. Which mental sickness is that? Told about the princess in Padabo. And now said the only thing he wanted to do is to kiss her, smoosh her, flirt with her, and pretend as if nothing happened. Where they call only Baba Gesha only wanted to kiss. Oh, you can only place the cause. Majority of you are anonymous. You will continue to take advantage of your anonymity on social media to brainwash those that can be brainwashed. I am not in that mood.
Social media, anonymous.
Continue to take people as slaves. You don't want to think out. You think because social media tell they crazy. Baba Gesha le fọ́lẹ́ pọ̀ kẹ́lẹ́ máa lé kiri gbogbo dákẹ́ tí ó máa ṣe báwọn yẹn náà ṣàbòsí ni. When it came out, when it was released, as a human rights organization pursuing the advocacy, house kò ṣe gbogbo ọ̀tẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe gbogbo ọ̀tẹ̀ yẹn náà gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú tó sọ pé Yomi yẹn ló máa padà rán lọ ẹ sọ kí Yomi yẹn dákẹ́ dákẹ́ ṣèbí mi lẹ́ ń ṣèkà fún gbà yẹn Ọlọ́run tó rí inú mi ló báyìí pé I will bring another problem up tágbára wọ fún ẹ̀gbọ́n òde ká nígbà tí Baba Gesha máa ṣe orin jáde. People were calling me, Yomi, on I've done my bit. I know what I lost. People saw the old stuff, they were calling me. I never said a word. Because mo wambi 2023, mo lo káàkiri, mo gbé fíìmù káàkiri, mo ta fíìmù 6 months, mo fi ta fíìmù káàkiri. Mo show nule àwọn káàkiri mo sha dollar mo ṣe ogbo ẹ wọ́n bá ná mi lówó báyìí mo tẹ pálí mi mo fi ṣe ogbo ẹ mo wá kọ́ ilé mi wọ́n ní owó Baba Gesha mo bá pé tí wọ́n naira bá wà ńbẹ̀ kí má gẹyàn. At the end of the day gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú tó dìde ńgbà yẹn Yomi yẹn ló bá padà ro ebe ko wá defend Baba Gesha nsin o ma ogbe àwa náà láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ pé asu sọ pé okay I have to speak our own truth. It's because tó bá ń yọ le da ohun burúkú á máa padà yo ẹ ṣe òjò máa ń pààyàn wọlé kan lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ 20. Ìgbà tí mo face gbogbo ẹ̀ lórí case Baba Gesha ẹ mọye ìkà tó ṣe fún mi nínú tíátà tó bá ṣe Jídé Kòsọ́kọ́ àti Ṣokoti àti Alhaji Kakode tó bá mi sọ I was going to be suing the tampan to court. Gbogbo ìkà tó fi yà tó fi jẹ Baba Gesha ṣáwọn ní tíátà ọ̀pẹ̀ láwọn tó lọ lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n make sure pé ẹ bá wá rìn sí bọ́ọ̀ yóò gbọdọ̀ jáde nínú case yìí o because Yomi yẹn máa padà di ó bá di kan òun láyé máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gbọ́rọ̀ ẹnu ẹ̀. Tó bá jẹ́ Baba Gesha bọ́ mọ́ sùn mo court tó gbé Baba Gesha lọ ni special offense court the minimum tó máa fún bẹ́ẹ̀ ni 45 years. Even when the Lagos State government wrote the charges in the sense that kò lè yé ó máa mú kan ṣáà tó bá dẹ̀ mú kan ó máa lọ 5 years in spite of that they still said okay go and spend 5 years. That means to spend 3 years and 4 months. So Baba Gesha was found guilty of sleeping with a child. Baba Gesha was found guilty. She 3 years 4 months lo malo. I don't know where they be gone. And 7 years. They don't even know. Case started in 2021 April. As at November 2025, Baba Gesha is out. In between the 2021 and 2025, 1.5 years, no lonely to case. It's because they know the truth. They know the truth. The only thing they are saying is government because government àti kọ́ ti lè ṣe àbòsí pé ẹyọ àwọn tó lè jẹ́ kí story yẹn kó balance. Táyé máa fi wò wáyé pé so in spite of all this that Baba Gesha did that we are seeing kissing the girl, licking. So he is still not guilty. So it is the princess that committed crime. They can't explain how it is not the case. Ofesheka, you abuse the law in multiple ways, and you are approaching the law court to come and validate the abuse of law. So that is the nonsense they want us to accept. Social media on colony Nigeria. Why is he licking the finger? I'm not going to deceive all of you. It is only when they want to make everybody wants to look like they are saints, they are better. If you put a girl, even let's not put that you put a girl. If a girl of 18-year-old is around me and I'm sexually attracted to her, and I approach her without applying force, and she accepts, and we began to kiss and do whatever, no crime has been committed. You can only talk about that, oh, socially or morally it is not appropriate. But let's educate that there is no crime committed. No law court will attend to such case. That what is my business? She's a teen. She's right. She has right to sexual feelings and to decide whoever she wants to have sex with to deal with. That is the law in Lagos State. That is the law in Nigeria. Even if you, the mother, you don't like it. If the girl of 18-year-old wish to do it and no force is committed, I am telling you my honesty, you can decide to say, oh, the age difference is too much. Go and speak to Allah Fioyo. When he spoke, he had interest in the 18-year-old. And the 18-year-old has interest in Allah Fioyo. There is nothing all you all can do. Look at the age of Okoya with the Shadi Okoya. What's the name of that?
Yes, Shade Noimot. Yes, Okoya.
Look at the age difference. We have been 40 or 50 years, no line, or 40 years or whatever. Thereabout. Look at the age of even President Buhari at Aisha Buhari. There is substantial amount of age difference. If the law says 18 lack of fair accept, but to alone, to support 14-year-old come and menstruate. God and nature have presented that girl to become a mother. But the law says don't touch, don't have sex. So if an 18-year-old is, so if Baba Gesha feels like she's 18 and the girl, he approached the girl accepts. Only finger, no crime has been committed. If Baba Gesha thought she's 18 but she's 14, even if you get accept, a crime has been committed. The question is she 14? Is she 18? Prove the age. They refuse to touch the age because they want to maintain that he is a pedophile because he had gone there to kiss the girl.
Why? I want to ask you.
Looking for who will be massaging. Oh my God! Olórí burúkú wọn kedere. Tó bá ń do àwọn ọkọ wọn báyìí gbogbo àwọn wèrè yìí. Wọ́n máa fa igbó. Àwọn gẹ́ẹ̀sì burúkú tẹ̀ wọ́n yìí. Bí kéèyàn kú ẹ̀mí yẹn wá fẹ́ gábọ́. Ìdòkúdò wà lọ́wọ́. Wàá máa fẹ́ bá ọmọ mi sùn bá ọmọ 21-year-old. How many shock me? A fẹ́ bára wa sùn ní kí n máa gẹ̀ lọ́rùn. Tó bá rìkọ́ọ̀dù mi bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣé wọ́n ní sọ pé mo fẹ́ commit I'm a rapist. But bó ṣe ń ọmọ 21-year-old bó ṣe fẹ́ gbádùn ara ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Tí ìyá ẹ̀ bá wà lọ rìkọ́ọ̀dù wọn gbà yẹn kó ní ẹ wo he's raping my daughter. Ìwọ ló yá wèrè tó lọ ń rìkọ́ọ̀dù kiri. So the fact remains that
mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kankan. Ṣé mọ̀ pé she said 7 years before now, before that time, ló ti ṣe kinní yẹn tóun ti kà but kò sí evidence, right? Mo wá fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé during that time tó fi ń observe Baba Jesha, ṣé mọ̀ pé ó.
Go ahead.
Baba ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Baba Jesha sọ nínú interview yẹn pé ó lọ ṣe ó ṣe.
Kid Boss, your network.
Hello? Yes. Ipe call ni pé Baba Jesha sọ pé ó set up introduction. I get. But it means that to an extent, feelings still were from the lady to him. Maybe because our marriage lose the marriage. Now, wọ́n kọ́ tèmi wá fẹ́ béèrè ṣé tó bá jẹ́ pé ní time tí ó ti mọ̀ tí woman yẹn ti mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sọ́mọ yẹn 7 years tí kò dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣé tí Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà bá fẹ́ sílé tó gbà láti fi ṣèyàwó ṣé princess ṣì máa set up ní 7 years after àbí ṣó ṣì máa lè sọ fún wa bó ṣe ń jáde bó ṣe ń sunkún yìí ṣé feel pé ó possible.
ẹ máa wò ó ti ń jàre ọkọ ń tanra wọn ní jàre both of them are not willing are ní court are you
something is yes
in court Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà confirmed that they were dating. I get what I'm saying. Only wa jẹ́ nǹkan tìjú kọ́ sọ pé ẹ̀wọ̀n káwọn ọkọ̀ obìnrin kan wà tó máa gbọ́ pé èèyàn bá orú obìnrin yẹn sùn táìmù tó bá tẹ̀ wá obìnrin mi kan wà pé mi tẹ̀lé déètì Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà orú ẹni tó lọ bá sùn yẹn tó tẹ̀ fi lè wà I can't do this person again so ó lè máa tẹ̀lé mi lè dú pé ṣé irú princess tó dàbí
láti sọ
tó dàbí àkàṣù ẹ̀bà yín nìyẹn kókó bẹ̀ ni pé n tó simple fẹ́ mi if you are calling him a rapist and you princess you are close to him for a very long time. Kí ló dé tí ìwọ ò sí lára àwọn tó rape? Is there no attempt to rape you? Kí ló dé tí ò sí lára? Oh, tí you understand what I'm saying? If you want to call him a pedophile, call him a pedophile. Yes. If you want to call him a rapist, you must be able to so èmi fúnra mi gan ó make attempt láti fẹ́ bá mi sùn. So, tó bá jẹ́ pé pedophile ni ó rò pé Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà jẹ́ because kò ṣe kó sọ pé òun rí she didn't see it she didn't report the case she didn't treat the girl no evidence she cannot even testify pé truly báyìí so ó wá fẹ́ confirm casually if Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà is truly a pedophile you will set him up with the same girl of that age range 7 years 5 years not a girl tó ti mature tó ní gbogbo features of an adult tí ẹni ẹ máa rò pé òun flirt pẹ̀lú obìnrin tó òun deal pẹ̀lú you don't understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
It's a different ball game. If somebody it's not an excuse. That is why every man needs to be careful before you even flirt with any girl. Be sure you know the age or you ask
the age of the girl. Yes.
Oh, ABT wàhálà tí wà ní pé jẹ́ ká assume pé Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà wọ́n báyìí okay I want to flirt with a girl so I believe pé she's mature. She's old enough. She's tó bá wá ṣe yẹn tẹ wá fi set her up kí ló tẹ wá change sí pedophiling because whatever happened in that video no force and no rape was committed because
yes
and there is no absence of consent. That is what majority do not know. Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà fẹ́ láìka ẹni ọmọ yẹn gbà Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà fẹ́ fàbọ́ra ni òun gan dìbò Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà ó sún di lọ bá Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà ó gbà so tó bá ti lè jẹ́ pé 18 ni no rape no force no crime has been committed kò bá láì díẹ̀ kò bá láì kò díẹ̀ tó bá ti jẹ́ pé 18 no crime has been committed no rape attempt because no force was applied and no consent was denied. If she's now 14, that is where Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà had committed a crime, even if it is a setup.
A crime. That is why we need. Yeah, that's why we need the age of that.
They did not prove the age. The only force the 14. Like yes, say the one sentence Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà, he paid 14 lomo yẹn. And physical is but they work about one physically. Abani kò ṣe 14. Àwọn tó ní only 14 ni. Ẹni tó wá jẹ́ pé kò bá tàn ìmọ́lẹ̀ that would have thrown light to the age of that girl is Damola Adekola, who wrote that she is a girlfriend. Only girlfriend. Ó ṣe ogbo ẹ̀. Now, ẹni pé 14-year-old lọmọ yẹn wà gbà yẹn. Ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ ló ti ń bá òun sùn láti 2013. 2010, 20. That means she was 13 then. The question is, why would that girl accuse Damola Adekola of having sex with her right from when she was 13? To that is of a princess.
Years.
Oh, why did that one 14? Let's re evidence again. A baspa mundi. Oh, I need that Damola. that she is being the one having sex with her when she was 13, and the princess was equally aware since when she was 13. Toti Abizo. Now, Ati Dawala, Ati princess, they said they've not committed a crime and they walk free. How do you know it is not because they just want to bring the right together? Do you know? Combat as a pro
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Adamola Adekola yẹn ó need láti àti Òkèlè yẹn.
Tó bá gbé yẹn ní court yẹn náà máa mú evidence jáde including the UBA account.
Ó need yẹn. Princess, work on that. Gbogbo yín gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pariwo yẹ díje ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣèdájọ́ òdodo. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ìdájọ́ òdodo fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. That is what we want. Kò ń ṣe ìdájọ́ tó máa mú bàbá tí ò ní lè mọ̀mọ́. We don't want that over time. Ẹ ti ń ṣe tipẹ́tipẹ́. We don't want it again. That's why we are speaking. Ṣé ti understand? Ìdájọ́ tó máa mú bàbá tó máa mọ̀mọ́. Olafe Flora, do you want to talk? Good afternoon.
Wùmí yẹn bó ṣe jẹ́ pé tó bá yẹ pé Mohbad ni Wùmí yẹn ọjọ́ jàbó ìkọ̀kọ́ ṣe sínú ilé ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń dà lára ẹ̀ Mohbad ò gbé lọ hospital oníkọ́ bá gbé lọ hospital don't talk ó sọ gbogbo yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ gbé lọ hospital ó wá di pé ọ̀tá Wùmí yẹn wá kú wọ́n wá fẹ́ sin Mohbad tí wọ́n ń ju oògùn àtàṣọ funfun ó ń jù síbẹ̀ ẹjọ́ kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Mohbad by now. Ọkọ Ifesinashi
ẹ̀wọ̀n ló máa wà tí wọ́n bá dájọ́ kú fún.
Is there in the court. Ó wà ní prison. Kò ṣe pé wọ́n rí ibi tó ti lu Ifesinashi pa. They testify. Now, Iyabo Ojo and the rest, they said she doesn't have a hand in the death. Like nobody must touch her. I have the power of social media. The next thing, Tamari, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lọ ya photo pẹ̀lú Seyi Tinubu. They arrested Wunmi in November. 2 of Mohbad's friends, remaining 4 suspects. You know what they did? When she turned herself in, after they reinvestigated Mohbad's case, l'Abuja, she mọ̀ what they to deceive, what they funny bail, only come along. Bí Ìyábọ̀ yẹn náà ṣe lọ sí Abuja tàbí kó padà s'Èkó ni. Ọlọ́run ló mọ̀ kan tó ń lò tó fi yọ ọ̀ra wọn. Ebi ọmọ agbára burúkú tán ní. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ wà ní mọ́ṣúárì Mohbad ti gbẹkú síbẹ̀. DNA tí ó jẹ 2 weeks lọ.
Mísàmí ẹ̀lẹ́ ló káyámọ́tá. Ẹ̀lẹ́ ló káyámọ́tá tí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ń lò. Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ń lo káyámọ́tá ní gbé ìdífọ̀wọ̀ ọ̀gá yẹn bàjẹ́bàjẹ́. Àwọn ìdí original, àwọn perfume original.
Àwọn ìdí tó ti dípẹ́ta, wo, Ọlọ́run dárí jiyàn.
Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ní ìyá ìsàlẹ̀ táwọn alágbára yẹn ń lò láti ilẹ̀ ó mọ gbogbo plan bí tí Mohbad ṣe kú.
Ó ń ṣa èèyàn kan náà ní oníbọ́dọ̀ kan wọ́n ti jẹ́ omi ìmọ̀ tọ́jọ́ ṣe papọ̀. Àwọn kan forúkọ Tinubu wọ́n kàn fi parọ́ kiri. Orúkọ Tinubu.
Òun ló tó gbogbo plan yẹn mo gbánú mẹ́sẹ̀gì ni wọ́n sọ fún mi ní o. Wọ́n sọ fún mi Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ló wà ní gbogbo ẹ̀ pátá bí tọ́mọ ẹ̀ ṣe kú gbà gbogbo ẹ̀ pátá Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ló tó ló kọ́ Wùmí ṣe ẹ̀. Káyámọ́tà original ní fi lọ bá wọn yẹn ìdí ní gbẹ́jọ́ ní fi bà gbogbo kéèsì yẹn jẹ́ àmọ́jọ́ kan lọ́wọ́ àmọ́.
If a whole force headquarters wọ́n ṣe reinvestigation based on the directive of the presidency, they went to Lagos to take all the case file and they reinvestigated and they realized that 7 suspects are alleged and complicit. Wọ́n arrest Kini Ìkejì. Ó dorí Wùmí yẹn tó débẹ̀ báyìí. Wọ́n lọ lo connection. Àwọn tó pè àti call àmà tó gbọ́ very shortly. Mohbad is going to get justice whether they like it or not. But ó máa kó bá ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn. Ó máa bá ẹni tó ti ga ó máa jábọ́. Tí ó bá ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ wo orú former IG yẹn Káyọ̀dé Gbétòkun ìyẹn ló wá ń pàṣẹ. Kọ́ lọ dá kéèsì padà. Kọ́ lọ fílẹ̀. They should deny Mohbad justice at the expense of the reputation of the president, at the expense of the justice system, at the expense of the internal security. The Nigerians that came out in their millions to protest, they are not stupid. They will still come out again to demand and all take over the country and say we cannot accept this nonsense. It's horrible. Come up with I want to want government to not protect killers. I want to want government not protect. Who the hell is the musician involved that you'll be protecting at the expense of the internal security? Àwọn mama sotoro, ẹ ma fi social media. Ẹ bá lọ kó gbogbo kẹlọ káwọn wèrè. Then so we are go and attack him. Emi. Mi rí mi tí ẹ mọ́ tó èmi kọ́. Òótọ́ tèmi bá dúró sọ, bàbá tó bí yín àti bàbá yín wọn lè dúró sọ because they are not raised to speak the truth. They are raised to hide behind social media comment section to destroy, and they use blogs. Ẹ lọ sọ fún blog. Ṣé èmi wá nílò oko tẹ̀lé bàjẹ́ ni? I don't get that kind name. I don't get that kind name. Àwọn wèrè.
Àìsòótọ́ bàbá wọn náà ni àìsòótọ́ àwọn òbí wọn náà ló jẹ́ kí wọ́n dá bọ́n ṣe dá. Àìsòótọ́ wọn ni ó dẹ̀ affect wọn. Àìsòótọ́ àwọn òbí wọn ni. No one can stop her career. No, Nabiola won't stop herself. Oh, nobody wants to, because nobody will tell Oprah Winfrey to go and remove any video. As how? That's what? Nabiola won't. Nobody, me, I'm not even interested about because anybody to fair. I think she's the one, because you need to be fair. You need to. You're talking of Nigeria now. Tó bá ti lè jáfáfá o lè lọ fà. And that is it in Nigeria. The likes of Kola Olotu, Kola Akineko, gbogbo àwọn bàbá yẹn. Yes, now. Tó bá ti lè jáfáfá o ní lọ fà wèrè ní àwọn èèyàn yìí now. Wọ́n ready láti bring it down at any point. So ìwọ ló ní gbà.
Máa fi hàn yín sí. Picture Dàmọ́lá yẹn gbà tán arrest ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Kẹ́lẹ̀ rí mo mọ̀ parọ́. Màá gbé jáde fún yín sí kẹ́rí. You see the certified true copy. I will post it now, you see it. My statement, I got everything, you see. Ìjọba mọ̀ pé òótọ́ làwọn sọ. Ìtìjú ló mú wọn pé etí wo la ti ń gbọ́. Kọ́ wá sọ pé ẹni táwọn sọ pé
mi ò rí insult nínú. Kò sí insult nínú interview yẹn, kò sí abuse ńbẹ̀, kò sí èpè ńbẹ̀.
Àní bí yẹn ṣe lágbára nìyẹn ẹni tó bá ní ó parọ́, tó bá ní kò ṣe ohun tí ò dá. Wọ́n mọ bó ṣe máa ń lo àwọn èèyàn lórí social media. Wọ́n máa pè wọ́n comments, àwọn eléyìí ráyè gan. Gbogbo blog yẹn ló ní relationship.
Urgent 1K, urgent 2K.
Drop your account. Ẹ lọ sọ̀kọ̀ báyìí.
Yes, they do it. I know they do it. I'm aware they do it. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ máa gbà wá lọ́wọ́ yín. Ọlọ́run máa gba Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́ yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà yẹn báyìí. Ọlọ́run, and we can even see now. Ọlọ́run tiẹ̀ ti gbà wá lọ́wọ́ yín.
Kẹ́ni mọ̀ pé mi ò parọ́.
It is well.
How we work in Nigeria.
Ó ní ẹ Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá yẹn pẹ̀lú bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Ẹ̀rí certified true copy nìyẹn. When both of them were being processed. Ṣẹ́tìrí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà nìyẹn òun nìyẹn. Mugshot wọn nìyẹn. Both of them were accused by the same girl. Abi,
yes.
So why did they allow this guy to go? Why did Lagos State government ask this guy to work free? Why did Princess, even Boshe Saloye, Kilometer 5 charges against her? Moani, Princess needs to be charged for parental negligence. Yabo Ojo said, call arrest the Princess for negligence, as if she has better knowledge of the law than me, as if I am not speaking the truth. So tell you bring le bat in your day, elle commit a crime, but okuni ni tabati is gone. So the question is this: Nigbati Princess lost Sabo police station. Afi gbogbo yin Ọlọ́run ko wa Ọlọ́run if we dey fún on social media. Question about when you were reporting Baba Jesha ni Sabo police station, did you report Damola Adekola and the security of your house? Or were you not aware? Google on your phone, wherever you are. And so, 2 other adults were sexually abusing my foster daughter, Princess Comedian. Every interview and in court, every accepted court proceedings.
Mr.
A week after, Tomu Baba Desha, no share, no report Damola Adekola. That is
Mr.
when the state police don't arrest a lady.
As soon as you there, Mr. Yomi, yeah, as soon as you there, bikini, whoever that want to screenshot, do the screenshot and make this go viral, so that whoever who does not know knows this now and preach it to others that there is also a guy called Damola that was accused sleeping with that girl, which it was not processed. It was processed, but it was not punished.
It was not prosecuted.
Iyabo Ojo, Princess, whatever.
It was not prosecuted.
None
They didn't
of
bring
them.
him to court.
Yeah, so it's not prosecuted.
It wasn't
None of them is saying
prosecuted.
anything about this guy. So none of them
Nǹkan
is saying
táwọn èèyàn mọ̀
nothing
tá a máa
about this
ṣẹnu
guy.
belebele lé lórí.
Gbogbo ẹ̀ làwọn mọ̀. Nísàyọ̀mí.
No, it can be bolder more than this. You screenshot. When you screenshot, then you can make it bolder.
Expander, ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ kan. Ṣé mọ̀ pé ọmọ yẹn gangan náà kò ń ṣọmọ bíbí inú princess o? Ọmọ àbúrò ẹ̀ ni o.
Yes, ọmọ yẹ ọbẹ.
Ṣé tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ bíbí inú tiẹ̀ ṣé òun lè ṣe ìṣirò fún trap? Ṣé òun mọ tóun bí fúnra rẹ̀ nínú ni?
No, you know what? Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi gbogbo yẹn lẹ́sẹ̀. Now, Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà rèé, Dàmọ́lá rèé, tí ọmọ yẹn jọ accuse àwọn méjèèjì. Pọ́mọ yẹn jọ accuse àwọn méjèèjì yí pé Dàmọ́lá yìí ló bóun sùn. Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà láka òun, ó fọwọ́ kàn òun. Kí ló dé tí wọn ò prosecute Dàmọ́lá?
Tèbí 14 lọ́pọ̀ ọmọ yẹn.
That is the question now.
Tèbí 14 lọ́ṣùpọ̀ ọmọ yẹn táìmù yẹn.
I agree pé 14 ni ẹnìkan dẹ̀ ti ń bá sùn. Ó dẹ̀ accuse pẹ̀lú
olórí
yìí
burúkú àwọn gẹ́ẹ̀sì yẹn wọ́n lọ náwó pẹ̀lú Lagos State
prosecute ẹni yìí.
wọ́n lọ pọ́ọ̀sì wọn ni.
Why?
Wọ́n lọ arrest Òkèlè yẹn. He is working free.
Òkèlè ti sá lọ. Òkèlè sá lọ wọ́n Dàmọ́lá mú. Why tí wọ́n prosecute Dàmọ́lá? That's the question now. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi gbogbo pé ó set ọmọ kò set ọmọ lẹ̀. Why tí wọ́n prosecute eléyìí?
Nítorí pé ẹ mọ̀ pé ibi tọ́rọ̀ yẹn dé dúró yẹn.
Àti ẹ̀mọ́rú justice system wákàtí ẹ̀
The government
ṣáàṣòfò
kò tètè
náà.
mọ̀ pé Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà ló kọ statement. Secondly, if this Damola, in my opinion, is prosecuted, ẹ fẹ́ sọ pé bọ́mọ 14-year-old sùn, that is life imprisonment because spam ti wà, evidence ti wà. Princess mọ̀ pé tó bá gbé Damola yìí wá sí court, ó máa já ogbó lọ́tà wọn pa, and he will bring the true age of that girl. And everything, Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà lákàní o, online waiting o, they will never find Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà guilty again of any crime whatsoever. So the best thing is to drop this guy. And they refuse to charge him to court. They refuse to go after Okele. So in Tawan saw the year. So they said we were supporting. I am not in a post. I'm not going to be in that level that I want to support sexual abuse against any child.
So whoever that says Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà ńlá ka ọmọ kékèké. Now, ẹni tó wá ọmọ yẹn ẹ̀sùn.
Ara ń tọ́já sa o.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n don't drop Mọ́mí Mọ́njọ́lá. Mo ti fẹ́ gbé wọn sókè pa. Please don't drop anybody.
Don't drop one.
Máa gbé ni yẹn ṣe pé o. Máa gbé ni yẹn ṣe pé o.
It's okay. Mọ́njọ́lá is okay.
Bóyá network jẹ ni cause mi ò rò pé anybody lè máa drop yàn bẹ́ẹ̀.
But that's all right, it's okay. Whoever moderator that is doing that should stop.
Ó sì ní
Let that
náà.
lie.
Kí just mo mọ̀ gbà tí network bá drop mi. Each time ó ń gbé fún mi.
Mẹ́ta ló wà ń bẹ̀.
Mọ́njọ́lá.
Ẹ má bínú bọ̀ mí o.
Moderator. A máa gbé ìpè lẹ́nu mi, ara ń tọ́jú ìgbà o.
Ẹ jọ. Ẹ wá pèpè lé wa o, àwọn ò láìpè pè ní àyín o.
Ẹni tó kéèsì méjèèjì.
Now, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá sọ pé Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà ńlá ka ó ńlá ka ọmọdé ó
Ìyábọ̀ principal actor níbẹ̀.
Ẹni tó wá bọ́ ọmọ yẹn sùn. I agree pé 14 years ni ọmọ yẹn o, àbí Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà ńlá ka ẹ̀. Ẹni tó wá bá ọmọ yẹn sùn at the age of 14 kí ló dé tẹ̀ prosecute.
Máa gbé statement Dàmọ́lá yẹn síta fún yín sìn. Ṣé mo tó fọ́nì jù? Ṣé tí wàá parọ́kọ̀ fún yín? Nígbà tí Dàmọ́lá yìí tó fẹ́ lọ abuse ọmọ yẹn, wọ́n wá bèrè lọ́wọ́ princess pé, where were you? Princess said she went for a show. Omani, but you said you are the only one living with the girl. Only my sister was living with me. Okay, where was your sister? To the extent that Damola had access to the girl. Only I forgot something in the house while I was in the show. So I asked my sister to bring the something to me. When I realized it was getting late, I now called Damola to go and check the children if they are still playing or watching TV. Maybe that was when Damola had access to the girl and sexually abused her. After Tomoti jẹ́wọ́ pé ìjọba yẹn pé ìwọ princess ló ní kí àwọn má tilẹ̀kùn, and Damola Adekola had came in and access to her. Ibi tí yẹn tí wọ́n kọ́ jẹ́ṣẹ́ ọmọ nìyẹn. They covered everything. All these things were there in this bundle sent to the Ministry of Justice. The question is, when they are now giving their advice, Baba Ijesha, they call it focus. Talalagbara to wan di ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó ní Baba Ijesha ló fẹ́ kẹ́ bring down phone. Èmi ń sọ kan fún yín pé gbogbo agbára tó lò ibi tó ti ń promote ẹni pé ẹ lọ wo ìlú ibi tí Baba Ijesha ti wá ibẹ̀ ló ti ń promote Ìyábọ̀. Ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ tọrọ. Àwọn tá bá sọ fún yín pé ẹ fẹ́ ba yéèyàn jẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ kí gbogbo àjọba yé ẹ̀gẹ́ papọ̀. Ẹ kó sí orí burúkú kẹjọ máa ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe lọ lórí social media. Ba yé ẹ̀gẹ́. Ẹyẹ ba yé ẹ̀gẹ́ tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ba jẹ́. Òun ló mọ̀ nítorí pẹ̀lú princess. Tèmi ní pé I don't want to join you people to do the nonsense. Bó ṣe lórí Mohbad náà nìyẹn. Ikú lọ fi tẹ́ yẹn lọ́rùn. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá rán yàn lẹ́wọ̀n. Ẹ ṣe máa gbọ́mọ tó lọ́yàn tó ọyàn gọmọlì tó ti ń dó ẹgbẹ́ tìmí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Àwa ṣe síra wa ẹ sọ mi di pedophile. Ṣé mi ò ní right láti ní feelings ni? Ẹ wá sọmọ yẹn sáré sọ di minor. Gbogbo yín wá ṣe bí ẹ pé ọmọ ọdún 5 lẹ́rí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Baba Ijesha. Even kí Baba Ijesha bá mọ̀ kó 14 ni. Tó jẹ́ kó 14 ló tọ́ lọ́mọ yẹn. Fictions ọmọ yẹn can deceive anybody. Tó bá jẹ́ 14 ni, he has gone to service now. But the truth of the matter is 14 tẹ́ pè yẹn yes ni prove ẹ̀ fún. Ẹ kò fẹ́ lò láti fi ṣèkà fún ni. Ẹni ká change ẹni ká mọ́ríwá ká mọ́rùn lẹ̀. Pé irọ́ ni o, you are a rape apologist, you are digiri kan. Ọ̀dẹ̀lẹ̀ pè wá ni. Tẹ́ bá mọ̀ pé ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá Baba Ijesha pedophile ni. She's your colleague, he is your colleague. You are not sure. And you got to sure but you Tony. If you want to set him up, you say, I want to see. But using somebody that can be mistaken as an adult to set him up so that you want to know because he's a pedophile is extreme wickedness. Everybody again because young girl because by putting a girl that can be mistaken for an adult or is an adult is extreme wickedness. And the Mopema change the age 14. I want to make sexual feelings towards that person. It's absurd.
So in the same country, Damola Princess and Iyabo supposed go jail in the same country. Thank you for that. All of them. All of them.
Show the shame Rutowa. Káwọn obìnrin gidi kó máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ táwọn sọ yẹn. Àwọn eléyìí wọn ní gbogbo àwọn tẹ̀lé tó ń ṣe bálabàla tó wà lóyìn tó ń sọ kọ́ wọn ní pa tó ń kó ní òyìnbó yẹn ju pé wọ́n ń ṣe iṣẹ́ pẹ̀kẹ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ yọ owó wọn wọ́n fi kú tax wọ́n fi ń build ìlú wọn. When it comes to proper decision makers ṣẹ́rù kẹ́mi yẹn ló máa náà fẹ́ máa blame Baba Ijesha kò ní blame princess. Ọwọ́ afẹ́ jẹ òyìnbó sọ pé báwo lè ṣe fẹ́ jẹ leader. How can you be blame? What about the mother? How would you do that? Gbogbo bí tí mo ti rojọ́ yẹn lóyìnbó wọ́n sọ pé irú ìyá kò lè jẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀ lóbi. Wọ́n ní kò lè jẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀ lóbi. She's not even a mother. She should be in jail. She engaged in child pornography, coercing and grooming a child or a minor for sexual activity. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ń sọ pé ó fẹ́ gather evidence ẹ̀yin lẹ ń bá change ẹ̀. Kò sẹ́ni tó ní kó lọ gather evidence kan nǹkan tó ṣe package kìíní yẹn kò ń ṣòótọ́ ló fi ṣe. And then by package, she wants to gather evidence as if she has the moral right, she has the legal right to do what she's doing. Morally, it's wrong for her to do that. Legally, by law, she doesn't have right to do that. Because if it's a politician, qui a fait au set your pony, package, and that's the worst wickedness they do. They will push it in the mouth of 1 or 2 oaths. And so, if I gather evidence, some gullible people that don't have the brain, they will go ahead and say, "So, I should gather evidence in it. So, I should go share it. So, I should have Bobby Risu."
Evidence will not gather. You need a lot to do your due. If you are like gather evidence,
man, oh no, could you put you to my again? Only young adults. And you have a editor if he sets it up. Only the people to that to mature to see sex in it. You knew you put up a specimen that can be so deceiving and convincing. And they never set it up. If I'm a pedophile, okay, I'm going to show my kid left there. Okay, but I'm going to kid. And it's about woman, you have to say, Moshe 14. Alábòsí kò lè padà rojú rere Ọlọ́run.
ó ń ṣe ọmọ 14 láíláí kò lè jẹ́ ọmọ 14 ọmọ yẹn ń ṣe ọmọ 14 years not 14.
ẹni ẹ tiẹ̀ máa ó lágbè ìkẹ́ni ẹ rí wàhálà nídìí iṣẹ́.
lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Ìyábọ̀ you people were doing. You wanted
torí pé
to
kí
fall
Naira Marley
victim
ṣe
to
go
such
down
nonsense.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Bíọ́lá ṣe máa go down.
Ta ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀?
we go down lágbára Ọlọ́run kò sí kan tó máa ṣe Bíọ́lá.
Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ ọlọ́mọ go down.
ó ní pé kí Naira Marley ṣe go down ó náà jẹ́ kí Bíọ́lá go down ó ti lọ follow Bíọ́lá ní Instagram yes ó ti lọ follow ní Instagram ó ní gbogbo àwọn blogger tó fi tako òun náà fi ń bú Bíọ́lá so Bíọ́lá wá ti wá lọ bẹ̀bẹ̀ padà àwọn èèyàn ní pé ó dáa kí Bíọ́lá ṣe interview bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà tẹ́ mọ̀ pé Ìyábọ̀ yẹn ó níkà tó fi lè sọ pé kí Naira Marley
kó lọ bring Naira Marley fẹ́lẹ́ down.
Ipe òun náà ní Bukky Jesse sọ lánàá pé ṣebí Bíọ́lá ti lọ ṣe interview lọ́dọ̀ Yínká Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ pé kó lọ máa bú sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sí Yínká Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ wípé Bíọ́lá nìkan náà ni wọ́n lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ sẹ́ ó ní pé kó ṣe báyé Naira Marley jẹ́ pé ó ní ayé ògbọ́n Naira Marley mọ́
èèyàn kan béèrè pé èèyàn kan béèrè pé can we place bounty on Damola and Okele ṣé wọ́n sá lọ ni àwọn tí wọ́n ń rìn tí wọ́n ṣìbáṣẹjọ́ kí ni bounty ta fẹ́ place ni wọ́n wá wọn náà. Wá wọn.
Ẹ wo wọ́n dùn ọ̀dọ̀ lọ ṣe Nàìjíríà.
Kí ni ríìsì tí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà fi kọ́ ọ̀dọ̀ yẹn? Ṣé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà fi kọ́ táyà ìdí ẹ̀ ní ṣe bí ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ní bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà?
Èyí tí mo kàn fẹ́ wọ́n mọ̀ ni pé the case I am saying the case had happened in 2021. It has gone to court. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń present in sin I will repeat again has been presented before. Gbogbo nǹkan yìí láti pass through tẹ́lẹ̀. Gbogbo èbú yìí láti rí tẹ́lẹ̀. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí láti rí tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe ju eléyìí lọ nígbà yẹn. The government, the court eventually they said we have no evidence that Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà slept with any child or used car key to defile any child. He has been found innocent. The only reason and the only 2 charges hanging on his neck is the trap set by Princess. Pé ó kiss ọwọ́ ọmọ yẹn, ó wọ́ ọmọ yẹn torí pé ọmọ yẹn ò pé 18. That's the only reason. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí ọkọ gbogbo yín. That because the girl is not 18 and they were not act, though they said we accept the evidence were there that you were invited for the movie, but the time the film kiss someone here, film kole ya, and at the end of the day they said because the girl is not 18, or give consent to, or accept to, push. Is 18? She's not up to 18. We just accept whatever you are doing, spend the little time you are given, and then he's out. He can never be punished again for that same crime. If anything will go back into that case, Mufia no Babura, is to reinvestigate and ensure that age topomo yen òótọ́ tó wá jáde wọ́n ṣe wà bẹ Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Kò sí tó lè padà ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà mọ́. Mi lè sọ tó bá set ẹ pẹ̀lú obìnrin mi o tó náà wá follow. But case eléyìí tó ti ṣe yìí. Under the law, it cannot be punished twice. The worst tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé èyí tó ti fìyà ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n máa padà sí kó lọ ṣe sorry fún tó bá rí new òótọ́. And that's why I wrote to the government. They said bring the new evidence, but unfortunately they don't want to release the school of the girl. School ololo báwo ni mi ṣe fẹ́ mọ school ẹ̀ báwo ni Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà ṣe fẹ́ mọ school ẹ̀ òbí àti ọlọ́pàá ló máa sọ fún princess school ọlọ́mọ yẹn lọ fún an evidence ẹ̀ a fẹ́ lọ ṣe investigation ìyẹn ló máa release jáde ṣó ti yé yín. So unfortunately, whether anybody likes it or not, whether Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà is a flex, whether he licked the girl's hand, the cocoa of the matter is princess set the ground for those things that you saw. She prepared invitation for Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà. She coerced and coached the girl to be around Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà. She put the camera. She set the other camera. She also set the thug to torture Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà into force. So all these things are not acceptable under the law. Could make any sense. And if what he wanted to bring out is that Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà used to touch children, that is not a child she used. Even minor, there is difference between a child and a minor. Children is 1 to 12 years old. Minor is 13 to 17. And at the end of the day, she used a specimen that can easily be mistaken as an adult or is an adult. So, normal ọkùnrin tó bá fi obìnrin tó ti ní tó jẹ́ public wa mo gerele tó bá rí tó bá bá ṣe òun ló bóyá òun ló force tó wà okay. Ó dá ọkọ méjì àbí yá sọ yìí wọ́n yẹ kí n kí sẹ̀ ó súnmọ́ ó flex ni So, normal if you put them in such situation under 100% privacy, that is what is peculiar with some men. That is what they do. And then they change the details of the girl, bring up a story of intercourse 7 years ago. That
someone asked that why would the prosecutor run away from the country?
And to prosecute, Lagos State government don't prosecute. She's just a witness. So that's why when we finish the third party prosecution, prosecutor evidence against Baba, when she was testifying, and the judge knew the exact truth. No case in there is a Damola Adekola. The age of the girl not proven. Statement don't confirm Baba local. Baba Jani, but won't buy it. What's it for statement? Local to the station. Only talks of only just sign, they will settle the matter. So at the end of the day, it shows clearly at that time, Lagos State in profile against Babagesha because we see life imprisonment. At the evidence to what investigation local, nothing truly happened when the girl was 7-year-old. That was 7-year-old. Sign, sick. So clearly to us, it was because of that when you set Babagisha up. Okay, now, although the age of what was set Babagisha up, Kilodeti reported Damola Adekola at Okile to sexually abused in 2020. Although the people want CCTV that, all panic, I will call on set CCTV. I will CCTV yo, cause network. I will never process it. I will so set anything up. But boy, anyone to read, don't make him present the case against Babagesha because prosecutor will co evidence why against defendant suspect. Koto depending on how defender. Present is all Latin. Which year than November 2021.
Social media.
Babagisha began his defense in January 2022.
Pẹ̀lú fìlà asylum tó sick ló pa tẹ́tẹ́ mọ̀ pé tó bá ti sunkún fún gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó bá ti àwọn búlì ò nílùú tó ń wá wá tètè grant ẹ̀ àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn lóhùn. Ẹ wo ẹ ṣá with the protect you hold children around you protection either they are your biological children or not. Please guys don't be a stupid adult. Look after your children. Look after the children that are not yours.
Wọ́n set Babagesha.
Kí ló dé tí gbogbo wọn jáde nínú yàrá yẹn? Kí ló dé tó ń jáde nínú yàrá yẹn lẹ́yìn kọ̀ọ̀kan?
Kí ló dé ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́yìn tí Babagesha gan ti fúnra pé
tó ń fi àwọn méjèèjì nìkan sílẹ̀.
Àwọn náà
ó lè jáde nínú yàrá yẹn lẹ́yìn kọ̀ọ̀kan. Kí ló tó ń jáde? Set up ní kíní kò sẹ́ni tí ó mọ àfi tó bá kọ́ fẹ́ parọ́ lọ.
That's the beginning of Damola's statement.
Ṣẹlẹ̀ bá wa kà á rí dáadáa. Ṣẹlẹ̀ ká. Ó dẹ̀gùn ọ̀bọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ kàdé.
She put men on the screenshot.
Okay, send it to me.
Then he will come back to read it.
Come publish his statement here, Gadi.
Gbogbo àwọn statement yìí ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ bá wa post ẹ.
Wọ́n fẹ́ bà yéèyàn jẹ́.
We no longer celebrate
Nigeria. Nigeria support wọn. Ẹ wo lẹ́yìn tí máa yẹn tó ti lọ jẹ ìyà tó yẹ kó jẹ tó tún bọ́ta wèrè ní pé wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ fún lé kò gbọ́dọ̀ jíṣẹ́ kò gbọ́dọ̀ lọ sórí interview. Àwọn terrorists gan wọ́n padà wọ́n dá wọn padà sáà ní society.
Ó sú mi o.
Babagesha was not convicted for having sex with a minor. He was not convicted for having sex with a child. The only reason why he went to jail was because of the video to a princess to set up to make sure people for come on kiss here.
Sir, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà mo fẹ́ sáré sọ̀rọ̀ kan sà. Ṣé mọ̀ pé Ìyábọ̀ Òjó yìí kò fẹ́ kí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ṣe interview níbi kankan ẹ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wọ́n ṣe nígbà tí Mohbad àti Tòtòdíkè kọ́ ni pé kò yẹ kí bàbá Mohbad máa ṣe interview kiri ipò ṣèbí pé kọ́ dáwọ́ bo kéèsì wọ́n fẹ́ kí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà sọ̀rọ̀ tó ní wọ́n mọ̀ pé àṣírí ó máa tú wọ́n àmọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé àṣírí máa tú pé set up náà ṣe fún bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà wọ́n fẹ́ kí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ṣe interview kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe fún bàbá Mohbad láṣìírí wọn fi tún ní group chat ìpàdé ló yẹn ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àwọn ìka ènìyàn ó rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Gbogbo blọ́ọ̀gì tó ń lò àtàwọn tẹrí tó wà comment section yẹn lára àwọn tí wọ́n jọ lọ́wọ́ nu kú Mohbad tí àwọn yẹn náà ní fake kàkà àtàwọn tí wèrè tó ń kó kiri gbogbo wọn lẹ́ni tó ń lítà social media yẹn o mo dẹ̀ kọ́ dẹ̀ pa gbogbo wọn papọ̀ wàláì wọn ò tọ́ ẹyọ kan mi wọn ò gbé.
jẹ́ ń gbọ́ ó ní ìyá ẹ̀ tó tó
èmi ìgbẹ́ ò léegun ẹ̀mí yóò gbé mo fi ọmọ àbúwèrè wà lẹ̀ èmi lọ́kọ Ìyábọ̀ ọkọ ẹ̀ èmi gangan ni èmi lọ́kọ Ìyábọ̀ bó kàn ṣe fíìmù lásán wọ́n tún parọ́ lórí fíìmù tí mo ṣe I stay strong lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn ni mo ya ibi ọmọ orí fíìmù ẹyọ kan péré ibi tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run gbàdúrà èmi nìyẹn lórí fíìmù ẹyọ kan péré home video ni mo fi kọ́ ilé orí fíìmù ẹyọ kan mo kàn gbé káàkiri lọ Amẹ́ríkà Canada London orí fíìmù ẹyọ kan lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí wọ́n ti pariwo òun lágbára ni gbogbo agbára ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn ẹ kò kọjá orí social media nígbà tẹ́lẹ̀ fi ṣe wèrè tẹ́fẹ́ ṣe lórí social media pẹ̀lú àwọn tó fẹ́ máa ṣàbòsí I didn't want to talk to Yomi wọ́n ti bà lórúkọ jẹ́ ẹ̀dìrà yín gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́mi ṣíwá ẹ bí fi yọ àwọn míì ìdájọba di tíátà o ohun tẹ́mi ti achieve lẹ́yìn tó ti bọ orúkọ ọ̀hún bí wọ́n dá ọlá pé èèyàn kọ̀ láǹkúrà ni nígbà tí ẹ mọ̀ pé mo máa sọ tèmi èmi I will tell you guys the truth nígbà tó yẹ pé tó bá ń jà fún gan ló tún gbógun jà ẹ́ báwo náà ṣe ní padà ní ogun padà gbogbo tí mo ṣe mo kàn ṣe tèmi fọ́lọ́ ni kò yẹ kí n dá sọ̀rọ̀ Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà mọ́ torí kò sí kà tí wọ́n ṣe fún mi tán olórí burúkú wèrè kan kìíní kan búkì jésì àwọn tó wà ní ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn gbogbo àwọn tó wà sáìdì Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà gbọ́n náà lọ sọ wọ́n ní kọ́ máa sọ pé mi fo orúkọ Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà lè mi fi kọ́lé níbo ló ti jọra wọn 2023 tí mo lọ ta fíìmù káàkiri 2022 àwọn ìgbà ta broke Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà tún jáde tán mo tún jáde mo issue statement Commissioner of Justice jáde against me bí ò dákẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lọ tún lọ sponsor àwọn èèyàn lábẹ́ wọ́n ní kọ́ lọ sọ pé kí Yomi yẹn ló máa padà báyìí Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà jẹ́ àwọn ló máa ṣe kíní kan mo báyìí pé kò lè jáwọ̀ Ìyábọ̀ ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ ilé ẹ mọ̀ èyí tẹ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn torí any little help tó bá ṣe fún colleague yẹn wọn náà fi wọ́n wá orúkọ òun fi wọ́n kìkì òun fi wọ́n wọ́wọ́ orí nígbà tí mo jáde tí mo support Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà Bàbá Sùwé ń jọ sí tí ọ̀rọ̀ NDL ṣẹlẹ̀ tí mo jáde pé Bàbá Sùwé is sick because of the treatment they did àwọn oní tíátà wáyé àti àwọn tó kóra wọn jọ wọn lọ bá Bàbá Sùwé pé Yomi yẹn fi yín lórúkọ ó fi yín pawó nowhere at the end of the day they forced Bàbá Sùwé to come out and say come out dá Yomi lóhùn you know what I suffered there but me ìtìtọ́ díẹ̀ stop láti máa ṣoore tèmi ẹ máa ní ìtù kámẹ́rà yín àbí kí gbogbo lè báyìí.
Do you feel like your skin is aging
I
faster?
Ebi kan ṣe tèmi follow, I'm just doing my own for God. Look at that time. I risked my life. Challenge the NDLA that you have destroyed Baba Sùwé's life. Look at what you did to him. After 3 days, Baba Sùwé ti gbà láti lọ rẹ́kẹrẹ́kẹ́. Àwọn tó ti gbàgbé Baba Sùwé ti rántí padà. I put my life on the line. Then 3 days after, they went to canvass Baba Sùwé. Go and deny Yomi fabiyi. Go and say to the world that you are not sick. Ọlọ́run jáde ó gbèjà mi. Fúnra Baba Sùwé ló lọ sí orí ọ̀dọ̀ Kọ́lá Olótù. Ó sick ìyà ń jẹ mí kò sí nǹkan tó pò lówó mọ́ kó tó di pé mọ́mì tó ń gba white garment church yẹn. Esther Ajayi showed up and a lot of people were start showing up. But I didn't turn my back against him. I still continue to treat him like a father. I continue to show. He apologized to me. He called me to his house. Alhaji Yinka called me, Yomi, let's go. I can't me shall be sorry. Let's go and meet Baba Sùwé. If he apologized to you, accept it. He's your father. Let's go. Don't be angry. I said, I'm not angry. He said, no. He wants to see you. He wants to apologize to you to your face so that he will know you are not angry. I said, I'm not angry. My mother begged me. I said, I'm not angry before she died. I said, I'm not. And when after then I still stood up as a son. Emoye ogun tó ti gbé emoye kan tó gbé tì mí lẹ́yìn bàbá ṣe jáde ni. Ṣé o pa àwọn tẹ́rí tí wọ́n ń ṣe blọ́ọ̀gì tó ń bọ́ta? Yomi fabiyi dákẹ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Ó ṣe kíní kan. Kò ṣe pé anybody ló ṣe mí inú àwọn tí mò ń jà fún náà ló ń ṣe mí. Mo kàn ṣe tèmi fọ́lọ́run ni ẹwọ́ yẹn tó ti bú mi sìn. Ìgbà tí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà máa ṣe orin jáde, ṣe gbọ́kọ́ dárúkọ mi ń bẹ̀ ni. Ìyá tó bí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà go gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ dárúkọ, kọ́ má dárúkọ fẹ́ dárúkọ èèyàn, kọ́ fẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn. A kọ́kọ́ fi orúkọ Yomi sí pé ọmọ colleague ẹni mi ìṣọmọṣẹ́ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà náà. Ṣé ó kò gbówó fún mi náà? Ṣé mo yẹ tí mo ná kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ná lórí kéèsì yẹn? So at the end of the day, mi ò sọ̀rọ̀ mi ṣe anything. Ẹ̀rí máa kan, ó ní mo sọ pé màá gbẹ̀ jáde. Mo ti ṣe fíìmù ti pẹ́ báyìí. Ìyẹn ti kọ́kọ́ bá mi jà ń kọ̀rọ̀, òun lòun ṣe wàhálà lórí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà tó fẹ́ gbẹ̀ jáde kémi dá. Oh, insult me personally. They now translated the same thing in the music. On wa pé tó bá yọ orúkọ mi kúrò. Èmi ò bother. Look at me, I'm fighting again.
Who needs?
Ọlọ́run fẹ́ fi hàn wọ́n ni. Ọlọ́run fẹ́ fi hàn wọ́n pé ṣebí Yomi yẹn ló fẹ́ pàjá bí. Ìgbà tó ń fún rẹ̀ wá bọ́ta sọ̀rọ̀ sí ṣé kò yí mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. Ẹlẹ́dàá mi ṣòro fìyà jẹ. But I am here speaking my own truth because I'm not doing it for anybody. Mistakes will go on my
anybody.
One Yomi yẹn ṣe torí òkìkí, ó ṣe torí owó. I love human rights. It's in my blood. I love standing by truth. Ṣé àwọn yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn yẹn ló ṣe máa fún mi lórúkọ? Ṣé orúkọ kéèsì bàbá ìdòṣe máa fún mi lórúkọ? Kéèsì bàbá ìṣàlẹ̀ máa fún mi lórúkọ? Tó bá fún mi ní additional name torí mo ṣe tó dání. Torí mi ò gọ sẹ́yìn ìka kan, èmi ò síndí ìbàjẹ́. They were packaging the old nonsense to destroy somebody's life, and I said no, not on your life. It's not an easy thing to come out in such a case. Nígbà tó bá ń sọ pé wọ́n fi kéèsì bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà mú ní ọ̀nà fi yín pawó ọ̀nà ẹ̀ fàdí ọmọ ìkéré ya ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kan ẹ̀nà báwo ló fi yín pawó irú owó wèrè wo nìyẹn. But the truth is èmi kàn ṣe tèmi ni so kò sí iye blọ́ọ̀gì tẹ bọ́ta tẹlẹfẹ́ destroy ni ẹjẹ́ abúyọ̀mí ẹlẹ́yà ara yín ègún yẹn ti wà lórí yín àtàwọn ọmọ yín because I'm speaking my honest truth. I keep fighting for children. I keep fighting for women. I keep fighting for men. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣe yẹn ẹlẹ́yà ara yín kò lè dọ́dọ̀ tèmi. I am doing what I am ordained to do. Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà mórè o kò mórè o ó ń ṣe tánà dí mi ní kọ̀rọ̀ kò ṣe tánà dí mi nígbà táwọn mídíà kan béèrè global excellence reporter wọn bá right mi. What is the fight between you and Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà? I can post the message here. Mo ń bọ̀ kí n gbé jáde fún yín. Mo báyìí pé what nonsense. Torí pé bàtọ̀ tí wọ́n ti ṣe orin jáde.
Nítorí
tí máa wèrè máa gbẹdún yẹn ìyẹn ti ṣàkárá ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ sí mi lẹ́yìn ó wá lòun ṣe wàhálà lórí Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà competition ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ mẹ́yẹn náà. Are you saying? Ó bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ sí mi.
Yes.
Gbogbo àwọn tẹ́lí tó ń kú nígbà yẹn tó ń bọ́ta tó ń sọ Yomi Fabiyi ló máa ṣe kíní kan òun ló máa kọ́ ẹ kí Yomi dákẹ́ lórí kíní kan ẹni èpè ní gbogbo àwọn yẹn. Èyí tó bá gbowó nù àìsàn ló máa fi wò lórí ọmọ wọn torí gbà tèmi fi ilé àtọ̀nà mi lé oríjì oṣù mẹ́fà ni mo fi lọ sí service lórí case Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà wà Nàìjíríà ó ń gbádùn ó ń dóbò èmi sá lọ lóyìnbó 6 months I was away. Mo fi ọmọ tó bímọ fún mi yẹn tó bí Akóredé fún mi girlfriend ló jẹ́ mi ìmọ̀lé mi ìmọ̀nà ẹ̀ ńgbà tí máa yá dànù ó yá dànù straight to the airport ni mo fi lẹ́nu lé mi ìmọ̀bí tó ti wá ń gbà ẹ̀ mi ìmọ̀lé ẹ̀ mi ìmọ̀bí tí mo tiẹ̀ mẹ́nìbọ̀dì pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ efele nígbà tí princess àti Ìyábọ̀ ti plan pẹ̀lú àwọn ọlọ́pàá ní zone 2 kọlu arrest mi ìyàwó èrè olórí burúkú tí ò ní padà gíra mọ́ tó bí kiri kan ẹ́sà bọ́ọ̀dù yẹn ìyẹn sì sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ fún wọn 200,000 pé kọ́ lọ gbé èmi láìṣẹ̀ láìrò because I am fighting and speaking the truth on justice matter. Tẹ́yìn bá fẹ́ property princess tàbá sọ wípé it's wrong the government should do the right thing ní sọ ní kí n dákẹ́ náà ní kí n dákẹ́ tó òótọ́ tí ó wà mẹ́ máa gbé kí global excellence ẹ̀yà lè fún ìfúkẹ́rí wọ́n bá pé ẹ̀yìn tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń ṣe normal
sọ the competition yẹn o
wọ́n fẹ́ kí mi fèsì nígbà yẹn pé we are not fighting kọ́ lè ṣàfi they just want to bring me down tó bá ṣòro fún anybody nínú tíátà wọ́n máa sọ fún ẹ pé òun fi wọ́n lórúkọ ni wọ́n náà fi wọ́n wá owó. I am a natural justice seeker. I can only pursue justice when I have resources and funding because kò ṣe personal cases but kema ma jókòó nǹkan tá ṣe ní pé wọn kì í ṣoore fún àwọn ní tíátà nìyẹn o nígbà tẹni tó ló ń fàdí ọmọ ya tó bá ló ń fọ òun orúkọ tó ti tán tó ti bàjẹ́ tán ta ní ká protect ẹ pé wọ́n ṣèkà fún yín ni èmi yẹn lè wọ́n sọ pé èmi àwọn tí tó tiẹ̀ lórúkọ ọ̀hún gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ́lísì tí mo tẹ́lísì kọ́ bá bàbá lọ mo ń bọ̀ máa gbé jáde fún yín sìn yẹn wá mẹ́sẹ̀gì mi is it true that you are having quarrel with Baba Ijesha the reason tó fi lè wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé wò pé báwo ni wọ́n ṣe máa kọ́ lórí yẹn kí bá yẹn tiẹ̀ dé kọ́kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kó yẹ
tí wọ́n ní appreciate.
ó wá bọ́ síbẹ̀ wá ó kọ síbẹ̀ ẹ lọ́wọ́ orí tọ́kọ yẹn náà ebi àwọn mi ò há di feelings tèmi o ọ̀nà tó fẹ́ fìyà jẹ Baba Ijesha ló jẹ́ kí.
Please let's mute let's power tap.
tí gbogbo ẹ fi
that's lagging ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ power tap ẹ jọ̀ọ́ let's power tap it's in lag.
bọ́yọ̀ mi pé bóyá mi ní dúró tí òótọ́ tèmi sọ òótọ́ tí wà ní kéèsì ẹ̀ ní wọ́n sọ ó sì tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bọ̀ máa gbé yáde fún yín sìn. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Christian, thank you. God bless.
Hey,
let's power tap.
Boy, ignore it. On a good day.
Ṣáàrí gbogbo gbà yẹn now. Kò sẹ́ni tí ò sọ pé àṣejù Yomi gan pọ̀ jù. Kò sẹ́ni tó sọ nínú ilé oníkálùkù báyìí ya irú èèyàn wo Yomi já.
Wọ́n mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ ṣe ìkà fún Baba Ijesha ni. Nígbà yẹn mo máa ń sunkún o.
Kò sẹ́ni tí ò pariwo Yomi gbà yẹn now. We saw everything.
Baba Ijesha dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́
ibi ìkà ni wọ́n ti máa rí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó.
Mo tag ní gbà yẹn ó dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín.
Àní mo orin yẹn ẹ mọ̀ pé
orin yẹn ni wọ́n
tẹ́tìrí.
Okay, good morning, my brother. I'm Folarunsho Amzat, editor of Global Excellence Magazine. Please, I would like to know if truly you and Ijesha are having issues. Thank you and best wishes.
No, the reason is because it's just the moment of truth. Bó ṣe ṣe orin yẹn jáde, èmi àti àní wàhálà ní kankan. Nígbà tó gbórin yẹn jáde, àwọn yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pé mi pé wọ́n ní wọ́n ṣe máa gbórin jáde. Wọ́n wá ń darúkọ máa yẹn torí pé personally ó ti ń try láti sọ fún mi pé èmi o bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́mi ń defend Baba Ijesha yẹn kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ kan ta mọ́ òun lòun ṣe wàhálà lórí Baba Ijesha o òun lọ́mọ wàhálà tó ṣe o òun dẹ̀ máa gbà jáde kémi kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ òun ríṣẹ́ òun ṣe o. The reason was because.
Is he a lawyer?
Kò ṣe lawyer máa tó ti ṣe fíìmù ti pẹ́ lọ́wọ́ fídíò yẹn náà máa yẹn mi ò kò ṣe pàdé kankan rí mi ò rí mo rí nígbà tí àgbà yẹn ṣe kéèsì tá à ń ṣe kéèsì yẹn lọ kí ni àpìlì yẹn àjẹ́ àṣẹ yìí kó tó nípa àpìlì tá a fẹ́ lọ yẹn tó fi yọ 2 charges yẹn. So while I was continuing my advocacy mo wá bá Baba Ijesha sọ̀rọ̀ gbà tó wà ní prison pé part of the advocacy we are going to be doing àwọn tó jẹ́ òótọ́ éjì ọmọ yẹn tí wọ́n gbé jáde yẹn we ensure we talk about it ṣe mo dẹ̀ ṣàlàyé fún wọn pé we will continue to fight and the truth will be established. Kí ni mo dẹ̀ sọ fún Baba Ijesha tó fún ó wà ní prison mo dẹ̀ the next thing my uncle send the voice note mi gbọ́dọ̀ play voice note yẹn ẹ máa kò sẹ́ni tó lè gbé ṣe pé kémi ṣọ́ra ẹni o kémi fi ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lẹ̀ o òun lòun ṣe wàhálà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Baba Ijesha o òun mọ wàhálà tó ti ṣe o ṣe dákun. When he now came out like I'm saying the man and Baba Ijesha wanted to prove to me that they want to rubbish me. Wọ́n wá ṣe orin òun afẹ́fẹ́ náà rẹ̀ sọ máa yẹn wá ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn mo sọ pé máa gbà ẹ́ jáde mo dẹ̀ gbà ẹ́ jáde àwọn wá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn wọ́n wá mọ́mọ́ yọ èmi kúrò just to ridicule me so that people say kí ló dé tí Yomi yẹn tí wọ́n tún dúpẹ́ wọ́n dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yàn ṣé Yomi yẹn ò ṣe èèyàn tó dáa ni ṣe gbogbo àwọn tá à ń ṣoore fún gbogbo wọn fi bí ṣíyàn ni ṣó ti yẹ kọ́ mo sọ mo dẹ̀ dákẹ́ àìmọye olórin àtòní tíátà tó pé bí àtàwọn èèyàn ńláńlá mo dákẹ́ mo ní àwọn èèyàn ti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ mi Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ mi mo ní that's enough wọ́n ní so but àwọn media tó wá ń bèrè lọ́wọ́ mi ṣé já wà láàrin wa ni ṣe bákan mi dá wọn lóhùn but kọ́lọ́n lè kẹ́lẹ́ bàbá kọ́lọ́n ó ní bó ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ní kémi dákẹ́ gbogbo àyẹlẹ wá rí pé táyì tó bá ṣe jájáde yẹn there are so many unknown bloggers tó fún lówó ẹ máa lọ sọ fún wọn ẹ máa àtàkì orúkọ Yomi yẹn pé kí Yomi yẹn dákẹ́ òun ló fẹ́ kó bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ẹ tó bá rántí àti bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà jáde.
Yes.
There were many of them. O ṣàwọn Ìyábọ̀ ló ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn, o ṣe protest. Sákù bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ló ti ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. They try to reduce and mo ní kí ni gbogbo ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ka ṣe oore ṣe. Mo dẹ̀ tún dákẹ́ mi sọ̀rọ̀. Ayé ìgbà tí mo jẹ́ ìlúkúmẹ́dẹ́ onímọ̀lẹ́ àfẹ̀lẹ́jà. Mo máa jáde máa dá padà. I know they give time for that rubbish. But mo dákẹ́ mo wẹ̀ pé there's no point and there's no dignity fighting whoever is on the floor. Mo yá fi ẹ̀fọ́ lọ́wọ́ wa. I get saying. Torí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ kọ́tọ̀kọ́tọ̀ ó fi bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà lówó ó bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ọ̀rọ̀ wèrè tí ò ṣẹlẹ̀ at the end of the day gbogbo bọ́ ìwèrè kọ́ báyìí tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹni tí àwọn ẹlẹ́mọ́lẹ̀ báyìí tó máa ń ṣe wèrè lórí Facebook báyìí náà gbogbo yẹn ara wọn ní iṣẹ́ wọn ni o mo dákẹ́ mo dẹ̀ ń wò mo ń ṣe justice for Mohbad mi lọ nígbà tó lọ́dẹ̀ bá ṣe ń sìn ṣùgbọ́n àwọn fúnra wọn ló bọ́ta tó ṣe interview òun ló ti di ṣọ àtàyàn yọ̀ ń sìn kírú èmi wá ṣe àbòsí wọ́n ṣe ń fún wọn jẹ́ yẹn kíkọ̀ dákẹ́ throughout ọ́n ní má dá sí ifá gan ní má dá sí mo kọ̀wé pé wo jẹ́ ẹ ṣe tèmi fọ́lọ́hun when people are extremely wicked and they are bó ṣe máa ń rí lélẹ̀ àwọn wèrè tó ní kí òun máa tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó lòun lòun jà yẹn ṣe rí kó bọ́ta sọ̀rọ̀ sí wọn ò ní lè bọ́ta wọn ò ní gbójú jáde máa tó bọ́ta tó ṣe fídíò nípa tó jà fún bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ń sìn tìbọn náà lòun jà.
Èmi ò tiẹ̀ rẹ́ ni ẹ rí mi ì tiẹ̀ mọ̀.
Ó ti ṣe máa yẹn ti ṣe fíìmù ti pẹ́ rí. Kò yẹ yín.
Ẹ̀wọ̀ Ọlọ́run ló máa reward yín o seriously.
So at the end of the day ẹ wo owó tí irú àwọn Ìyábọ̀ yẹn gbé sìn.
Mr. Fabiyi.
Ikú ni kò ṣàánú tó bá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ti finish máa yẹn padà pé tó bá jáde lẹ́wọ̀n òde padà géèyàn mọ́.
Mr. Fabiyi.
Ìka tó máa ń ṣe nìyẹn ó ṣe lórí èmi náà.
Mr. Fabiyi, ẹ ṣé gidi gan, I really appreciate your effort. Right. Ṣẹ́rí kéèsì yìí ó fa ìjà láàrin èmi àti ìyàwó mi.
Ọkọ̀ tó fa ìjà láàrin ẹ̀.
Because ìyàwó mi ó ní bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ṣe because ìyàwó mi ń support àwọn Ìyábọ̀ Òjó àwọn fans Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ni. Mo wá sọ fún because ìkọ́kọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi.
Ẹ má bínú ó náà ọ̀kan ti fẹ́ sọ mọ́rọ̀ yẹn kí tó ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn má bínú àdọ́dá kìíní ni kẹ́lẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bí tí àwọn pípù yìí àwọn Ìyábọ̀ yìí ìwà burúkú tó ń wù ẹ kàn lè rí pé Liz Anjorin kàn fi ìbínú sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ fún iná another instance ẹ yọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ bíi pé ẹ fi yẹn sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ẹ wo ọmọ ìmísí tó wí ní Big Brother lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tí máa kó gbogbo fídíò tó ti ń gbé Akóredé ṣeré tó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ màá tún kó fún màá wọlé ara ṣọfá Akóredé ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ọmọ mi ni. Nígbà tó dé Big Brother Nàìjíríà ó dìdí dárúkọ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kọ́ ni mo fans yẹ ṣùgbọ́n tí n bá gbé ọmọ yẹn sórí jù ńgbà yẹn wọ́n ní tí ó bá lose wọ́n ní Yomi Fabiyi ni ò jẹ́ kó win tó ló support kìíní kan nígbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣe kíni tó dárúkọ mi ní Big Brother pé ọ̀gá òun ó máa ní acting tóun ṣe yẹn òun ò ṣe dáadáa èmi dẹ̀ inú mi dẹ̀ ń dùn mo ló ṣe dáadáa mo post ẹ̀ mo sọ pé káwọn èèyàn mo kówó lẹ̀ kọ́ bá mi vote fún mo ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn wá tún wá padà win ó jáde wọ́n fẹ́ fún ní mọ́tò gbogbo ayé lórí ìgbà tí mo post ẹ̀ bó ṣe rí mi báyìí yọ́myọ́m ẹ̀rí bínú ẹ̀ ṣe dùn gbogbo èèyàn ló mọ̀ pé Ìyábọ̀ ìsúnmọ́ woman tó wà ní Dublin yìí woman tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ jágbàjàgbà yẹn ìgbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ kẹ̀yìn ọmọ yẹn sí mi torí pé ẹni tó kọ́ńkà náà tiẹ̀ wà nú ẹ̀ ni èmi ò ṣe bí o oore ni mo ń ṣe o mo polówó mo kó lẹ̀ mo ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ prayer tó yẹ kí n ṣe mo ṣe both spiritually gbogbo ẹ̀ mo ṣe mo fi ràn lọ́wọ́ at the end of the day wọ́n bá kọ epistle fún ìyá yẹn wọ́n ní kí ìyá yẹn post yẹ pé kọ́mọ yẹn o kó kẹ́yìn sí mi o àwọn tó dìbò fún mi sí ṣé wọn gbọ́ kó dárúkọ Yomi Fabiyi nínú house bó ṣe máa ń ba ayé àwọn èèyàn jẹ́ nìyẹn so bí wọ́n ṣe interview bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ń sìn wọ́n fẹ́ sọ di àkàntì pé ẹni táwọn bá pasáyé àwọn pasáyé ni torí pé they are work ẹni tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ kó gbé rí mọ́ wọ́n believe pé àwọn ní agbára yẹn ẹni táwọn bá fẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹni tí ò bá mọ Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ẹ mọ̀ dáadáa mo sọ fún ilé ni wo ẹ rí firifiri Lizzy tó takú tó di wèrè sí lọ́wọ́ ó ní bumper to bumper kó tó rò pé fẹ́ lò kàn mí jọ kejì òun ẹni bó ti padà sùn bó ṣe ń ba yé àwọn èèyàn jẹ́ nìyẹn àwọn tẹ bá rí pé fọ́ fún tí wọ́n sá fún gbogbo àwọn actor tẹ́rí tó ń sá bó sí lábẹ́ yẹn wọ́n ń sá sí torí pé wọ́n wò pé ìjọ tó bá gbé ẹjọ́ àwọn ọlọ́bẹ̀ kò ní wọ́n ní rí kẹyìn kó má face àwọn they cannot fight for themselves èmi yẹn bá ṣe tó kò dẹ́ ń ṣòwò nìkan actress ìbèdè àsùké tó wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀yẹn wọ́n jọ ń ba iye jẹ́ ni.
So ìyàwó mi support wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ èmi sọ pé kán jẹ́ kán ṣe investigation káwò pé it could be right it could be wrong ìyàwó mi nínú kìíní kan mo sọ pé torí o láìkí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ló ṣe ń support case yìí lẹ́yìn yẹn because I'm not a fan of all these TikTok kankan ẹ mọ̀ lẹ́yìn yẹn àwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jáde mò ń wò mo tún wá rí màmá kan náà tọ́ní tóòtọ́ ní bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ṣe mo ní ẹ má gbẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ọ̀ǹtí tí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà bá ṣorin jáde tó tún wò ìgbà tí ìyàwó mi wo interview tí Lady Bíọ́lá yẹn ṣe ìyàwó mi fọ́ sára kò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ó wò pé ṣé tòótọ́ ni but ìkọ́kọ́ tèmi fẹ́ béèrè I'm not a legal person I'm just a scientist by profession legally is there a way tí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà fi lè commit one to pay for what they did wrongly? Is there a legal means within the Nigerian context? If it's feasible or possible that he can take them to court, or probably the lady have to come and state it by herself. I don't know, because Emi wish pé kí òótọ́ fi ojú hàn. Ìyẹn ló máa dáa jù. Because nísìnyí, some people will still say it's a lie. Some people will still say it's true. But is there a legal means, sir?
There is a legal means. Mọ̀kọ́ tí mo tẹ̀fẹ́ sọ, tí màá yìí sọ. Sórí Lagos State ló bá bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà fa case. Kò dẹ̀ sí bó ṣe fẹ́ prosecute princess. Tó bá win princess, ó ti win Lagos State náà nìyẹn. So wọn ò lè jẹ́ kó happen láíláí. Àbí kí ni mo sọ, Mr. Yomi?
Yes, except the only way tá fi lè jẹ́ lọ. Òun ni pé tí Ọlọ́run bá kó sí bó ṣe ń ṣe ìsìn lójú ara wọn, wọ́n kàn fẹ́ restrain bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà kò lè lọ sẹ́wọ̀n mọ́. They cannot try him again. But the only thing tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tó lè gbé jáde ni pé we can force Lagos State government tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n bow to pressure. Ẹ̀yẹ káwa náà ṣòótọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbé Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá. Torí èèyàn kan ló gba bẹ́ẹ̀lì Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá. And in this kind of case, there is no statute of limitation. In the light of a new lead, they can go back to the case to prosecute. But okay, oh, princess, why did you lie? Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá, tó bá gbé Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá to court, he will want to defend himself. But I did not. Well, the girl you said was 13, 14. No, she was 18 and 19 at that time. And I have my proof. Immediately, the guy bring the proof. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́rí tí wọ́n sọ pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ṣe yẹn is no longer a crime. Because the girl, number one, would have been a consenting adult at that time. Number two, there was no force. Number three, she gave consent. Unlawfully, no force or accept. Meanwhile, it might even turn out to be that the girl will go to prison, except it is evidently satisfied that she was forced to play that role. Because as an adult, if you agree to partake in organized crime, to ambush or to entrap somebody so that the person can commit crime and you can use the court to sentence the person, you have committed a crime against the law and you will go to jail. So it's only if Tọ́lọ̀ bàbá wa ṣe bá ṣe ń ṣe táwọn ṣe pariwo yẹn Tọ́lọ̀ bàbá fẹ́ ṣe kà fún bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà. God now pushed Lagos State government and the governor says, you know what? Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General, you are a senior advocate. You are not the one there then. It was Onibanjo, SAN. Now, Pedro is there now. He might say, I am tired of this old stuff. Let's do the entire justice. Case of Babagisha, party side of Babagisha and Kolamashi. case file ìtagbà kò ṣe bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà nìkan ni wọ́n accuse kò ṣe evidence against bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà nìkan ló wà ńbẹ̀ kí ló jẹ́ pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà nìkan lè prosecute because prosecuting Damola Adekola will free bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà despite how terrible or unacceptable the video is. Ihun tí ó yé gbogbo àwọn Ìyábọ̀ àti president pẹ̀lú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ṣèkà tó there is too many lacuna that would eventually show to the world that pẹ̀lú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ṣèkà tó tẹ evidence kàtẹ́ṣe is established before the court that Ikalefi achieve evidence tell me why and it is not acceptable in the law court.
Yeah, in this case, sir. Yeah, in this case, how legally can one initiate it? Or one cannot initiate redress? Is that not possible in Nigeria?
The only way you can do it, what is or see about when you to wa tariyan to fún wa ní full information ọmọ yẹn tabon screw yẹn tari evidence evidence of age ṣé o pé tabari birth certificate ọmọ yẹn originally bóyá tó submit the school tó lọ kò yẹ kí ma sọ gbélé lórí kini because only ma block gbogbo be so don't let me give unnecessary information. Do you understand? So if all those ones that can be done and extracted and it is accepted ọkọ jẹ́ pé àtọlọ́pàá àtijọba náà tó bá láwọn fẹ́ ṣe investigation tó bá mú evidence best certificate ọmọ yẹn wá wọ́n lè ní àwọn ti gbà àwọn fẹ́ ṣe ìwádìí àwọn ò rí except tó bá force Damola yẹn ó ní ibi tó ti làálẹ̀ kọ́ lọ gbé Damola yẹn you will be so surprised that maybe apart from torí pé Damola yẹn sọ pé òun gba sí UBA account and some other things tó ní tó fẹ́ as proof you will realize that Damola will say I did not sleep with a 14-year-old and I cannot go to life imprisonment. This is the true age of this girl. Damola and her lawyer and his lawyer Toba present evidence wọn ibẹ̀ ni apá everybody ma jábọ́ ibẹ̀ ni bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà máa ti pé nísìn ẹ ti gbé Damola ó dẹ̀ ti prove case ẹ pé 14-year-old kan lóun bá sùn kí ló yẹ táwọn sọ pé mi ni mo kiss ọmọ 14-year-old tẹ́rán mi lẹ́wọ̀n tẹ́jẹ́ lọ jẹyà fún. That is when he will start asking for remedy. Nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn. They don't want to pay Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà despite the video, despite the social media noise then.
Mr. Yomi.
Mr.
Yomi, Mr. Fabian, I don't believe pé bóyá wọn fẹ́ sanwó ni wọ́n fi ṣe case yẹn. Kì í ṣe pé it's not about state government, it's about the interest, it's about àwọn tí wọ́n wà nídìí case yẹn. Àìmọye
gbogbo ẹ̀ papọ̀ ni.
Èèyàn mélòó ni gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ti san owó kan náà?
Ṣé kí n sọ bí tí Ọlọ́run ti kọ́kọ́ gbèjà Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà fún yín? Àtàwọn àtàṣítọ́pì àjẹ́ngbà yẹn.
Yeah.
When Ìyábọ̀ Òjó did all she did then, tó ṣe orí gbogbo òtọ́ tó involve princess Damola Adekola gbogbo wọn gbójú kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà nìkan lọ́rọ̀ ṣọmọ́. Government gbàyọ́ close mọ́ṣẹ́ yìí Tinubu. They were using all their powers. Ọlọ́run wá fẹ́ fi hàn wọ́n pé I am still God. Ẹ̀wọ̀n 2021 nígbà tó máa di time election 2020 sí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó reduce Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu to rebels. Kò ṣe bí ọmọ Yorùbá. Even MC Olúọmọ tó jẹ́ pé ó wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ wọn ọjà náà dì sí yìí ó kọ́ gbogbo yìí.
Rubbish MC now.
Irọ́ ni gbogbo yẹn ẹ bá wọ́n rí kò lè yé gbogbo yín. Èmi mò tọ́ tèmi sọ fún yín báyìí. At the end of the day, ó bojú anybody jẹ́. Gbogbo àwọn tó gbé sí lẹ́yìn àtàwọn ní tíátà tí wọ́n lọ lẹ́yìn tó ń ṣe meeting pé kọ́ṣà condemn Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Ṣé wọ́n pé Mr. Latin yẹn ti gbẹ̀bọ̀dé? Location yẹn.
Ó condemn 100% ni kò tí ẹ̀ ṣó.
Ọlọ́wọ́ wá fi gbogbo wọn yẹn délẹ̀ pé àwọn kó sí ọmọ inú ó reduce gbogbo wọn support Aṣíwájú òun nìkan ló dúró tó rubbish gbogbo kan tí gbogbo wọn ṣe. Ọlọ́wọ́ kan fi hàn wọ́n lápá bẹ́ẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n wá ti wá jáde fún pé ó dàbí pé ó ti yá wèrè bọ́ ṣe ọkọ̀ rọ̀ṣì ẹ̀ lọ sí task kìíní level ibẹ̀ ló ti wá pariwo síta pé ládùrú wàhálà nítorí òun jà fún Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà against Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà ibẹ̀ ni Lẹ́gẹ́ ti wá jáde tó ṣe fídíò pé àwọn èèyàn náà lọ sọ kí Lẹ́gẹ́ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ṣèbí Lagos State ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà lọ sẹ́wọ̀n àwọn ẹgbẹ́ náà àwọn ló tún wá ń takò because ìgbà tó dé stage kan they felt like tó bá fi lè sọ pé Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà free pé ẹjọ́ yẹn ò make sense. The truth of the matter is this ẹ má jẹ́ ń tàn yín I bèrè lọ́wọ́ any lawyer to follow case yẹn. If you come follow, process is accessory after the fact. And the process of gathering that kind of evidence could make any sense in any court of law. Nigeria, UK, anywhere, they will throw it out of the window. Nobody, it's not tenable. It can't be used. Gbogbo process, gbogbo video to share, ọlọ́pàá ò lọ́wọ́ sí. So order ọwọ́ lọ́wọ́ ara ẹni. And it is not, there are some evidence if you gather it on your own, it is not tenable in the court of law. It's just like Peko Lonsin, Koko Dayo Mokona Biko, Kowalo, Obe camera Siwajwe, Oya Majewo, Kowalo follow up about Jewo. It all up share under the law, they will still scrutinize it. How did they know how you obtain your evidence? And that confession. That is the old nonsense princess did. But they found a way to accept it in the court. Because I was just the only one. The entire movie industry, colleague Baba Jesha, film, Baba Jesha, to Japan is the #1 comedian. They turned their back against him. Irú man tó jáde tó sọ pé òun lòun bá Baba Jesha òun lòun ṣe wàhálà yẹn kò yọjú ńgbà yẹn. Ìgbà tí mo protest dé level kan làwọn ẹbí Baba Jesha ṣe yọjú.
Yomi.
But ntí mo dúpẹ́ lọ́lọ́run pé àbúrò Baba Jesha ọkùnrin Mr. Akin àbúrò ẹwà àti sister wọn more àwọn ọmọ yẹ bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ they are grateful. Mi mọ òun nìkan ló kó sí báyẹn ló gba olùkọ́ bíṣì.
Látàárọ̀ ẹ kú ọ̀rọ̀ látàárọ̀ iṣẹ́ ò ní dìṣẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Àmín.
Ojú rẹ̀ ní tiẹ̀, you know, mo really appreciate gbogbo bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ látàárọ̀ and the way you bẹ ṣe. Ṣé ẹni kíní kan ni mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ ni pé lóòótọ́ ẹni tá a bá kọ́níkà tí ó ṣe ìkáfẹ́ kan wà lọ́kàn ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Number 2, ibi tí mo fẹ́ ká wò ni pé ẹ má jẹ́ kí a expect any thanks from anybody. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ṣe sí ẹ máa ṣe Ọlọ́run kúkú gbèjà yín. Bàbá ìjà ti sọ tiẹ̀ ó ní bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà bí kí ló pọ̀ dà ó ní ọpọlọ kirikiri lòun sìn. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ti ń lo ọpọlọ kirikiri kò lè balance. Ìrànlọ́ I'm sorry to say yes.
Olóòfà tó fẹ́ gbọ́ mi Mr. Ọmọba.
Yeah.
Mi ò sọ láti fi anybody jẹ́ o, that's me.
I understand mo mọ̀ mi.
Máa yẹn ṣe ìgbọ́rọ̀ mi kárí pé àti ní personal stuff. Bẹ́ẹ̀mi ṣe wà ń sìn, tí n bá gbèjà ẹ, tí n bá ti rí òótọ́, ẹ̀rù máa bàwọ́ fúnra ẹ gan o, tí n bá gbèjà ẹ. Gbàdúrà pé kí kéèsì ẹ má make sense sí mi.
Ẹ̀yin wá di ògbèjà oníjà tẹ̀rù ògbóníjà.
Tóyìn àyí máa kù. Èmi máa nígbà tí bá parọ́ mọ́ kájọ èmi máa fi lé ayé máa fi búra. Nígbà tí ogun dé pẹ̀lú òun àti ṣeun ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ̀ tí ó le jù tí yẹn fi gbogbo àwọn oní tíátà ìkẹyìn sí ni torí wọ́n ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ ṣeun ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn. Nígbà tí ogun yẹn lé dé stage kan tó finish gẹ́ ìdé stage yẹn Tóyìn dẹ̀ gbé ẹrù. Mo lọ bá ní Sùúrùlérè ó ní Yomi mi fẹ́ bí I'm leaving Nigeria for good. Mo ní bolo wà ó sọ bí tó ń wà ọ̀rẹ́ tó fẹ́ gbé. Mo bá dúró bẹ̀. Mo páàkì mọ́tò mi báyìí. Babi saloon tó wà wájú bẹ̀ ni mo fún ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ mi pé mo ń bọ̀ mo kó wọnú mọ́tò yẹn pé Tóyìn má lọ. Ó ní Yomi I have to go. Nígbà tá a máa fi dé Anthony ó dọ̀ burúkú wà tá a fẹ́ fi negotiate wọnú kiri. Mo bọ́lẹ̀ ní mọ́tò. Mo wọnú Anthony tẹ́ wọ́n bọ̀ láti Anthony tó fẹ́ jáde sí Korodu Road. Inú bẹ̀yẹn ni Epsilon tó ń ta fíìmù. Mo lọ gba owó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ 87,000 naira. Owó tí Tóyìn ṣẹ́ lọ sí Amẹ́ríkà nìyẹn tó lóun ṣiṣẹ́ fíìmù mọ́. Ó lóun fẹ́ lọ máa ṣe keeping up with Tóyìn Àyìnmákù. Nítorí pé Commissioner of Police Lagos State ó ti pe ṣe ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ ó bá sọ̀rọ̀ ìyẹn ó pariwo Commissioner of Police ó pa fóònù mọ́ létí pé kí ló kàn ọ̀rọ̀ commissioner pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ òkú àtòbò ṣé yẹn ló fẹ́ máa ṣe ni ó pa fóònù mọ́ yẹn létí tó yìnbọn báyìí pé mo kú tí commissioner fi rí ṣe ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ control kárí àti lọ má lọ bó ṣe lọ tọ́ báyìí mo bú sẹ́kún ni pé èèyàn jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi wọ́n dẹ̀ fi ayé ní lára tó yìí no problem ó send the picture òun ti wà nù plane no problem. I took it upon myself. Gbogbo tí ṣe wọn ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ wá di pé wá padà wá. Ó ṣe wá ṣe fídíò wá kọ pé òun ò stop Tóyìn mọ́ kó máa ṣe fíìmù. Ó ti bá ní pé ní tóun bá ní location tí Tóyìn bá wà ń bẹ̀ òun afọ́ gbogbo kámẹ́rà. Gbogbo wọn ò lè pe Tóyìn sí fíìmù mọ́. Mo sọ bí dọ́sùn wá ṣe wọ́ọ̀sì fún yín ni o. Gbogbo wọn tó wá ń ṣe pọ̀pọ̀ ṣìṣì pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. The only problem tí mo ní ni pé lẹ́yìn tí mo ja gbogbo ìjà yẹn tán tó padà wálé. Mo get a lawyer But oh yeah, let's go to let's go to Lagos State Police Command. Tóyìn ní òun bọ̀ wọ́n ti fẹ́ kúrò nílé àwọn ti fẹ́ gbé cab lọ́ọ̀yà ti dó pẹ̀lú mi ìyẹn ti fi mọ́tò tó ń ṣe lẹ̀ ó ti wá bá mi nígbà tí Tóyìn máa ṣe kò dé mi lóhùn ó lóhùn ti kúrò nílé òun ti ń bọ̀ ó dẹ̀ lọ pé another person ní UK nígbà tí ẹ̀ máa bá get lọ́ọ̀yà àṣẹ same lọ́ọ̀yà tẹ́mi get nìyẹn bá get ó dẹ̀ sọ fún àkóhùn ti kúrò nílé that person now called the band beside me tó bá ń bọ̀ kí má dákẹ́ hello òun ní case kan o ṣàbọ̀ tó yàn ìyàwó mẹ́bí ok ọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ tán ìyàwó ní ṣèbọ̀rọ̀ yìí lẹ́pẹ̀ Tóyìn ó ní dúró wà pọ̀ ṣẹ́mẹ́ tó pọ̀ wọ́n ní èèyàn kan pòun láti UK sí ó ní òun ní the service òun kó wá lọ represent Tóyìn ẹ̀dẹ̀ ti pòun fún Tóyìn ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ fún wa pé ó ní òun wá ní ok kọ́ ní kí Tóyìn pé òun next time báyìí mo ní ok bí kọ́ ṣe wọlé nìyẹn kò mọ̀ pé máa yẹn wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi Tóyìn ní I'm the one that has to call you kí ni kan ok. Where are you? Only I'm at home. So where do I meet you? But you told us over 40 minutes ago that you've left home. That you were waiting for cab and you've left home. I am the same lawyer your fabiyi got for you. Before for Yomi. You won't get it. Just you call the phone. Are you sure this person is your friend? Only am I worry? I know what is wrong with her. I shall feel it. And you come me help with. That's another serious experience. And then we went to Lagos State Police Command. They make sure she went to go and write again. Of course, we are going to attack Tóyìn. That was when she returned back to Nigeria and continued her career.
Ṣé gbọ́rọ̀ ìlẹ́nu Yomi rí?
Ẹni kó lágbára pé
ẹ máa dé.
Tí bá kà ó pọ̀ lórí ṣíṣe o. Majority don't know what I learned. So when you see this industry,
are you getting me now?
The reason tí àwọn èèyàn ṣe fi help àwọn èèyàn nídìí iṣẹ́ wa ṣé wọn kó mo sọ tí bàbá ṣe tó jọ̀gá mi. I didn't stop.
Exactly.
Mo sọ tí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà sí ṣé mo stop.
Ọlọ́run
Tóyìn ò lè sọ pé mo parọ́.
Continue.
Nígbà tí Tóyìn ní problem tó involve cocaine tó yẹ pé kò lè ṣe irun wọn kò ń wọ ẹ̀kọ́ ṣe kankan èmi nìkan mò ń dúró tì. Now at the end of the day èèyàn mẹ́ta péré inú tíátà òun ló show attention sí Tóyìn Yomi Fashlanso Abe Lanre àti Aduni Ade àwọn mẹ́ta tẹ́mi fojú rí yẹn. Then later nígbà tí a ń sá káàkiri Tọ́pẹ́ Ṣọ́lájà tó ń pè ní Tọ́pẹ́ kiri kan Tọ́pẹ́ Ṣọ́lájà ó ti wà l'Amẹ́ríkà báyìí àsá lọ sílé yẹn gbà kan ní Kòròdú ìgbà yẹn ni mo ṣe ẹ̀rọ ọmọ yẹn sójú for the first time mi ì mẹ́rin tó jẹ́ pé rírí but she was a fan ìgbà tó kó fíìmù jáde pé Aruga pé I love your movie mo ṣe rò pé fan mi gidi ni Star Girl gbogbo àwọn tó kù then Fathia Balogun will be calling constantly ìgbà kan àwọn ọlọ́pàá efugan kò ń ṣe ọlọ́pàá nìkan a lot of people got to know wọ́n fẹ́ wá arrest Tóyìn báyìí nìbàdàn àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn pọ̀ láti Èkó nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ máa gbé lọ tán tí máa yẹn fi ìgbà tí ló fi gba fóònù lọ́wọ́ Tóyìn the former Assistant Inspector General of Police Túnjí Alápẹ̀lẹ̀ gẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ bá ń pè ní Dékẹ́ they were together Tóyìn ṣe pé wọ́n pa fóònù wọn létí wọ́n pè máa Dékẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ta lòun rò pé ó lè wà pẹ̀lú Tóyìn èmi nìkan lórí rò pé mo lè wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ yet they wanted to arrest her ó ní Yomi wọ́n fi mí lẹ̀ jẹ́ kó arrest wa papọ̀ ó dẹ̀ bí ijó ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Tóyìn pẹlẹbẹ ó dì mọ́ mi báyìí débi pé mo wá Tóyìn tì lára mi mo ní tọ́wọ́ máa pa mí nìkan pa mí mo ní arrest both of us together they arrested us together wọ́n jọ gbé wa sínú mọ́tò ni wọ́n á sọ fún Tóyìn mo ní if they go from a different place àrò bí a ṣe ẹgbẹ́ lóníkọ́ wá jí Tóyìn gbégbá yẹn torí kò sí nǹkan táwọn ọlọ́pàá mi ò lè ṣe if they are kidnappers tó bá pẹ́ ṣe wọn lóníkọ́ wá jí wa gbé I will drag the steering with them Tóyìn let's meet in heaven mo ṣe sọ fún nìyẹn ó dẹ̀ mi rí ó ní no problem I was ready to die along with her wọ́n ṣe rù wá lọ sí police station yẹn bá ṣe ń dé police station wọ́n gbá èmi sẹ́yìn báyìí ni wọ́n dẹ̀ mú Tóyìn wọlé pápápápá wọ́n gba òṣègbè dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì wọn wọ́n dẹ̀ gbé Tóyìn sí mọ́tò ẹ̀gbọ́n Tóyìn ọkùnrin tó ṣì bóyá ẹjọ́ nìyẹn máa ń jó ó mọ Ọbásanjọ́ ìyẹn ló du wá bá mi ní police station bẹ́ẹ̀ mo sókì láti òkè dé ìdajì ṣòkòtò mi báyìí trouser mi sókì kanlẹ̀ wọ́n ti ń gbé Tóyìn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Túnjí Alápẹ̀ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń pè Yomi which station mo dárúkọ station yẹn máa yẹn so helpful and resourceful ó pe DPO ó kọ́ pe commissioner of police Lagos State ó pe commissioner ó pe ọlọ́pàá DPO ní àwọn kọ́ pé àtìkú lọ́ ti wá gbé ó ṣe pé CP Lagos yẹn ní níbo òun kọ́ lóun kọ́ lọ gbé Tóyìn ó ní orúkọ yìí lọ́ fi lọ gbé ní Ọ̀yọ́ State yẹn ní láti ibo gbàtọ́ máa pè padà sí Ìyágọ̀ kú police àbí kílódé police station wọ́n ní láti police station kan tó wà ní Lekki after Lekki yẹn bí CP yẹn ṣe pé DPO yẹn pé kí ló tẹ́ lọ arrest gíní wọn ní kéèsì báyìí wọ́n wá ṣe wọn gbẹ̀gbẹ́ pé so Tóyìn ti post pé ìgbà yẹn ní ṣe ẹgbẹ́ ti gba fóònù Tóyìn òun ló ń post sórí page Tóyìn gbogbo ìyọ́nù bíi Tóyìn ni ó ń post so wọ́n wá ń bá ṣe ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ́ post pé without òun ò lè live without ṣe ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ́ anywhere he goes àwọn ọlọ́pàá dẹ̀ ti wá ṣe ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ́ so they thought that if they arrest Tóyìn they will get ṣe ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ́ mo jẹ ìyà lórí nǹkan tí mi mọ̀ gbà tó máa fi pè bọ́n ṣe pàṣẹ nìyẹn pé káwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn kan já Tóyìn lẹ̀ kọ́ lọ jálẹ̀ àbí kọ́ da padà sí tó ti gbé a ṣe rí orí ọ̀fẹ́ gbà nìyẹn as at that time I thought I already lost her ibẹ̀ ni ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn ṣe báyìí pé wọ́n ti filẹ̀ ó yá ẹ̀yin méjì ẹ̀ ṣáà máa lọ alẹ́ ni mọ́mì Tóyìn yọ wá bá wa ní D-Rovers tó ṣe àdúrà nígbà tó wá dé stage kan ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ yìí heavy o wọ́n pe gẹ́ẹ̀ kan ní Ẹniọlá PA Tóyìn àṣeyẹn ló máa ń fún Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ ní information àwọnú D-Rovers èmi ti sùn lọ́mìmọ̀ bóyá Tóyìn wá síbi orí mi bóyá ó dorí mi mú because I understand she was like kí ni Yomi ìfẹ́ tó fi ń dúró tóun báyìí èmi ti sùn lọ́n tèmi ìyẹn bá lóun rí mi pé Tóyìn fọwọ́ sí mi lórí gbogbo yèmi àti Tóyìn fẹ́ra wa bó ṣe lọ sọ fún Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ nìyẹn ó dẹ̀ ṣe PA Tóyìn ẹ máa di ọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́lẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan tí wọ́n ti face yo if you see me distance myself from people in this situation mo mọ̀ tí mo ń ṣe ọmọ ọgẹ́ yẹn wá aṣọ ti fún Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ ní information nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wàhálà ti wá pọ̀ jù we now went to state CID ṣé òun náà pè ní Ìyágọ̀kú ní Ọ̀yọ́ State ọmọ baba D-Rovers Faith Ayégbéni ó bá tẹ̀lé abá lọ ṣe kí ni a lọ kọ petition Tóyìn olówó òun gbọ̀n bá ṣàǹbá kọ́ mo ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ àṣẹ gbogbo mo ṣe kọ statement tí mo kọ gbogbo ẹ̀yẹn gẹ́ ẹ̀yẹn ó ti lọ sọ fún Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ nígbà tí ọ̀gá yẹn máa pè the deputy commissioner tó ní ká arrange ká mobilize àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn kọ́ lọ gbé Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ sista ti sásà Àbújá àti wà ní Ìbàdàn because while we were in Ìbàdàn Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ and some guys were calling to threaten wọ́n pe lọ́ọ̀yà Tóyìn pé ọmọ ibi tí lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn ń gbé àwọn bó ṣe mọ́ lé lọ́ọ̀yà sá lọ pastor wọ́n threaten pastor yára nù àwọn parents Tóyìn òyòjú wa bá wà ń bẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n ọkùnrin yẹn náà èmi nìkan mo dúró pẹ̀lú ọmọgẹ́ yẹn àṣẹ gbogbo bébì ṣe ń ṣe pẹ̀lú Tóyìn PA ti lọ sọ fún Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ àti mò ń gbowó gbà yẹn àwa dọ́dọ̀ deputy commissioner pé nígbà táwọn tèkó bá rí mú bóyá tó bá gbé wá sí Ìbàdàn ọwá lè mú by the time we wrote the petition everything gẹ́ Ẹniọlá tó jẹ́ PA Tóyìn ó dẹ̀ lọ bá woman police kan nínú bẹ̀ yẹn àwọn òmọ̀ngbà yẹn àti kọ statement àti mobilize àwọn ọlọ́pàá wọ́n ti máa yẹn ti pa àwọn tó wà ní team yẹn pé nobody must know about the investigation and the operation bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń lọ yẹn ẹ bí ṣọ̀pẹ́ anybody ọmọ obìnrin kan ló wà ní team yẹn ọkùnrin mẹ́ta obìnrin kan and they said they will arrest Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ they will bring him to Ọ̀yọ́ State adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ máa yẹn the DC ó ní no problem torí pé Ayégbéni baba D-Rovers current IG gbà yẹn ọ̀rẹ́ mi àbáwọ̀ mọ́tò bá ṣe ń drive lọ sí hotel tá à ń lọ sí D-Rovers mọ́tò fóònù Tóyìn Àyèmákù ó wà connected mọ́ Bluetooth speaker no phone bí dáàdi Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ ṣe pè nìyẹn hello Tóyìn kí ló lè tó yìí báwo ni dádì ẹ̀rọ sà kí ló ṣe wà tọkọ ẹ̀ ní ọkọ mi o dádì ṣe wọn ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ ló sọ̀rọ̀ ní dádì mo mọ̀ kí ló ṣe yín tẹ̀ ń jà kó lè tó yẹn ẹni dádì ẹ wò ó kò sí kankan ẹgbù ó ní kò sí kankan báwo ó fẹ́ máa parọ́ fún mi kí ló lè tó yẹn tó tún wá ṣe kọ́lọ́pàá lọ gbé Ṣeun láti odidi Ìbàdàn ó ní dádì kí lẹ wí ó ní kò lè tó yẹn ẹ má máa ṣerú yẹn pẹ̀lú ra yín kí lẹ tún máa fọlọ́pàá gbéra yín fún Ṣeun ló pè mí sìn ó ní ó lọ fẹjọ́ sùn àwọn ọlọ́pàá kan póbìnrin ọlọ́pàá kan òun ló pè òun tó sọ fún òun mo lásẹ̀ mọ́ bírèkì ni wọ́n tó fẹ́ gbá wa láti mi ìrírù kan báyìí rí ilé ayé mi mo atọ́n padà straight ni ìjọ yẹn ni mo ti rò pé tí wọ́n máa kú ni máa kú o bá ṣe fèsì ọ̀dọ̀ DCP yẹn nìyẹn luckily fóònù Tóyìn máa ń record bá ṣe padà sọ́dọ̀ DCP nìyẹn gbẹgbẹgbẹgbẹ àwọn ìwọlé nìyẹn sir we are not going to accept it kìnnìkan àti pàdé Tóyìn ti pàdé woman ó ti pàdé tíìmù yẹn àwọn ìwé kílà padà wá ṣe Tóyìn ti fẹ́ fàṣọyà woman ọlọ́pàá yẹn lọ Tóyìn kí ló ń ṣe ọlọ́pàá ló fẹ́ ó lè ṣe báyìí pẹ̀lú ọlọ́pàá káráfárá báyìí ṣe wọ́n lọ́gàá let's go and report woman yẹn ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ what is all this insult abádọ́dọ̀ DCP yẹn the DCP yẹn wọ́n sọ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sir àti kúrò bí ju how many minutes ká ṣe lọ lójú ọ̀nà lọ́pẹ́ wá gbogbo nǹkan ta ṣe ń bì ṣé wọn ìgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ ti gbọ́ bàbá ẹ̀ ti gbọ́ máa ní it's not possible it's an insult we are detectives here Tóyìn ní kí o sí detectives kọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ ṣe detective lára ọlọ́pàá obìnrin lọ́sọ̀pọ̀ pé ṣé wọn ìgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ yẹn ní no bó ṣe play voice fún deputy commissioner of police yẹn ojú máa yẹn pọ́n straight ni bó ṣe ní kọ́lọ̀ pé gbọ́ àwọn tíìmù yẹn wá nìyẹn obìnrin tó wà nù wọn ní everybody fura sí bó ṣe gba fóònù lọ́wọ́ woman yẹn ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ sí woman yẹn pé I would get you want to kill me you want to kill me I gave you an history I would send a kìnnìkan ṣáà sọ gbóyìnbó police wọn woman yẹn ní sir how can you be my boss and you cannot trust me báwo ló ṣe máa ṣe nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ anything àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fóònù sáà yẹn ni can you imagine you are saying this only don't worry so for the man to even do more ó ṣe ní kọ́ lọ pé gba àwọn tó wà nígbò investigating kìíní ẹ̀ wọ́n ṣàwọ́nù ó ní kọ́wọ́n nǹkan tí wọ́n máa ṣe that was when the secretary of the DCP felt like she was not comfortable bó ṣe wọlé wá nìyẹn bó ṣe gbé ẹnu sí etí máa yẹn pé báyìí gẹ́gẹ́ no sign this ọ̀bọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀tẹ́ ìsọ iná ni òun fẹ́ sọ ọkọ oye àwọn wo nìyẹn àwọn lè gbára wọn fún bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn àti ìyàwó àjìṣà fún ní so at the end of the day yìí tèmi bí wọ́n máa ṣe gbẹnu sí máa yẹn gbogbo ìbọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ sọ iná ni ẹ máa ní sùúrù sá bó ṣe ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ bó ṣe gbẹnu sí máa yẹn létí nìyẹn àṣé one police officer àti one supo obìnrin àwọn méjì yẹn nìkan ni máa yẹn ti rán jáde lọ síbì kan àṣìgbà tó ń lọ lójú ọ̀nà bọ̀bọ́ yìí ò gbọ́ yóò bá dáadáa ó gbọ́ pé ó ń gbọ́ Ṣeun ó ń gbọ́rọ̀ Tóyìn tí wọ́n máa yẹn ń bá sọ ó wá padà wá ó wá sọ fún secretary DCP yẹn pé when me I dey go out with woman supo tó jọ̀gá wípé òun gbọ́ tí woman yẹn ń bẹ́yàn kan sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń dárúkọ Ṣeun tó ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ pé woman yẹn ló bá Ṣeun sọ̀rọ̀ kò ń ṣe woman tó wà ní tíìmù àwọn detective yẹn.
Wow.
Secretary yẹn wá sọ fún ọ̀gá yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ bóyá sọ fún ọ̀gá yẹn báyìí next thing wọ́n ṣe ní kọ́ lọ pé woman yẹn wá nìyẹn that woman supo wọ́n ṣe ní kọ́ lọ pé wá nìyẹn wọ́n wá ní kí èmi Tóyìn Faith Ayégbéni àti gẹ́ẹ̀ ní ọlá yẹn wọ́n ní ká bọ́tà they now ask the woman supo ó wá jẹ́wọ́ fún wọn everything tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo táyì táyà sọ yìí ìrírí ayé ni mò ń gbé yín lọ kò ṣe story kò ṣe fíìmù mò ń sọ I'm telling you reality èmi ti ní tòótọ́ nígbà tí abọ́ta táwa ń dúró pé ọlọ́pàá wọn ti fẹ́ lo agbárí we must get to the root of this trust wọn mọ́ the next thing by the deputy commissioner fún rẹ̀ because the man was already tensed bó ṣe bọ́ta wá bá wa mẹ́rin ó ní this is what I don't like ara yín ni sọ ti ń rùn náà Tóyìn ní Hey, ọlọ́pàá kí ni gbogbo ilé báyìí fẹ́ẹ̀tì can you see what ní sùúrù ẹ sì sàyẹ́ lára mi só ti rùn kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ bó ṣe ní you people òun tẹ́ bá wọlé padà ń sìn ta ló ń jẹ́ ni ọlá bí Tóyìn ṣe gbé parí nìyẹn pé that's my PA don't even try it ẹ má ṣe kíní kan ẹni will you keep quiet allow me to do this job and let me bring the truth to you ara yín ni só ti rùn we are police officers ó mú ọkọ tó ń sọ náà ẹ jẹ́ kó ń ṣe don't worry just come in wọ́n ṣe sọ yìí ká wọlé nìyẹn Tóyìn dúró báyìí Faith dúró báyìí èmi dúró báyìí Ẹniọlá yẹn dúró báyìí inú ọ́fíìsì báyẹn àdúró báyìí Ẹniọlá ló wà báyìí bọ́n ṣe ní kí woman yẹn sọ that woman supo kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ó bá ní bá ṣe wọlé ta ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ta ṣe gbọ́ ẹ̀ báyìí ṣe tán báyìí ó ní gẹ́ Ẹniọlá yẹn ló wá bá òun lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan pé kán jọ nítorí Ọlọ́run pé kán má lọ arrest Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ kán embarrass ẹ̀ wípé Tóyìn àyè máa kù lèèyàn tí ò dáa pé Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ is a good person ipe kan gba nọ́mbà Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ kan sọ fún pé kó wá fún rẹ̀ kó má jẹ́ kó lọ embarrass ẹ̀ ó wá sọ níbẹ̀ wọ́n ní kó sọ fún wọn pé Yomi Fabiyi yẹn èèyàn burúkú ni o pé òun ló ń bá Tóyìn kọ statement ó ní bó ṣe ní kóun sọ nìyẹn òun dẹ̀ ṣe sọ fún Ṣeun nìyẹn torí òun believe pé ọkọ àti ìyàwó ni Ṣeun àti Tóyìn wípé èmi lèmi fẹ́ dáàrin wọn rú àṣé Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ ti promise Ẹniọlá yẹn nítorí nígbà tó Tóyìn máa lọ sí Dubai Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ ó ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì fún Ẹniọlá yẹn first time tí ẹ máa travel out nìyẹn so ó bọ̀ kókó ṣe pé Tóyìn ló rà fún un Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ ló náwó maybe Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ tó ti ń bọ́mọ yẹn sùn lẹ́yìn nobody knows so ó ti capture yẹn pé kó máa fún un ní information Tóyìn ò mọ̀ ṣẹ́rí tí woman yẹn ọlọ́pàá yẹn sọ tán báyìí báwo gbà báyìí according to police calm down Eniola you heard what this woman supposed said is it true tell your own story bó ṣe náà máa pa àwọn nìyẹn pé Tóyìn máa pa àwọn kó má jẹ́ kóun sọ̀rọ̀ tell us ṣé lóòótọ́ ni ohun tó sọ yẹn ó máa ní òun láti sọ̀rọ̀ ó ṣe ní òun sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó tọ́ kọ́ dáríjì òun ṣùgbọ́n kan ṣe mọ̀ pé woman tí Tóyìn ti accused tó jẹ́ ọlọ́pàá yẹn the woman was mad and that was when at that point the deputy commissioner of police was furious he doesn't know how to apologize to the other officer lady yẹn kan sọ pé ọ̀gá you have your officers the first thing tó yẹ kẹ́ ṣe sá ni kẹ́ máa trust àwọn tẹ́ ẹ̀ mìíràn síta àwa là ń face risk ẹ máa ṣe kí ni ẹ máa try láti máa trust wa máa yẹn wá ní ká máa mú Ẹniọlá yẹn lọ because tóun bá lọlé tóun bá ní kó detain ẹ fún tó ṣe ó ní òun tiẹ̀ lè guarantee anything tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ó ní so ká máa mú lọ wá àtàfi arrange bọ́mọ yẹn ṣe dú lọ nìyẹn ó fẹ́ lọ kó ẹrù ẹ̀ ní D-Rovers a ṣe pé wọ́n D-Rovers kọ́ bá jẹ́ kó jáde lẹ́wọ̀ ìka wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mi ní sọ kọjá àbẹ̀ yẹn because if I say more than that nǹkan mi tó yẹ kẹ́ gbọ́ ẹ máa gbọ́.
It is well ẹ kú iṣẹ́.
tẹ́tìrí ibi tí mo wá fẹ́ sọ another thing fún yín tí mi pẹ̀lú mo dúró wáò tí a fi wà ní Ìyágbọ̀kú yẹn Tóyìn pé Níyì Johnson hello Níyì yẹn ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ní Ṣeun Ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ ló hypnotize òun tó da marriage òun rú pé òun dẹ̀ ti try láti competition against ẹ̀ pé òun wà ní Ìyágbọ̀kú pé ọmọ tó gbé I think Tóyìn now replied Níyì now replied to him pé it's alright whatever tẹ́ bá jọ ń ṣe you are no longer my wife I wish you both best of luck.
Nígbà.
Etí Níyì sọ fún Tóyìn nìyẹn lórí fóònù. Nígbà táwọn fẹ́ ya fíìmù Ìyábọ̀ Òjó blueprint èmi ò mọ̀ pé kọ́ ẹ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ Níyì wá sọ fún mi pé gbogbo bí tẹ́mi fi wà pẹ̀lú Tóyìn yẹn ipò wa mẹ́sẹ̀jì òun pé kó wo èmi o ẹ mọ̀ tó dẹ̀ fọ́ ní táìmù tá fi wà ní Ìyágbọ̀kú yẹn tí Tóyìn fi ń tán jókòó tó wà tó fi wà papọ̀ ó wà alone bóyá kébì fẹ́ lọ bọ́lọ́pàá sọ̀rọ̀ àbí fẹ́ lọ ra nǹkan ó wá ní kí n gbọ́ nǹkan tí Níyì sọ pé ṣé ọkọ òun nìyẹn ṣé yẹ kó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fún òun kí n lè bá fún ní some respite mo ní no just to calm her down mo ní don't worry pé he might do that to you then because you needed his attention. Don't worry, let him be. At least I'm your friend. I am here for you. But the message here, babe, come on, worry. Àṣẹ message tell me to send sí Tóyìn yẹn, ó send ẹ̀ sí níyì pé ṣé mi ṣé ó rí nǹkan tó lọ.
Yòrò rẹ̀.
Pé ṣé wẹni tí ó fẹ́ kó máa wà pẹ̀lú ṣé ó ní tó fẹ́ fóun lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú nìyẹn. Pé kí ló máa sọ pé mi wà ń bẹ̀ fóun.
Àjò burúkú.
I said what I said to give her that níyì ló wá ń sọ fún ìgbà tá à ń ya fíìmù Ìyábọ̀ blueprint ní ṣojú fatia everybody tabẹ̀ ó ní this is what Toyin said to me about you Yomi nígbà tẹ́ wà nígbà bàbá yìí nígbà tó wá ń bá òun tó wá ń bẹ̀ òun tó ní kóun padà sọ́dọ̀ Toyin pé ṣé wo mọ̀ pé wọ́n fúnra ẹ̀ gan ọ̀tá ni wọ́n sí this is why I ran away ìyẹn wá fi mi hàn mí bẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ náà mi ò fi Toyin lẹ̀ I kept defending tí máa mélòó fẹ́ kà so gbogbo kàtẹ́rí tí wọ́n ṣe lórúkọ mi tó bà mí jẹ́ lo blọ́ọ̀gì gbogbo kìíní kan Gistlover tó fi finish ara wọn láì ṣe mi it's because wọ́n ní pé mo pọ̀ lẹ́rù but wọ́n mọ̀ pé mi ń ṣe níbí so but ń oore tí mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ni pé mo ṣoore kò gbè mí ó lọ́wọ́ kan kánú ni gbogbo bí tí mo wá ń lọ mo wá ń bá ọ̀rẹ́ pàdé láwọn ọ̀nà bòmí mo wá realize pé àṣé a máa rò pé tó bá ṣoore fún èèyàn funfun ló máa sọ padà gbádùn mi máa rò pé tó bá ẹwọ́n bá ṣe kó sí ọmọ ìmísí yẹn that girl is a lovely chick appreciate me everywhere ẹwọ́n gbà tí mo tún dúró mo ṣe dìde fún ìyá ẹ̀ tẹ̀lé wá bá àgbà tó kọ́ akọ́ṣẹ́ fíìmù lọ́wọ́ mi ìyá ẹ̀ máa ń tẹ̀lé káàkiri ni èmi lè mi bẹ̀ ìyá ìgbà tí ìyá ẹ̀ sọ story pé Mr. Yomi ẹ̀wọ̀n kan tí mi sì sọ nínú house kò ní ẹ fi dá mi ẹ rò pé mi ni mo ṣẹ̀yìn mo wá rò pé irú ìyá yìí sì tó ti pátì tí má rò pé àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ máa celebrate ẹ̀ tó bá celebrate ẹ̀ ìyá dẹ̀ sọ fún mi bẹ́ẹ̀dì àwọn ń bọ̀ ìyá ẹ̀ fẹ́ kí n ṣe nǹkan ni ó fẹ́ kí n dùn ún nú mo wá wò ní wò pé ìjọ tí ó bá máa bóyá máa nídìí pé kọ́ lọ bẹ̀bẹ̀ màá lè lẹ́nu ọ̀rọ̀ láti sọ pé mọ́mì ẹ dáríjì ọmọ yìí tí ìyá ẹ bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ ro pé òun fẹ́ pawó dà ṣe fọ́mọ tó bí ìyá ń bínú ọmọ ẹ̀ náà tí wàhálà yẹn bá pọ̀ jù social media ẹ rẹ́ẹ̀sì tó fi attack ìyá yẹn ó lè pawó dà ṣe fọ́mọ tó bí kó tó pọ̀ pé n tí wọn ò mọ̀ ń pa àbí so whatever it is kí ẹnìkan ṣàtúnṣe wọ́n dẹ̀ yí gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ní kí ló ti mo celebrate ìyá yẹn tọ́mọ èèyàn bá ṣoríire tí yóò bá níyì tẹ́lẹ̀ ìjọ tọ́mọ ẹ bá ṣoríire àbí tó bá ṣoríire ayé máa rí ẹ kí ló ti máa waste almost 400,000 pé mo fẹ́ fi ṣe birthday kérò jọ ṣe everything come to celebrate ṣé mi sí ni mo fẹ́ máa bá jà ni wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ yí mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ àwọn ẹni ibi náà lọ ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn n tó máa ṣe táyé máa tó yẹ kó sọ pé kudos ó máa ti dí àlàfo fọ́mọ yẹn kò sí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ ń wò yìí èmi ò lè sọ ẹlòmíì o let me tell you the honest truth pé mo fẹ́ lo mo bí n pé sí fíìmù kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ rárá nu tíátà she came as a fan I don't like it pé mo lọ sí fíìmù mo fẹ́ káyé kó dìtẹ́wọ́gbà mo mọye àdúrà tí mo ṣe spiritually pé kí n lè introduce ọmọ yìí tó ráwọn ẹbí ẹ̀gbọ́n mọ̀ kó ti rìn jù tó yẹ mo gbé sórí ẹṣin láìṣẹ̀ láìrò wọ́n dẹ̀ kẹ̀yìn wá síra wa ẹ wá wo eléyìí náà gbogbo àwọn ibi tó jẹ́ pé legacy yàn ẹ lọ wo dáadáa máa bọ́wọ́ wọn bẹ̀ ta ni o mọ̀ pé Ìyábọ̀ àti ìyá tó wà ní Dublin yẹn wọ́n jọ wà papọ̀ nígbà tó wọ́n fẹ́ kọ epistle wọ́n gbé fún ìyá yẹn pé kó kọ́ lè di gbogbo iṣẹ́ tóun tí àwọn irú àwọn èèyàn lè jẹ́yàn mọ́lé ayé gbogbo oríire tọ́mọ àwọn ọmọ bá ṣe whatever tó level tó wà yẹn ló máa wà yẹn because wọ́n ti jayé ọmọ wọn mọ́ ayé ẹ wá kọ epistle ẹ nítorí èmi ṣègbà kan Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ bòmí láṣìírí gbogbo yẹn àti bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà máa jáde lẹ́wọ̀n o àti ìmísí máa kẹ̀yìn sí mi o àti wọ́n fẹ́ mú mi ní alágbọ̀n o wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ pa mí dànù o Ọlọ́run ti darí mi sọ́nà London from London mo ti lọ America mo ti wà Canada ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú ń bá kú lélẹ̀ mi torí inú mi mọ́ bí wèrè ọwọ́ mi mọ́ gbogbo àwọn tẹwárí tó ń ṣe pọ̀pọ̀ ṣiṣi pẹ̀lú wọn yẹn sìn wọn síbẹ̀ tó bá níṣòro gbogbo àwọn tí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà mọ̀ nígbà tó wà lójú ọpọ́n tó ń bá ṣe fíìmù tó ṣe gbẹ̀ mélòó lẹ́rí tó jáde fún I understand so that is how wicked people can be industry wáyà wèrè gan So tẹ́ bá di pé mo kàn dá wà kò sí anybody tó like anybody ẹ má máa tẹ̀lé pull out náà wèrè kan ojú ayé ló bí wọ́n ṣe fúnra wọn ojú ayé èmi mi ìmọ̀jọ́ ti máa kú I just want to live a plain life stand by my truth mi ì ní sọ pé mo wá bọ́ ta lórí case bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà àwa ni pé èèyàn bá ọmọ Ekere sùn as a human rights ambassador as a human rights convener mo ní human rights NGO àwa ni ẹni tó bọ́ ọmọ Ekere sùn mo fẹ́ máa support pé ó ní right láti bọ́ ọmọ sùn ẹgbọ́n wèrè gist lover Insta blog yẹn ó ti kọ caption táwọn wèrè máa lọ máa ya wèrè síbẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tọ́ọ̀rẹ́ èèyàn gidi tọ́ wọn tọ́ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fáwọn làwọn better they are not better they are disgusting set of people they don't know what it means to fight for children they don't appreciate a honest and a very sensitive pursuit of justice they believe only victim only the justice they believe justice is for victims only they believe human rights is for victims only I am an ambassador of human rights I'm not a selective human rights activist nǹkan tí òfin bá sọ tí constitution lu yín bá sọ lèmi máa defend not nǹkan tẹ́yìn àwọn selective ọba jùlọ lórí social media tó bá sọ I'm not in that league so kẹ́lẹ́ bá wọn pé skin mi ti tíìkì kọjá omi ọ̀pọ̀lọ́ èmi tí bá fẹ́ ṣe ni máa ṣe mo bá di máa dìde sọ thank you fún mi ni èwo ìyá àti bàbá yóò lè sọ thank you mọ́ because I'm pursuing my own truth they deceive them pé Yomi ẹ̀wọ́ ló wá wá kiri kan I'm not in that league ntọ́lọ́run náà mi wá ṣe lọ́rùn tó bá jẹ́ pé iṣẹ́ oníṣẹ́ ìmọ̀jà mi kan tipẹ́tipẹ́ àwọn ti yàdà àdó mi òun gan sẹ́yìn rọ so when I stand up and fight for the case I know what I'm fighting for torí Nigeria belongs to all of us you must speak truth to authority and challenge them to do the right thing so Ọlọ́run á bá wọn ṣe wọ́n á gbé Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá yẹn ẹ rí i pé ọ̀rọ̀ wa ló máa padà ṣe Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá will come up kò ní gọ̀ ó máa evidence amújáde èmi ò bá ọmọ 14 year old tó ń bá dẹ̀ ti sọ pé òun bá ọmọ 14 year old sùn tó gbé adult ni bẹ̀ ṣe wá sọ pé gbogbo òun tẹ̀fì náà bá jìṣà lọ sẹ́wọ̀n yẹn mo fọwọ́ kọ minor mo fẹ́ obi tí gbogbo yẹn máa fojú sí.
Even Mr. Yomi ó reference sáwọn èèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan like the warder like the mentioned one NGO mo believe pé tó bá jẹ́ gbogbo irọ́ ni ó ń pa bó ṣe ń reference àwọn èèyàn yẹn people are supposed to at least kí wọ́n ti ẹ̀kọ́kọ́ lọ wádìí náà kó tó di pé wọ́n judge.
kò tí ẹ ń ṣe pọ́rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ṣe kó kéèsì lọ kóòtù ìkóòtù tí wọ́n tó lọ́pàá ìjọba is a special offence court you can never be found guilty of sleeping with a child or a minor and you will spend 3 years. kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀.
ẹ wo we need more clarity on this case honestly.
wọ́n fẹ́ gbà fọ́lọ́ ni wọ́n fẹ́ gbà fọ́lọ́ nítorí pé
ó tún fi ìjọba ṣẹlẹ̀ rí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. AZ, do you want to talk? Àbí ata ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ọmọ fa.
Ó ti lọ sáàbọ̀ rẹ̀ bí náà. Ó ti lọ sáàbọ̀ rẹ̀ dì náà. Ṣé wọ́n ti fún àbí?
Nǹkan tèmi tẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ ń bẹ̀ ni pé nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ sọ ń bẹ̀ ni pé in the first place
then lórí social media wọ́n máa ṣe nígbà tẹ́ pé it's a fresh case bóyá ń bá yín ọ̀jẹ̀ nìyẹn.
In the first place before they even arrest Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà tó bá jẹ́ pé nǹkan yìí ti ṣẹlẹ̀ níbo ni wọ́n report ẹ̀ sí hospital wo ló fún wọn ní report on this incident when it happened in the first place nobody asked about that thing send ẹ lọ síbẹ̀ ẹ tó wá dé ẹ tó wá ń fúngun mọ́ àdúrà lèmi ń gbà fún ṣá àdúrà tó fẹ́ yẹn lágbára Ọlọ́run a máa ní justice lórí kìíní ilé tó nìyẹn it's a fake that's to me.
Lagos State no pariwo apáwo ní Lagos State lẹ́tí lọ report 7 years before.
ẹ máa gbọ́rọ̀ mi Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà was not convicted for raping or having sex with anybody or any child. Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà never spent 5 years, never spent 7 years. He spent 3 years 4 months. He was sentenced to 5 years. Òyìnbó ló ń dà wọ́n yẹn láàmú. Concurrently, òyìnbó táàmù kóòtù ní tó bá fẹ́ kí yàn lò 16 years wọ́n á ní consecutively tó bá fẹ́ kó lò 5 years wọ́n máa ní concurrently ní judgment Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà yẹn. But they cannot accept pé ládùúgbò gbariwo tápá yìí ẹni ta sọ pé pedophile ni ta ló bọ́mọ sùn. How come they now sentence him to 5 years? Ọmọ kókó possible. They just want that in táwọn ṣe yẹn it must be validated. They want everybody to join them in destroying the man. ṣẹ́yìn ní ìjọba àti system tó dá padà sínú society. ṣó ti yẹ yín gbogbo wọn lórí burúkú wọn tó ń kọ kíní kan yìí ẹ lọ wọn dáadáa gbà tí wọ́n gbé ọ̀rọ̀ sí mi jáde they all went dumb. wọ́n dákẹ́ lọ ni wọ́n ń ṣòótọ́ ní òótọ́ ó jìnnà sórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ìdí ta ṣe ń rí bá ṣe ń rí nìyẹn ẹ máa blame aṣíwájú kan ní òṣèlú.
Yes, I believe that.
Is majority of Nigerians, majority of us are not raised properly.
They kept silent.
Correct.
So when they see things like this, Emi will tell you, anybody could find
and àwọn àgbà wọ́n fọ̀rọ̀ sábẹ́ àwọn sọ.
Ọlọ́run tó ń gbà fún náà kò ní ilẹ̀.
Wọ́n jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ kékeré kọ́gbọ́n lábẹ́ wọn.
Mo rí pé gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ṣe ń lọ náà Ọlọ́run ṣì ń jà fún yín náà ṣì ní. No matter where ṣe dish everything Ọlọ́run ṣì ń lékè. So ẹ fi gbogbo ẹ̀ lẹ̀ fọlọ́run bá. Kéèyàn tó máa jà fún yàn ẹ mọ̀ pé kò easy o, it's not easy at all. Wọ́n á bú ẹni tó jà fún gan máa tọ̀tì ẹ, ó máa tún disgrace ẹ but Ọlọ́run nìkan ló lè fún yín ní ló lè ṣe lẹ́san. So I wish you the best of luck. God bless you.
Ọlọ́run ló máa san yín lẹ́san lóòótọ́ because issue yìí ẹ̀yin lè open eye a lot of people to this matter. Many people even tí bá ṣe pé ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí kíní people will believe it's truth. Ẹ open ẹ up ẹ dúró tán bẹ́ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ṣe dúró tán tí Ọlọ́run á dúró tẹ̀yìn náà.
Àdúrà yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ pé mi gangan ni mo jẹ́ kó ṣìkà fún Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Mo ní ṣé èmi ni mo pe Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà kó wá ṣe fíìmù nílé mi. Ṣé èmi ni mo set kámẹ́rà.
Wọ́n ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Ṣé èmi ni mo gbé Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà lọ sí Sabo police station. Ṣé èmi ni mo wá kọ statement tí wọ́n lò court. Àtìgbà yẹn ló ti pín ẹran Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà tán. Gbogbo ayé tí gbọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan kò sẹ́ni tó
Nítorí jáde fún.
Wọ́n fẹ́ kí nìkan kan tiẹ̀.
Wọ́n wá ń tọ́ pé Yomi yẹn ni òun ló ṣe gbà.
And wọ́n ti cancel ẹ̀ in their realm.
They
Wọ́n
wanted
ti cancel ẹ̀ nínú realm wọn. They only want to validate it in real life.
They want to destroy him. They want to destroy him. Like what I was telling my wife. Mo ní ṣebí máa
Ọmọ náà dẹ̀ lòun náà.
Ṣebí máa ti dé látẹ̀wọ̀n.
Ṣé wọn ò bí Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà? Ṣé Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà jábọ́ látọ̀run?
Kí wọ́n tún polongo ẹ̀ fún. So he doesn't have right to say his mind again.
Wọ́n fẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Wọ́n fẹ́ pọ̀ máa gbogbo ẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́
ẹ káṣírí yẹn padà tí wọ́n.
Ló wá jẹ́ kó máa ṣe làbàlàbà ló tún jẹ́ kó padà wá síta. They want to everything ẹ̀ mọ̀ pọ̀.
They want to silence him.
Yes, in their WhatsApp group, as usual.
Ẹ̀rù Yorùbá gan bà mí.
Ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin lẹ́sìn ṣàlélẹ̀ yìí fún ẹ̀yin náà.
No, not ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá.
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin jòbó ni.
Àwọn ènìyàn generally.
No, because Nigeria is a country where men don't have a say now. You can't talk and people listen to you as a man. Obìnrin nìkan la máa sáré gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ kò dẹ̀ yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Oyè àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin ló ní right lábẹ́ òfin.
Ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ sọ yìí. Sista Monjola, ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ rọra sọ díẹ̀ yìí ọ̀rọ̀ ńlá ni o ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ kí brother Yomi Fabiyi sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí tó bá pẹ́ bóyá ni lórí ọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin ní sè
ọkùnrin ní sè nínú. Come on TikTok, princess.
Yes.
Fabiyi, yeah.
Yes.
This one is ending now. Bye-bye.
Tẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ tí n bá sọ̀rọ̀
obìnrin nìkan ló máa ń harass ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọkùnrin náà wọ́n máa ń harass ọkùnrin náà ọ̀rọ̀ yìí
dáadáa
nobody will listen to man.
Ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gbọ̀ngàn náà.
Tẹ́mi bá sọ experience mi nígbà tẹ́mi kéré ńkọ́ I have once been harassed but later ni mo ṣe ń rí pé harassment ni because I don't know.
Mo rí mẹ́sẹ̀gì lórí kìíní.
Wọ́n máa gbọ́ oníkìíní tó ń tóyún.
Tí ọba ní óyá mo fẹ́ wẹ̀ jọ óyá máa wá dúró tì mí ẹ̀rù ń bà mí mi lè dúró mi lè dá dúró óyá kọjú sí apá bíbá yìí dúró síbẹ̀ yẹn kó máa wù mí all those things.
Because I know that men don't have voice in Nigeria.
Bọ́ọ̀sì táwọn àti àdúgbò ti báyé wọn jẹ́. ọmọ
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
tọ́tọ̀
o
tọ́tọ̀ máa fi àtọ́tọ̀ ọmọ máa fi ṣeré.
ló jẹ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan bẹ́ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ṣe ń damage àwọn ọkùnrin ló ń affect àwọn obìnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń damage àwọn obìnrin ló ń affect àwọn ọkùnrin because gbogbo wa a máa interact náà ní last.
mo fẹ́ ká kọ́gbọ́n nínú kíní lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ because eye opening ní ìṣèlú yìí eyes opening ní matter yìí eyes opening gidigidi ni and who is to fight for men? Nobody. I fight fúnra wa then our other genders too mo rí pé àwa náà gbogbo wa la bímọ ọkùnrin la bímọ obìnrin
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ máa ń ọ̀tá ara yín lẹ́yìn ọkùnrin gbà mí.
ṣebí torí kíní yìí náà la fi ń ṣọ̀tá
accepted
kíní yìí náà ni tá bá ti rí báyìí orí wa máa pariwo ni ojú wa máa ràn bí.
ọkọ ọ̀gbẹ́ni òótọ́ lẹ sọ.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ̀yin náà ẹ kóra yín jánu ẹ kó abẹ́ yín ẹ jẹ́
ká tiẹ̀ lẹ́n
bọ́lọ̀ ṣe wáyà wa náà nìyẹn bọ́lọ̀ ṣàánú wa ni.
ẹ kó abẹ́ yín ní ìjánu you can control it sometimes please.
wàhálà.
Well obìnrin lẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin ti sọ pé ká kóra wa ní ìjánu but when the nature.
ẹ bá yẹ kó gbé yín gbogbo.
Mr. Yomi, I want to sincerely appreciate you are trying.
tó ràn yín lẹ́wọ̀n.
ẹ try gan ọlọ́run á bá ní ìlàjì ògo gbogbo wàhálà yóò ní já sásán lágbára ọlọ́run gbogbo tẹ́lẹ̀ bá rìn sí ẹ máa rà láàánú gbà torí kò sí bí ọ̀sìn lè dúró téèyàn tó láyé yìí ju bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe dúró ti bàbá yìí lọ ẹ̀san yín ayé rẹ̀ bá ti gbà ẹ̀ ní gíṣọ́ ọ̀run nìkan because if you can stand by somebody like this and make sure you do the needful for the person kì í ṣe nǹkan kékeré o. Your own life, your career too is at stake. You stood with him, you risk your life, you do everything. Ọlọ́run ọba àdúrà tí mi ò bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ rí but mo wà lára àwọn fans yín mo dẹ̀ ń gbàdúrà fún yín àdúrà yẹn mi ń dá yẹn gbà láàrin lọ́dún ọkàn tètè mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pàdúrà máa mọ yín níbi tẹ́ bá wà àdúrà ni mo máa gbà fún yín kò ní jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ṣé rí ogbó ètò à ń ṣe we see justice lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ ṣé o ẹ wo ẹ jẹ́ kí mi sọ̀kalẹ̀ mo ń lọ sílé láti fi ṣẹ́ ni màá join yín later ẹ ṣé gan.
èmi gan fẹ́ sọ̀kalẹ̀ ẹ ṣé gan thank you so much.
Thank you guys, thank you.
ẹ ṣeun.
Thank you.
ẹ ṣeun.
Thank you panelists. Do we have anybody to answer our campaign?
You are aware, right?
Kí ni ẹ?
Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣàdúrà ká máa lọ lé.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣàdúrà ká má rèlé. You have really tried. Thank you for all that you do. That be counted for you.
Ẹ kú àtàárọ̀ ẹni tí ò bá ní ṣe òde tàbí justice o ara mi mo ròde bẹ̀rù.
Justice ló lọ pàgọ́.
Bó ṣe wà ẹ́ sì orúkọ Yomi ló ń pariwo kiri bó ṣe ọgbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn tó létí gbọ́ àwọn pé
àwọn òpójàre
ní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ni wọ́n sọ nísìn ìyí tó lè fi bara wọn lórúkọ jẹ́ lọ́ máa capture náà tó bá sọ ẹgbẹ́ àpè káàkiri.
ó ní nígbà ẹni tó ti ń repeat ẹ̀ ń bí lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣùgbọ́n ẹ ti rí tó ti ń tàgbẹ̀ jáde ń bí lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
wọ́n lọ fi gbé lọ gossip mi o.
ìpolówó ni.
ṣé wò ní yóò dà kan ti gbé lọ sórí gossip mi èèyàn kan ń kọ́ látàárọ̀ àwọn ò máa fọ́.
ó ní Yomi wọ́n ń bu ẹni gossip mi.
wọ́n ń yà dragging flower ṣẹlẹ̀ flower ṣẹlẹ̀.
mo ní dragging àwọn ọ̀gá.
ẹni tó ti tẹ́ wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀
wọ́n polo ẹ bá gbọ́ ìpolówó ọjà.
dragging oṣù àwọn àjẹ́ nǹkan tó lágbára lọ́dọ̀.
olówó alábùkún ni irú èmi sì polówó alábùkún.
ẹ máa bọ̀ kẹwàá ẹjú ayọ̀ fún wọn ẹ má wọrí wọ́n fẹ́ máa gbọ́ bó ṣe ń lọ ni.
ṣé wọ́n ọ̀tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ látàárọ̀ bí náà wọ́n ọ̀tẹ̀ fún mi gift látàárọ̀ gan.
wọ́n ti ẹ̀ lẹ́ látàárọ̀ ó yẹ kó bọ́ láyọ̀
kọ́kọ́ látàárọ̀ ojú lásán òṣèṣe ṣe wèrè o.
ọmọ ti lọ bí 5 hours ọ̀hún.
ẹ jẹ́ ń dà tán ń dà tán.
ẹjù kan sí.
láyọ̀ lẹ́ máa dùn láyọ̀.
láyọ̀ ẹ máa wọ̀ láyọ̀ bọ̀ láyọ̀.
abẹ́tọ́ tú àwọn kìnìún yẹn sílẹ̀ ni.
ẹ wọ gbogbo àlàyé àti evidence náà gbé jáde kó jẹ́ pé wọ́n sì máa rò pé àní pé kọ́ ṣáàṣì pé èèyàn lè bọ̀ wọ́n ìgbésùn nìkan tá à ń sọ it's because we live in a terrible world and àwọn kan bìlì kó agbára táwọn níyẹn ẹni táwọn bàbá tiẹ̀ lórí social media ní interface nígbà yẹn ní 2021 tẹ bá tún gbé jáde sí àràkún laṣọ gbági èyí tẹ́mi sọ àwọn tó máa gbọ́ torí wọ́n pé.
bíbọ̀ ìjọba mi gbé Sísá Dásọ́lá sókè àwọn náà wà lábẹ́ àkáǹtì Olúwaṣeun yẹn Sísá Dásọ́lá ni.
ọpẹ́ ní wèrè la fi wo wèrè àwọn Yorùbá dùn gan Ọlọ́run ti ṣe wọ́n ń jakoro ni wọ́n ń jakoro. So Madam Shayo, you want to say something?
Mọ́mí ẹ kúrò lẹ́mà o Mọ́mí Shayo ẹ kúrò lẹ́mà.
Jẹ́ pé èmi kàn ṣe tèmi bọ́lá ṣe rán mi lèmi ṣe nǹkan tèmi. Oyin.
Àbí ṣé torí owó náà tún máa tún lẹ́yìn ṣe lé àbí òkìkí látàrí wọ́n máa tún nítorí owó náà ní báyìí.
Àní tó máa padà ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n máa padà lọ gbé Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá yẹn wọn ò lè fọkàn bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà mọ́ tí ara bá ní ìjọba wọn lọ gbé Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá yẹn ẹjẹ́ àti ẹ̀ balance story nígbà tí ẹ bá máa mẹ́rù lẹ̀ tí ẹ bá dẹ̀ rí pé wọ́n fẹ́ náà ń lo ẹ̀wọ̀n ó máa tó àṣírí princess kò sí èyí so ó dùn bàjẹ́ ọ̀hún kó lọ ṣẹ̀wọ̀n kò lè fọ́ ẹgbẹ́ gbé Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá kò sí ẹgbẹ́ gbé Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá tí adájọ́ ò ní sọ pé ìyá tọmọ ẹ wá wà lákàtà ẹ kí ló dé tí ẹ charge ẹ for parental negligence kò yẹ yín ẹ understand torí pé Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá ó máa hàn jáde pé àti 2020 ló ti sọ fún princess lọ́mọ yẹn ti sọ kí ló dé tó gbégbèsè lórí ẹ̀ àwọn wèrè.
wọ́n fi ọ̀mí Dásọ́lá ní kẹgbẹ́ òsókè òun ló wà lábẹ́ Olúwaṣeun wọ́n ti jí àkáǹtì Dásọ́lá yẹn.
Kí lorúkọ wọn bẹ̀?
Olúwaṣeun òun lolúwaṣeun yẹn.
èrò pọ̀ bí o àlàfẹ́ Olúwaṣeun báyìí.
ó ti wà lókè.
ọ̀rọ̀ lókè báyìí wọ́n ti gòkè.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ti wà lókè.
ẹ ṣe ẹ kalẹ̀ o.
ó ti gbóhùn Dásọ́lá ti pẹ́ o.
àwọn ìṣe Dásọ́lá.
èmi ni ìwọ́n mi mọ tí mo ṣe fún wọn kàn gbá kàǹtì mi lọ́lọ́jọ́ tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ bàbá yẹn lọ́dọ̀ ọmọ mi Àǹjọ́lá.
kéńjẹlé kí wọ́n ṣègẹ̀ sí Dásọ́lá.
má change
ó lè jẹ́ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà kò má tẹ̀.
ṣẹ́rí ọkọ̀ má change ọkùnrin mi ẹ kú àtàárọ̀ wàláhì.
it is a small thing.
gbogbo oríire
you na your account dey shop.
gbogbo oríire tó tọ́ sí yín Ọlọ́run ò ní fi dùn yín. ṣẹ́rí ẹni tó bá ń gbọ́ Lizzy Anjorin yóò mọ̀ pé gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ sọ látàárọ̀ nípa àwọn olòṣì obìnrin méjì yìí wàláhì kò sí irọ́ níbẹ̀ àfẹn tí ò bá kí ń lísì sí wúmà yẹn ní ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan tó bá rojọ́ yìí pé àwọn ẹni yìí wèrè níwọ̀n wọ́n ṣí èrè gan ẹni tí ò bá gbá á mọ̀ ní pé irọ́ ló ń pa bọ̀ṣẹ́ nígbà tẹ́yìn tún wá jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣẹlẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ wáyé mi jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ pé wúmà yìí náà mọ tó ń ṣe o abájọ́ tó fi tátán sí wọ́n ní.
pẹ̀lú ẹ̀nà àdúrà lẹ́mí àwọn wèrè yìí o wọ́n ti ra gbogbo àwọn blọ́ọ̀gì tẹ́ ń wò tí gbogbo yìí yẹn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
wọ́n ti ra àwọn lọ́wọ́ àǹdí gbogbo ẹ̀ àwọn lórí gbogbo yẹn.
ó máa ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ nítorí gbàtẹ́rò pọ́n bíbá ilé ẹ̀kan tá a ti wọ bí 1.3 yẹn mò ń sọ yí pé mo sọ fún expander gan pé pósítà bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà àti Dàmọ́lá yẹn yí pé kẹ́ tún rí post ẹ̀ kán lè mọ̀ yí pé ẹ ti dàgbòrò rú ẹkún tó ń sun yẹn wọ́n wá sun bẹ́tà nítorí pé keep evidence yẹn pé Dàmọ́lá rè bí pé wọn arrest anybody mọ́ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà yẹn ó fún wọn ní courage láti má jẹ́ kí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà sọ̀rọ̀ kọ́ mọ̀ pé n táwọn ṣe ó wà right n táwọn ṣe ó ló dára jù ṣùgbọ́n pépà yẹn fọ́tò yẹn tẹ́ tó post ẹ wo ó ti kán ìyẹ́ apá wọn méjèèjì díẹ̀díẹ̀ náà máa kú ó ti kán ìyẹ́ apá wọn kò sí ní tó fẹ́ ṣe sí mọ́ so ó ní mo fi ń wo pé ẹ̀mí yóò ní bọ́ lójijì lágbára Ọlọ́run agbára yóò mọ kún agbára ni wàláì tẹ ẹ̀mí mímọ́ tó bá yín rìn yóò mọ bá yín rìn ní gbogbo gbà ní torí mo máa ń láì kéèyàn lè dúró sóò òtítọ́ kó mọ ohun tó fẹ́ kó dẹ̀ mọ ohun tó tọ́ àfọn lórí burúkú èèyàn kéèyàn máa wí báyìí láti yọdún kó má change gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí ọ̀nkú Yomi ń sọ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà sọ nínú interview náà ń pe ọlọ́pàá gan sọ yí pé
kíní fídíò tẹ mú kalẹ̀ yìí fake ni kò jẹ́ original gbogbo nǹkan tó ń kú Yomi ń sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ ní bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà náà padà sọ pé ọlọ́pàá sọ báyìí ẹ bá bọ́ síta ẹ wá sí bí pẹ́yìn nìkan lẹ láyé Ọlọ́run ó mú wọn o Ọlọ́run ó mú wọn o.
ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo òótọ́ tó fẹ́ káwọn ẹ sọ yẹn wọ́n bí pé tá bá òótọ́ ló le jù láti sọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ẹ understand.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
téèyàn bá gbé ọmọ 18-year-old or 19-year-old torí kò tì mọ́ mi lọ́rùn kò ṣáà fi gbogbo ẹ̀ tó wá change age ẹ̀ ìyẹn ti bọ́ sí car even kó wá jẹ́ ọmọ 14 gangan ló mọ̀mọ́ tó ṣàfẹ́ kí fọwọ́ kan lọ́dọ̀ tó ti sínú ilé pẹ̀lú èmi àti ẹnìkan kí ló ní tó máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mo gbà pé mi ti fọwọ́ kan kí ló ní tó máa ṣerú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣó wà ní òfin pé o lè fọmọ kékeré ṣerú ẹ̀ ni wọ́n wá ní gbogbo yẹn pé àwọn fọwọ́ bò yẹn pé ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́bẹ̀ yẹn ẹni tó fọwọ́ kan nìkan ni kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ pa ẹ̀ yíyan ń ṣe justice yíyan ń ṣe ìdájọ́ òdodo ẹ̀ encourage ẹni tó ṣe ìkárí ẹ̀ kò yẹ yín.
ọkùnrin Yomi ṣé kò yẹ kó dárú ẹni tó ṣe irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ set up yẹn náà ṣé kò yẹ kó náà jẹ̀bi ni.
ó jẹ̀bi ni pé àná gbọ́dọ̀ náà sọ pé wọ́n lo agbára gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ́ fi ṣe gbogbo tó ṣe tó fi achieve but nítorí pé ìjọba àti kóòtù wò pé kí la fẹ́ ṣe sí gbogbo ẹjọ́ báyìí ẹjọ́ ranù nísìnyí àwọn ẹni ká fún náà lọ sẹ́wọ̀n gbére ṣé ó bọ́mọ sùn ni ẹ̀yin lẹ́ni ní ẹ̀rí pé bọ́mọ sùn ẹni gbogbo ẹ̀ bàbá ìṣẹ̀ ọ̀parọ̀ ẹ̀yọ̀kọ́ báyìí kò tiẹ̀ sọ kọ́kọ́ ń tọ́sọ náà lọ́sọ at the end of the day they couldn't prove that ó bọ́mọ sùn wọ́n process gan o evidence pé bọ́mọ sùn o ń ṣe witness o rí kankan o mọ̀ tó ṣe so kí ló tó wá lọ set ẹ̀ up kí ni ohun tó rí tó fi set ẹ̀ up.
ó ní ẹ lọ sí àbí ó ní pé òun bọ́mọ sùn òun rèpù yẹn kò sínú pépà òun rárá ó ní kò sínú pépà òun ó ló.
ìyá mi tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ ló lọ fẹjọ́ sọ ọlọ́pàá
ọfọwọ́ kan ọmọ yẹn.
tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ ló lọ fẹjọ́ sọ ọlọ́pàá kí ló dé tí ò sọ ti Dàmọ́lá àti Òkèlè mọ́ ṣèbí tó fẹ́ lọ sọ fọlọ́pàá ni pé ọmọ yẹn ní bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà sí nǹkan báyìí òun ò rí èyí tó tún fẹjọ́ sùn ti Dàmọ́lá àti kìnìlẹ̀ kí ló tí ò sọ yẹn papọ̀ máa wọ́n ti ní jàre.
ọkùnrin Yomi ṣé the same Òkèlè tó ń wá ti fíìmù.
ó ti security ilé wọn ló ń jẹ́ Òkèlè.
ok.
Òkèlè ló máa ń pè àwọn security. ṣé gbogbo yẹn gan ṣe gbọ́ngbà tó ṣe kéèsì yẹn ni. ṣe kọ́kọ́ dárúkọ
ìgbésí tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ rárá ẹ̀yin lẹ́jẹ̀ ń gbé wa débẹ̀.
wọ́n bò pa ni torí tó bá fi lè sọ síta ńgbà yẹn tó fi ṣọ́ sí àṣírí máa tú ẹni tó rẹ̀ bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ àdúgbò yẹn ó máa escape so ṣáwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó ń ṣòótọ́.
Had little supporters at the period. Your supporters were very few.
Nígbà yẹn.
Yeah.
Àmì ló wà dákẹ́.
I know. And auto stage kan mo ní ẹ̀wọ̀ wàhálà Yomi ti pọ̀ jù. Ní ìtẹ̀ wa èmi gan tẹ̀ mo ní wàhálà Yomi ti pọ̀ jù jàre.
Bí màá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ẹ̀wọ̀n gbére lọ́wọ́ náà wà jìyà lọ. Ẹ̀wọ̀n gbére. Ṣùgbọ́n olùbọ́tà tó jáde tó ń ti ẹ̀wọ̀n gbére.
Tá à ń ṣe náà láti tá a bá ṣe gbélé tá à ń ṣe yìí wọ́n ó tún ti wọlé lọ ní ṣé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà wá ní ẹ̀mí yẹn bí mo ṣe ń wo yẹn ó look jí bí ẹni tẹ́rù kan ń bà kò ní ó kàn lè ṣe everything bí ẹni pé.
ẹni tóbi bá fi ra hàn ó máa bẹ̀rù ẹ̀yin obìnrin náà ọ̀nà dájú ni.
but you náà pẹ̀lú gbogbo wàhálà ẹ̀ náà gbogbo ayé mú ti mọ̀ ẹ́ náà gbogbo wàhálà ẹ̀yà àti ìyá Kórèdé lóru máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ẹ máa wèrè tó ní mo ti ó ṣì parẹ́ rẹ̀ gbà ẹ̀ pé Yomi ti san lórí o.
wọ́n ṣe wà yẹn àwọn ọmọ àfẹ́ bàyẹ̀ wọn mọ̀ káwọn ọ̀rọ̀ fún mi more leverage ni ó ti yàtọ̀ nígbà tí gbogbo ẹ̀ tí ẹ̀jẹ̀ kébìnrin kan gan ẹ̀ rí mi wíìnì àwọn jẹ́ pé sí ó ń dùn wọn pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ti jáde ní ìlú Ìyábọ̀ ẹ̀ wáyé pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ti jáde ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ time tó fẹ́ gbé fún mi àwọn ṣe bó sọ pé ó máa dá padà síbẹ̀ pé ẹ̀wọ̀n gbére kí ló tún ṣe ọkọ ló jáde ni it's because mo fẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ pé they've seen the truth pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà kọ̀ já lọ dúró síbẹ̀ ìwọ náà ṣe ó ti kó sí páńpẹ́ wọn nìyẹn já lọ wà ń bẹ̀ má jà tu já wà ń bẹ̀ tábà tu délẹ̀ àwọn ayé ìmọ̀ máa pariwo pé pẹ̀lú bó ṣe kiss ọmọ yẹn kí ló á máa change ẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ ready àti lójọ́ fẹ́ anybody àti rọ́ọ̀lù àti ṣáà wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn fún little time kó dẹ̀ jáde kó máa ṣe life ẹ̀ lọ period òun lélẹ̀ ní kò ní ṣe life ẹ̀ ó lè fóbìnrin dẹ́mísì kí mọ̀ pé change èjì ẹ̀ ọ̀kí kọ́ yẹ pé mo mọ̀ pé òun ló ṣe sí mi ọ̀ àjọ gbà mo ṣe sí mo pàdé ẹ̀ club àjọ lọ bára sùn ó wá parọ́ pé mo rape òun pé lò láti fi parọ́ mọ́ mi ni ẹ̀ wá fẹ́ máa pè mí rapist èmi ò lè gbà fún yín mama I'm not a rapist mama sọ ni rapist báwo ṣé wọ́n ṣe accuse ẹmọ èèyàn tó accuse of rape Ronaldo wọn accuse of rape ni Trump wọn accuse of rape Joe Biden wọn accuse of rape Neymar rape Mason Greenwood rape Mendy rape ẹmọ èèyàn tó pàdé Archie Williams rape only 27 years in prison 37 àbí 32 years wọ́n wá ṣe àwọn àkókò kò rape torí pé there is always lacuna ibi tó bá ti ń fi rọ́bọrọ́ nínú trial court kò sóòótọ́ gidi mẹ́rin yẹn ìtẹ̀rù pé jẹ́ evidence yẹn fake ni you just want to get the judgment and get out of the case until they balance the story lẹ́ẹ̀ máa rí pé tó bá padà tún case yẹn tó ń lọ sí the case yẹn padà tó ń béèrè age ọmọ yẹn gangan wọ́n mú Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá yẹn ẹ̀ rí pé the truth will be established then they will now realize that and this man spent 3 years plus in prison so no crime have been committed. Yes, no crime. The girl is an adult and she agreed. Yes, Danny Alves. Yes, agree. Because she rape in the video here. If the girl is 18, can you say that you saw is harassment or rape? So the truth of the matter is nobody knows whether the girl is 18 or 14. 14. Yes, no sentence of Agisha. Of sexual harassment. Yes, no evidence of age. Why will I be silent on that one? To be very pleased on social media. So, ain't me?
Àwọn tó jẹ́ pé most of them self they are ghosts Uncle Yomi. Àwọn tẹ́ ẹ̀ rí.
Bá gẹ̀lẹ́ tí mo rí kò kàn mí. Ọ̀nkọ́ ló máa sọ èmi ò lè bá wọn ṣe orí burúkú tó ṣe yẹn. Ṣé mi lọ ni mo fàdíyà ni? Wọ́n ṣe máa ń lo social media ṣe wèrè nìyẹn. I'm speaking the rule of law. And wá ẹ̀ntẹ̀ máa yí ọ̀rọ̀ wọn lẹ́sẹ̀. Ìfẹ́ fi social media máa bá yéèyàn jẹ. That's the witchcraft and that's what they spread around. Ìwọ tó bá ti fọ́ fún wọn ni. That's what they want to be doing. Máa fi social media èmi kọ́ mi ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ láti mo ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ àti máa ṣe show for anybody. Mi ìráyè wèrè. Òótọ́ tí mo sọ ẹni máa dólé lórí kò ń ṣe pé mo ò ṣàfojúdi. But when I'm speaking on my truth and temple of justice, you can't ask me to keep quiet. You can't. Kò jọ. Èmi sọ̀rọ̀ pé mo sọ pé ìjọba ṣe nǹkan ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ mo ní kí so èmi tí mo kọ lẹ́tà tí mo bèrè lọ́wọ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì pé they should do the right thing mo gọ̀ ní àbí ẹ̀yin jókòó síbẹ̀ ẹ̀ ń sọ pé mo ní ibo mo sọ pé he has right to abuse a child ohun tó fẹ́ ṣe ni mo sọ pé ó ṣe yẹn ó fẹ́ tẹ ọyàn ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe lápíọ́pí ó fẹ́ tẹ ọmú ó fẹ́ kìsì kò kọjá àwọn nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe ni because even judge gan sọ pé that's the only thing he wanted to do there is no it's clear that he will never have sex and he never wanted to have sex with the girl. Irú sex wo irú rape wo ló fẹ́ rape mẹ́ princess ló ń bọ̀ ọmọ tí ò ní interest in Baba Ijesha tó yẹ kó ní láti apply first princess dẹ̀ bọ̀ á dẹ̀ rape ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Irú rape wo nìyẹn àwa sẹ̀ sáré gà lọ́rùn ọmọ ẹ̀ máa pa yé gbà mí ọ́ á dẹ̀ máa ya pátá ẹ̀ lọ á máa ya oyún á máa fún blow lọ princess dẹ̀ ń bọ̀ ó dẹ̀ máa wọlé padà ìdẹ́ sí i so bó ṣe ń rape nìyẹn. Ọmọ tó mọ̀ pé princess ń bọ̀ mo ń bọ̀ mo fẹ́ sin àwọn èèyàn bọ́ta so I decided rape ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. The only thing he wanted to do is kiss fondle the girl kó kàrẹ́ sí gẹ̀ yẹn so kí wá ní ó yàtọ̀ sí òótọ́ tí wàá sọ táwọn change ẹ̀ mọ́yàn lọ́wọ́. That's the only thing he wanted to achieve. No intention to have sex or rape the girl. Rape báwo? Rondon, they just love to. I don't know the kind of people who deal with on social media. I only call on Shebi. God save us from terrible people on social media with half-baked knowledge, delusion. That is what the court said. That is what the investigation said. And that is what common sense should tell anybody. Because there is clear-cut evidence that the girl was asked and coerced to submit to whatever will happen. Gbogbo nǹkan tí gẹ̀ ẹ́ ṣe kò ṣe fẹ́nu ẹ̀ ń tọ́ ni kò ṣe ni. Àwọn wèrè olórí burúkú ọgbọ́n ọmọ ọlọ́mọ síbẹ̀ yẹn pé 14. So ẹni òbí tó mọ̀ pé 14-year-old ni tó dẹ̀ place it beside him should have right to do that. Kò ní intention tó fi gbé síbẹ̀. Kò ní intention tó ṣe set camera and you are deceiving yourself. It is not a trap. It is not a setup. But she forced the girl to sit beside Babagisha. She puts camera. You know, she set up or the so making it look like they won't even rape because possibility apply force. If the girl had denied consent and he forced himself on him, you can say, okay, there is force, there is rape. The only reason is because the girl is not 14. So, kill her answer. Say, girl, for one of girl for Babagisha, could demo Babagisha. At 14, you are grown enough. You are a teenager, you can scream, you can say, I don't want to be there. So all these people coming up with unnecessary sentiment, and it don't feel more sibe, and you call yourself a mother. But this terrible, ill-informed people, they will be looking at, they will absorb and they would ask the person to feel more sibe, you can put your child there. Oh, so from princess, and you claim you are a mother. And you forced the girl to sit there, to stay there. Oh, more to your blame. And he told us when he comes in, sit beside him. Don't show him. Don't even let him know that we had an agreement or we have spoken to you. Pretend as if you are there for him. If not, there is no way the girl will continue to sit beside Babagisha. There is no way. Say you are if you are in a rape or more. Excuse me, I'm going out. Stand up. If truly the girl is 14, you are duty bound because naturally go. You can't remember banning. Image leaving the girl alone with Aisha. She was a victim. She will be panicking. Yeah, please don't. You don't want to soon the mobile. They cannot blame the mother that put the child in harm's way. They are going and literally social media and be saying, whoever is saying that is a setup, it's pure nonsense. Or she thought that they would, about why in their few numbers, they would wink and want to cool. Can't believe going on touching here. About my low, blog you with the time of my shika kiri, want to look beautiful, she's bed. One polo, one yalos, one polo sibe. Any, and polo again. I can't be going dirty with them. If he fall and he has been punished, who is saying he shouldn't fall? Or why did he fall? He has fell for it and he has been punished. But making him to fall or using a child to set him up is unacceptable, is a crime. How does you people look like you are asking or you are saying something better than us? You said, why did he fall? You are also, when you are now saying, why did they set him up with a child? You are saying, that's not the question. Now, why are you saying it is okay to set somebody up with a child? We are saying, you said, why did he fall? You are not talking about why did you set him up with a child? You want to make sure or take away from him. You are saying, why did he fall? If you don't put your child in such a situation, no way Babagisha will have access to touch that girl. She deliberately, she has every opportunity to remove the girl from that situation. And she will not be a victim again. You cannot continue to deceive yourself that you don't know. She premeditatedly wanted that girl to be abused. Before she left, only reason that and the girl confirmed in court that I did not just sit there on my own volition. I was told by my mom that the Bisuboro joke was in here because I must not go out of the camera. And you are coming here to say nonsense. so criminal, so wicked, and so disgusting to use a child that way. So disgusting. Thank you so much, Casey. Bishi, thank you. Simple analysis. Wọ́n kọ́ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ pé àwọn làwọn better jù, àwọn làwọn wà holier jù, àwọn làwọn they don't protect children, they don't fight for children. They just want to, join a faction on social media and go and check all of them. In their houses, they have children, 13, 14-year-old acting like maid, protecting and working as house help. About a landlord, almost 14, 15-year-old, they will never fight for that child. But they will come on social media and be acting like they fight for children. First-hand hypocrisy. Do you expect me to join you in saying, why did he touch? When I know that the person that even prepared and allowed him to touch, that have every right and every opportunity to save the girl from that touch, is the mother. She did it. She puts the girl in harm's way. And you are condoning that nonsense. That is, and you call her John Luni now. You speak your own side, I will tell you, I'm going to start with the mother. If you blame Baba Gesha and I say the person I will blame or I see as a major criminal here is Princess. You can't tell me to keep quiet. But I tell you, and you let me about in middle school. I joined in Nigeria now. So when I speak my own side, you don't tell me to fucking keep quiet. Go to hell with whatever you're doing on social media. It's your fucking nonsense. If it's mobile life in the mouth of me, I don't work like you. I don't pretend if we any. I'm actually on video. I take it. I have takulori here. If it's move side, them very shely I tell me. Into my jafuni here. Then so cotton. And then you are talking someone alone. Am I you now? I don't know when people are so retarded and so backward. And they talk pedo. Picture when she was telling the girl how she would position herself. But to Bama Balaga, I want to leave it to my Jokosi. But on set the camera. I even pẹ̀lú bí camera yẹn bóyá face bí bàbá ìjà Jokosi yẹn. Ẹ ti mọ̀ pé wọ́n make sure pé angle tó gbọ́dọ̀ wà nìyẹn. Wọ́n máa package ẹ̀ títí pé ó yẹ jókòó báyìí. Kó tó lè face bí ti camera yẹn wà yẹn. Ibi báyìí lẹ máa jókòó sí. So even if the man wanted to go and sit somewhere, they will push him back and say, ẹ wá jókòó báyìí. Ibi tá a máa ti ya sí yẹn lélẹ̀. Because the man will look at it and say, no, what is all this? No, don't come so cut. Tell you we are you. Boy, hypocrites, I want to tell you something here. Truth is very difficult to say in Nigeria, but me, I will continue to say my own. With Nigerians that have big education, false knowledge, the only thing they think they have given is social media. Fake account. That's the only power they have. They can't fight for what is right. That's how people are raised. Because kò yé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tá kálẹ̀ yìí kò yé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tí wọ́n ní pé ó ṣàti lá owó ẹ̀ ó ti jẹ̀bi nìyẹn. So, I think I've spent enough time here, so let me go. See you guys later. Okay? Yes, so it's under duress. Parenting comes with a lot of responsibility. Èèyàn tẹ́lẹ̀ báńdìrú orí burúkú tó ṣe pẹ̀lú bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà yẹn náà ẹni tí ó lọ́mọ láyé ni. Ẹni tó bímọ ẹ̀ lè báńdìrú kà yẹn. Ẹni tó dẹ̀ ń dájú àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ náà lẹ́tún lè bá ń rùn kan yẹn. Tó máa support irú princess yẹn. Ẹni tí ó lọ́mọ láyé. Ẹni tó dájú tó yẹ pé àti bayé ọmọ ọlọ́mọ jẹ́ ìrọ̀rùn ni àwọn lè báńdìrú nǹkan yẹn. Ọ̀tọ̀ ń bayé ọkùnrin jẹ́. Àwọn ọlọ́mọ alọ́kùnrin break out àwọn ọkùnrin ṣe bákan. Sí òkè lóye tó fẹ́ ẹ̀bà ti ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni. Hello. Okay. I'll bring a few people up before I go. Clarence Picture, you want to say something?
I'm just here to learn, sir. So I've been learning.
So part of the things that you need to learn is that please do not believe that because it has been a long time you were sexually abused or a child is abused, that you will not be believed by police or nobody will believe you or you will not get justice. Don't listen to these sick people out there. Report immediately to the police and they will see the best they can make out of it. And don't ever make attempt to put laws into your hand by organizing this crime that Princess organized. It is called organized crime. If a child or your child is sexually abused and you don't have evidence, the law does not permit anybody to actually manufacture evidence. There is nowhere in the law, nowhere, any country in the world that you have rights, even as parents, to manufacture evidence. Don't do it. Report immediately to the police. They will see the best they can make out of it. Because the sad reality is that if you claim you lack evidence previously, and then you want to gather your evidence, it will be difficult to know whether you are genuinely seeking evidence or you are trying to destroy somebody's life by hiding behind sexual abuse against a child. In this Princess case, she failed to prove the age of the girl. I am telling you for free, no birth certificate was provided during that trial. They did not. So you need to understand that there is that clear difference. Know the law, because you cannot enforce the law if you don't understand the law. Ensure that you report immediately to the police and do not entrap. Don't entrap. Entrapment is a criminal offense, except it is approved and carried out by law enforcement, legal law enforcement. It must be approved and officiated by law enforcement, not a minimum. Then don't premeditatedly record sexual activity involving a child or a minor. It is child pornography. Even if you record such on your phone, tí wọ́n bá dá ìdúró ní airport, ní Heathrow, JFK, tọkọ̀ bá pé o record ibi tó ti ń bọ̀ ọmọ kékeré sùn, kò wá ní is my child. It's because I was gathering evidence. So I recorded it and I saved it on my phone. You go into jail. They know the law. Don't say balabala on social media. Even if it's your child, if they find out when they are investigating you, they look into your phone and they realize that you have recorded how a child is being sexually abused. Even if you claim that it's my child, I was gathering evidence. Ni any of the airports, you are going to jail. You are going to jail. Let's say. Ask anywhere, they will tell you. So no excuse for that nonsense. Only law enforcement. They'll keep it in a particular file in the office, and that's it. So please know the law and know how these things operate. Don't follow what Princess did in Babaji's case. And one you, by the special grace of God, Lagos State, they will file the appropriate charges against her, Damola Adekola, and the security of the house Okele. Then we will know that they are balancing the investigation. Damola Adekola will expose Princess. Okele will expose Princess. You will see how disgusting, how criminal Princess is. If they run a proper test on that girl again, so there is no way Princess will escape parental negligence. So ó pè kọ́ máa pariwo báyìí lọ kọ́ revisit case yẹn kọ́ lọ gbé Dàmọ́lá yẹn. Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà wọ́n ti fìyà jẹ, ó ti lọ sí court. Whether he was punished legitimately or wrongly, maybe by the time they do the other complete case, Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà will now know whether he was punished justly or unjustly. But he has right to say he's not a pedophile and he's not a rapist. And if you ask me, Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà is not a pedophile, he's not a rapist. Torí tó bá tó de wo ètí process yẹn, èmi foul, rubbish lọ sí jọ síbẹ̀. All those things that Princess did on her own, normally on a good day, is not tenable in any court of law. It's not tenable. So, ariwo social media, and that's what they always do. Social media noise. So, that's the honest truth I will tell you guys. All of my jakusowo, all of my padi abuni agbaku, obìnrin tó polo eti kó yẹ̀pẹ̀, tó pé àfi kéèyàn kí ayan sha bàjẹ́ all of my jakusi. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó mo yan ọkùnrin kó sí. So, gbogbo àwọn tó ń pariwo, ọlọ́mọbìnrin ẹ padà bímọ ọkùnrin. Clarence picture, me I dey look at them. Listen. Come on, so go where one. What's the all right, I think we are good to go. I gotta go now. So thank you all for coming through. Then for any